Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know we back with another one of them things. We're going to be discussing a whole lot of Lamelo ball. Listen, the schedules just broke down. We want to get the game too, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, this home opener is going to be star-studded, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be discussing the star power, between Lamelo Ball, Zion Williamson. We just talking about them two. We ain't even get the CJ. We ain't get the BI. We know, you understand, we ain't even start going down the line. The New Orleans Pelicans is very formidable, and that game will be, an event. Around the world, people will be descended on that game. People will be watching. People will be flying out. People will be tuned in. And I'm telling you, I'm expecting that game to be all-out war. I'm telling you, in terms of basketball sense, a very competitive matchup to start off the season. The NBA is on its way back. We not too long away before the start of the NBA season. So we just got to buckle up. We got a lot of things in store, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. We got ourselves a star-studded chat. Salute to all y'all that's in the building. Salute to my man Belize. Salute to my man Isaiah. Shout out Belize in the building. What's the deal, Belize?
Hey, what's up, Flight, man? Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. It's been a while since we really got to chop it up, man.
I'm telling you,
man. What's up?
I'm good. Yeah, and it so happened to be Lamelo Ball that we discussing. So I mean, it's crazy. What's going on? Did you see the schedules that just broke down?
Yeah, man. I seen like a little breakdown on it. I didn't really break down too much. I just went straight to the Knicks. So I'm excited. October 26th, and they're gonna be in the Garden. So I'm looking to grab tickets. Maybe real spit. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna try to grab some tickets on that one. See what I could pull some strings there. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. He gonna start it off with the Spurs, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's what. To be honest with you, I'm looking at like multiple like outlets. Like I got that outlet from like the Bleacher Report and the Charlotte Observer. Now I'm looking at the schedule. It's showing me that it's just kicking off right in New Orleans. I don't know if you look at it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like.
Say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of crazy. It's kind of got me pondering because there's other outlets, not only myself, even like other Hornet outlets.
I seen it respectfully from the ticket side.
That's what I'm saying. So it's very complicated.
I think it is New Orleans. So
I was gonna take the guy. No, they reported that they was gonna start the season in San Antonio, and then they was gonna have their home opener versus New Orleans. But I don't know what the hell is going on with that, But like I said, not only myself reported that, it's kind of got me not wondering, what to do. So that's what I'm saying. It's wild because that was the first report. But let's see what happens, if they shake this schedule out.
Well,
that's what it was in the beginning.
I will go on this, right? And
okay.
I will go on this right here with the New Orleans. And for me personally, I want to say shout outs to you, Flight, because I think you brought this game into existence. Because I feel like
I'm telling you, Belize.
I feel like Flight Sports brought this game into existence because this right here is a Flight Sports exclusive.
Yeah,
like, are y'all kidding me? Like our
yeah.
channel, I'll say our channel, like because we film here, and this is Lamelo and Pelicans. This is really what it is. So for us to get that to start it off, oh man, I can't wait.
Right, that
Can't
is
wait.
crazy. I was like, it was perfectly picked out for us.
Yeah, it was perfectly picked out for us because I mean, this is really what we do. And if y'all, fans of this channel, you know exactly where the hype came from because I know my girl Jessica is hype out there to see the first game is gonna be against Lamelo. Yeah, purple baby. What y'all go like? What y'all would come on? Y'all gonna have to.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
not.
be a
They're
good
gonna be.
one to see.
It's nothing that they're gonna be able to do about it, man. You
Yeah,
know,
it's go.
it's gonna be wild. But I mean, how you see that game playing out? I definitely want to break down some of these, the team situation because New Orleans is definitely a team to break down. I'm very excited about New Orleans,
Yeah, I'm
especially if
excited for New
everybody is
Orleans too.
healthy. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm looking for them to be scary. Willie Green at the helm. Yo,
We got a new coach going there for Hornets. I mean, for them to play against New Orleans in the first game, I mean, to be honest, I don't want to go bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get their first L. I feel like New Orleans might take the win on them
well,
on
Excuse
the
me,
first
sir.
game.
Excuse
Oh,
me, sir.
here we go. Let's go.
Correction: the Hornets do not play the Pelicans for the first game. They play the Spurs.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I reported too. I mean, multiple outlets, but when you look on Google or something, you type in the Hornets schedule. Their first game is coming up is the Pelicans.
It's
And then
not.
if you look on the and if you look
That's why I said I'm just gonna go
on the
off with the
ticket side,
Spurs.
if you look on the Hornets ticket from like if you try to buy their tickets, their first game also says that is the New Orleans.
No, I just looked at the schedule. It says the Spurs.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna find. That's why I said there's a lot
Well, yeah,
going on. The schedules just broke out
actually,
today.
yeah.
Schedule is
So
on ESPN.
yeah, that's what I said. A lot of people talked about it, not just myself. That's why I said it's like it kind of had me kind of nervous. Like, what the hell? And I'm like, wait a minute. I heard other people discussing this. Like I'm talking about bigger outlets. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, so it's like it must be some type of trickery going on, because all that they just dropped everybody's schedule. So,
Well,
everything will
if we're
start the
gonna go
same way.
off of if we're gonna go off the take of the Hornets playing the Spurs on the first
The
game,
Charlotte
then
Observer reported that
so
too.
so then the Hornets is going away with the first
I think they're gonna
dub.
they're gonna
They're
if
gonna
they
get
play,
they're gonna get
yeah,
their first win if they play.
yeah.
But that ain't nothing about nothing. I'm excited for the basketball. So if they playing the Pelicans, I feel like the Pelicans on the first game the Pelicans gonna come correct. I feel like Zion is gonna be ready. I feel like
Right.
Ingram is gonna be ready.
Oh
Willie
yeah,
Green
that's
is
the
gonna have his
problem.
team executed. These guys is gonna be ready, and I don't feel like the Hornets
Brent,
is gonna be able to keep up with them
I
on
tell you,
that first game.
Brandon
But if
Ingram,
they playing the Spurs, I feel like they got them.
Brandon Ingram is gonna be a terror for him. Brandon Ingram is the problem. But I tell you what, it's gonna be a good one. Anytime you're at home, you get that, kind of emotional, like electrifying jolt or something from your home crowd. That's a home opener. That building is gonna be sold out to max capacity with the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Charlotte Hornets, Lamelo versus Zion. That's how they're gonna be. This shit is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that building to kind of will them to this victory.
I
It's gonna be
mean,
hard. It's gonna be hard. They're gonna have to play some defense.
And I will
uh,
say this.
That's our second game.
Okay.
that's
What
the
you think,
second
Paul?
game, right?
Our second
Okay,
game. That's our
that's
second.
Yeah,
y'all
I
second
told
game.
y'all
Yeah,
it was the
Okay,
second
we
game.
open the season with the Nets.
Word
Yep.
okay,
Yeah, we open the season
in Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn. Our first
Mm.
okay.
we
You
Yeah, they
flying
got
out?
y'all.
You
Yeah,
flying out? You
they give me
coming to
out.
see? I'll
They
go to the
get
game with you. What's
the
up?
first
You coming out?
the first 11
equal to Brooklyn.
the first 11 game 8-hour games on the road, man.
And what you
Really?
think? That's what I'm saying. They gave y'all a schedule. I
Mm.
didn't even get the chance to break down everybody's schedule yet. I was focused on the Bulls and the Hornets tonight. I took a glance
Well,
at the New York
that's
Knicks.
They
I
and
base
can't do.
out
you got
they
to.
they
That's
make our schedule based off of high run now. Yeah, I figured that out for the past few years. Like they not
Right.
Yeah, I seen the Rockets
it's
schedule early
football.
too.
It's football season. They don't want to interfere with the Saints game. The one of the games they
okay. I forgot about that. I'm
one of the
sorry.
one of the games the Saints off that week, so they play. And they didn't want to mess with the Mardi Gras time around January. We got a lot of away games during that time. I mean February.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
the
smart.
first out the first 11 games, 8 of the games on the road. So they ain't
All
nothing.
right, so I want to
Wow.
ask you this. So y'all on the road against Brooklyn in Brooklyn. How y'all feeling about that?
Man, we gonna whoop Brooklyn, man.
Okay,
Hey,
But
okay.
Scott.
this the catch on the schedule. We got the Clippers. We got that West Coast man like in like the night game. Golden State, the Clippers, the
Y'all starting
Lakers,
off tough.
all behind each other.
That
So
means the back end of y'all schedule gonna be easier,
yeah,
which
we
is
got a lot of home games on the back end.
yeah.
Well, that could be a good thing for New Orleans, man. New
Yeah,
Orleans could do their
tough
thing.
schedule.
But I want to say too. I peeped the schedule for the Hornets as well. When I peeped for they have they Christmas run because they're the only team to never play a Christmas game. So I looked at it and I said, you know what's going to be cool? We're going to get that Lamelo and the Ball family in LA because the two games that Charlotte plays is the Clippers and then they play the Lakers going right before Christmas. They played the 21st and I believe the 23rd, the Clippers and then Lakers. And then, then it's the Christmas little break. And then they'll go back until after Christmas. So that's cool that he's going to get to be in LA already, with his fam. So I'm excited to see those games because last year when he did that LA run, he put out some great numbers. So it will be good to see how that will pan out.
Well, I agree with that. The New Orleans Pelicans, they're going to be very formidable. Sky, well, how excited are you about your team? I mean, you talk about an electrifying team, but they ain't give y'all no breaks. It could get nasty in the beginning for y'all.
What you mean nasty in the beginning? This what you
Um,
understand. At one point in time, we was pre. Now we praying. That's the difference. Like when you look at a
uh,
team, y'all look at the teams like far wise. Like y'all look at a team like based off of last year, right? So I look at it like if we get a good start off, oh man, our chances on getting that 6 seed because we play our tough games in the beginning of the season.
That's a
So
good take.
if we come out good, let's say we do 500 at the beginning, we straight. We straight.
And not only that too, with y'all playing these little games, like respectfully, y'all could get that win over Brooklyn because Brooklyn's coming in there unorthodox, especially if they not fully knowing what they got going on. So y'all couldn't like respectfully get on a nice run because like you said, the second game is against New Orleans. Sorry, against Charlotte. I still believe that y'all could beat the Charlotte in the second game. So even if Charlotte wins the first game, y'all could win the second game. And if y'all beat Brooklyn, y'all going on a 2-game winning streak already to start the season, going on y'all stretch. So that's pretty dope to see because again, a lot of these teams is going to be still getting the rust off, and I think New Orleans is a different kind of team. They got a lot of firepower. They're young and they hungry, and they
Yeah.
definitely got something to prove. So.
Alvarado. I mean, none of them are going to be able to guard Melo. Herb Jones, none of them. But I'm just
Oh
concerned about
wow.
their weapons.
Disrespectful.
But
No,
if
come on,
that
let's
if
be
that
real.
Melo
You
Melo don't
believe
got no
that?
real weapons to help him
Believe
though,
that?
That's disrespectful.
I
You
think I think
believe that?
I like
I believe that though.
PJ Washington is a good player. They got some good players on this team. I ain't saying great. They got some
And I'm
good
not.
players. And I'm expecting that crowd to get them through this game.
And if
Remember,
Gordon
I
Hayward
said
is
that.
healthy, if Gordon Hayward is healthy and he's playing
He's
basketball,
been hearing
and
the
he, like I
chirping.
said, he could get the team because I'm not saying he's a scrub. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He just can't stay healthy. So that's why we as Hornets fans, at least me, will say we got to get rid of him because he's just not consistent with the growth of the team with Lamelo right now. But if and like you're saying your same take of being in the start of the season, just being fresh, he can come out and just play well and well enough for them to get a win over you guys as well. So that's
Right.
just something that you keep in mind.
Right. No
Yeah.
But I
panic.
do
We got
I
no
do
panic
think
in there. Go ahead.
okay.
You gotta keep
Okay.
going. You cooking.
Now I was just saying but I do think overall though, Pelicans could go over with the win because again I don't know what's going on with Miles Bridges. I don't really know what's going on with their full team. So they kind of looking like they got Melo out there on the island. So with all that firepower that the Pelicans got and with the way how they ended their season, I believe they coming out gun
We never
blazing.
know. You never know.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell still hasn't been traded, so who knows what could happen. The Hornets could use some firepower. You never
Yeah.
know.
Nah.
We
He
gonna.
coming to the Knicks. He coming to the Knicks.
I
Come
mean,
on,
I
don't talk
know,
that energy. I
I
need
know,
him in
but
the Knicks. I need him in the Knicks. I need him.
as a Knicks fan, I've conditioned myself, for the worst, So
Nah,
it
I need
wouldn't
him
be
in New York.
it wouldn't surprise me one bit if Charlotte mess around and get him.
If
You
Charlotte
know,
get him, I'll be happy with it. Honestly, I'll take that with him and Lamelo. I'll take that.
yeah. Now you talking, but
And I'm not
Yo. Yeah, we can
whatever.
start off, but if we beat the Nets, we can start off 3-0 though, because we play the Nets, Charlotte, then we play Utah. We gonna beat Utah. So,
yeah, I agree with
and then
that.
we play the Mavericks. We play the Mavericks out the
Yeah,
Utah.
the Mavericks gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In his away game, so you know.
Yeah, everything on the. Yeah, how many games on the road? See, I didn't get a quick look at the Pelicans. I can't.
Can you, if you don't mind, can you give us the Pelicans
How
first
many games on the
5
road?
games? They
Everything on
first
the
5 games.
road?
Out the first 11 games, we got 8 on the road.
8 on the row for the
Yeah,
first
they're trying to
11.
That's
screw
what
you.
I'm
Huh?
saying. That's crazy, man. But I'm gonna be watching with you, Sky. I'm gonna be watching them.
Oh no,
Hopefully
we're
Nah,
they
we
gonna be
game.
all gonna be
watching.
watching.
Your
We all gonna be
word.
watching. Don't worry, we all
Shit.
gonna be watching. We got league
I'm
passes
watching
over
because I
here, my
like the
girl.
team, how
I
the
like the
team is
team
built. But
too.
I'm gonna
I
be
love the team
watching
too. I love
Detroit
basketball. I
also.
love it all. Oh no,
I'm gonna be
Detroit.
watching
They
Detroit also. I
shout out
gotta
to
make
Jalen Rose, but they
I
ain't
can't.
getting
I mean, I'm
too
be
much of
watching
my
the
hair
Knicks.
time.
I'm be watching everybody.
because
Anybody that's
Shout out
worth
to Jalen
watching, I'll
Rose,
be
but they
watching.
can't get too much
Charlotte
of
will
my hair
not make
time.
my watch list this year. I'm not
Who?
gonna waste my time with the headache.
With who?
The Hornets.
Oh man, that's
No,
whack.
well, you never know. I mean, you gotta have faith.
She
You
going she
know,
going she going to change her mind when she's seeing Lamelo in the number 1
word.
jersey, just acting out like she
Mess,
gonna
yeah,
be like,
word. Mess
"Oh,
around in the
like you gotta
MVP
remember,
race.
he got the number 1 jersey on this time." Him and
I bet you
Zion
I won't.
both gonna have that number 1 on. They gonna look
Oh
I
wow.
bet you
crazy.
I won't. And I kind of don't like the
Yeah.
Hornets jersey, low key. Them stripes with that.
As much as
Nah,
you
that's
say you're
kind
not
of
gonna
ugly.
watch the Hornets game, I know you're gonna be tuned in for that Hornets game number 2.
Yeah, because it's the Pelicans.
Hey,
The
hey,
Hornets is the
hey,
only
hey! You're
reason
gonna
why I'm
see
watching it.
Lamelo show out for you. He gonna show out just for you.
No,
Just
I'm
because
telling
that
you.
one fan in this building, he gonna show out for you. He gonna show out for
But
you.
in terms of the Hornet schedule, because I was asleep when the schedules
Wow.
came out,
Oh wow.
I woke up and all, but I looked and I was like, oh, this schedule booty. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke back up and I got to looking and I
Uh-huh.
got to how many times they played particular teams. They played the Bulls 4 times. I'm gonna do the noticeable teams. The
That's the
Bulls
East.
4
That's the
times.
That's
East.
the East. Yeah, the East. They gotta play 4 times.
I know that. They played the Raptors 4 times. Then they played the Clippers twice. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned the Wizards. Oh, they played the Nets 3 times. I hope the Nets get it together. And then they play the Hawks 4 times. All these teams. Oh, and the Sixers twice this year because I think they played 3 times last year or 4. I don't know. But and then I think they play the Heat. I got to go back and recount the schedule. But I think they play the Heat 4 times also. If not, they might just play them 3 times.
Yeah. Well, usually,
Like, oh
sometimes I have noticed that where they slim it down to 3, but usually it's supposed to be 4 games in your conference and then 2 on the road. But you can go ahead. My bad.
and then they play the Pistons twice, the Nuggets twice,
That's it.
No, I'm not finished. The Lakers
Oh,
twice, the Rockets twice, the Jazz twice, the Mavs twice, and when they play the Mavs, it's on back to back nights. If that makes sense, they play the
Yeah,
Spurs.
it's gonna be a home game, away game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
everybody play everybody.
the King, and they play the
Everybody
Kings
play
twice,
everybody.
and the Warriors twice.
Nah, but
Oh, and then they
it's
play
just
the Knicks twice. I'm like, oh my god, this schedule ain't as ass as I thought it was.
they
Once
only
I
play the
woke,
Knicks twice.
yes,
That's
they only
crazy.
played the Knicks twice.
That's crazy. They played the Knicks 4 times last year.
Yep, I was like,
In
oh,
November, we got 5 away games though. That's the way it works. We got 5 away games in November. Everything else at home.
yeah.
That's cool though.
I'm like,
It's gonna be a very interesting season. I want to actually take on the the races. Do y'all feel like they're gonna be going out going out blazing? Like, do you think some of these like stars is going to be coming out like trying to like hit a lot of scoring numbers and high assist numbers and stuff like that?
I don't think it's smart. You know, if you coming off an injury and you haven't played in a while, I don't think that's a good idea.
Nah, because I remember one time, like, it was once, I don't remember what season was particular, but like the first 10 games, like they had broke records for like how many points was scored for like,
Oh,
cause how
between both
much, yeah,
teams.
like, yeah, between all teams, like, you know what I'm saying? Between like players,
I
like,
mean, I
you know
don't
what I
really
mean?
want to see that. I think that's
So
boring
it's like,
basketball. That's boring basketball if you do that. But I honestly maybe not, because I think it's some teams that got some really good defenses, and most of those teams are going to be healthy coming into the year. So you probably won't see that. You won't see no low scores, but you won't see no like nobody breaking any records as far as offensively.
It's gonna be a good one, man. I'm super geek. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait, guys. Y'all ready for which y'all takes on the what you
Yes.
call the preseason games? I see noses out there too. Like, do y'all feel like anybody's gonna take preseason serious, or are they just gonna be out just trying to like find their role players in the preseason?
It
Like a
depends.
team like the Lakers, you think they'll play like Westbrook in the preseason to try to get him going with like with like Anthony Davis and stuff like that? Do you think like stuff like that would be realistic? Like, do the Nets play Ben Simmons in the preseason to get him like mentored with the team a little bit? Like, you know?
Maybe. It just depends on the new acquisitions and the rookies they have and who they want to, even though they might be staying in the G League, it just depends on the team.
Right.
It definitely depends on your team.
There's gonna be some interesting takes out here. I definitely got to like dive into the schedule to see, you know, like I said, I'm just excited because I know for sure that October 26th game I'm going. My
Right.
daughter's birthday October 6th. So, you know, for sure I'm pop those tickets on her for her birthday. Like, yeah, baby, we going to the game and we gonna go get right. We gonna go get right.
Yeah, man, there's a lot. We got Marvin in the building. What's good, Marvin? We got
Oh
scheduled
Lord,
today.
What's going on, man?
no, Marvin, no.
What Marvin gonna do?
I just tell him no.
Marvin, how you feeling with them Bulls, man? I seen they got the November 9th, I believe, the Bulls and the
Yeah,
Hornets
break
in
down your
Chicago.
Bulls.
Like, what's
I'm
up, man?
on.
Like, how you
I'm
feeling?
on. I was gonna break them down here in the second flight. I'm on the computer now. I was just gonna let the guys continue on. I'm gonna be in
No, you can
just.
go. You can
I'm gonna
go.
be in just a second. Just give me a second because I'm actually doing the Bulls schedule right now.
Oh, you breaking it down?
Yeah, so I was gonna break it down for the panel and see if we can come up with something. So give me about 5 minutes, Mike.
Nah, that's cool, man. That's good content.
We got
But yeah, meanwhile, go ahead, my fault.
look how they played us though, Flight. They gave us Dallas. After Dallas, we got Phoenix. After Phoenix, we got the Clippers. After the Clippers, we got the Lakers. Oh man, all behind each other.
That's gonna be a tough run. But you know what's crazy? I feel like that could be a good run for you guys because y'all could really, if y'all like, I believe, honestly, I don't believe it's too far off. I believe Ingram could step into like an Andrew Wiggins role.
What?
That's disrespectful, man.
But
y'all ain't let me finish it. After the Lakers, we got Golden State.
Hey,
I don't
Scott.
feel like it was disrespectful. I feel like, but more offensively, of course. But I feel like if he could step up his defense like Andrew Wiggins did, I feel like that could take Ingram to the next level. That's more
You
so.
realize that Wiggins was the third option.
I was talking about on defense.
Oh, I mean, you could have used somebody else. It's way better defenders than him.
Ingram, though. I mean, you gotta think about
I'm talking about age-wise, the way how they play. They play kind of similar.
You could have used Jaylen Brown.
Wiggins is better defensive than Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I'm happy we start off again. No, I ain't want to start off on no sad teams. I need to know where we at.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, training camp gonna be even more important.
And we gonna come out on is in Brooklyn the first game, so we got to come out. We got to come out with a point to prove, and we got 11 TV games.
Congratulations, sir. That's dope. I'm happy for you.
How y'all feel? Yo, Flight. I want to ask you a question. So the only TV game Utah got right is against the Knicks. Do you feel like that's a
Well, that's funny.
understatement?
I think the NBA trying to be funny. They know what's going on.
So
Knicks are
you
gonna
think
get Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, all right, cool. I think so too, bro. I think that was like one of those. Wait a minute. That's the only TV game Utah got is against the Knicks.
Yeah, that's the play. Like that's just the play is safe. If he don't go, I'm just being honest. That was
I feel you.
don't go. That's the team that want him, and if he go, it's a revenge game. It was a smart move.
Yeah, so they could sell it. Everybody thought that Donovan Mitchell would be in New York, but he ended up in Charlotte.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Don't do that.
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really believe the Knicks gonna be kind of good this year. I'm giving them the 6 seed. Y'all can say whatever y'all want.
Negative.
I agree with that.
6 is tough.
You need
Man,
help. You need help. If Brooklyn stay together, they not even better.
Last year, bro. I'm telling you, man. Y'all acting like the Knicks been sad for 5 years in a row. The people just made the playoffs the year before.
They was sad 5 years in a row. That playoff run, but that's an overachieving season. That's why you ain't see the same.
I know, but what I'm saying is they built something that season.
But
though.
let me say something like this.
Man, they try to run it back. They try to run it back without a point guard.
Most of the players that put on that roster ain't even on that roster no more from that.
That's what I'm saying. They try to run it. They try to run that team back though without a point guard.
But look,
they ain't really had none in. At the end of the day, like a lot of people say Julius Randle take a step back, but he been playing the same game.
Exactly. That's the point.
Three ball going down.
Exactly.
But look, I want to say something real quick. With the Jalen Brunson pickup, and if they don't pick up a Donovan Mitchell, I could see what they could do with this lineup more so. Because if they put RJ at the shooting guard, and I don't say you start Cam Reddish, but I feel like you got to start giving him some type of confidence so he could feel like he could play. So if you do start him and put him there,
man, I watched them people last year lose 5 games by blowing leads. I watched it.
It's not gonna happen. So you telling me they better than Cleveland and Brooklyn?
Forward's team, yup.
Yep. Oh, you
Cleveland, yes, not Brooklyn. Cleveland, yes. Cleveland, yeah, not Brooklyn. Cleveland, yeah, not Brooklyn.
Besides Kyrie and Kevin Durant, what do Brooklyn have? Y'all putting Brooklyn on a pedestal. What do they have besides them two?
They got Bruce Brown. They got Patty Mills.
Man,
they got Joe Harris. Who I mean,
come on, man. They got Steve Nash.
Man,
yeah, they got that center, that young.
I'm messing with him.
That sounds like
they don't have nothing else but those two. You're right, Scott.
And they sound like
but
the
those
Lakers.
Two, but those two's enough though.
They sound like the Lakers last year to me.
No,
Patty Mills old.
Got a roster.
Man, Patty Mills old. Who else?
But those out versus the Knicks, they are not better, and they're not better than Cleveland. Y'all wild.
They got Ben. Listen. This is
what I'm saying.
Let them know, Purple Baby. Let them know.
I think y'all was understanding the roster. They got Ben Simmons. At the very least, is a defensive player of the year candidate. They got Kyrie Irving.
Over there, man.
At the very worst, he's the best offensive player in the game. They got Kevin Durant. At the very worst, he one of the best offensive players in the game. They got Patty Mills, who at times when the team they get the above their britches, he can calm them down. He from the Spurs system, like he knew how to play basketball. They got the long center. I can't remember his name right now, but he can play good in the paint. Like
and they just traded for
they got Bruce Brown, who can play perimeter defense.
Right, and they just traded for all
the young
league defender. They traded for all league defender, the guy from Utah, their top defender. He's in Brooklyn now.
Yeah, I forget about.
He's an all league defender. Yeah.
Y'all started saying that, man, but I don't see it. If them people start off 0-3, 0-4, all of them going in a mental breakdown, and y'all know I ain't lying.
No, that's cap.
They gonna say KD don't want to
Man,
be
see, everybody
Kyrie
look at them getting
All right,
sweep and forget that they did damn
all
near the
right.
same thing the
I'm
Boston the
not
year
talking
before
about the
with
sweep.
less.
I'm basing a team off of every other team that's in the league that's young. From what y'all was saying the Lakers was gonna be a top 3 last year. What
When
No,
was
happened?
y'all saying that? Who said that on this panel?
Not you,
who
not
said
you,
yeah?
not you, not you, A1. They know who I'm talking to.
Listen,
You
I
know
I
Will.
definitely
didn't
ain't say
see
Hell
the
that.
Lakers.
no.
I
I
didn't see Lakers
definitely ain't say
being that
that.
bad, but
Yeah, y'all
I
ain't
ain't about
said
to.
that.
Yeah, we wasn't
I
looking
ain't
at the
say that.
playoffs. I knew with our roster we
So
wouldn't.
what's the
Damn sure.
difference? That's what I'm saying. What's the difference from the Lakers in Brooklyn?
You know the
The
difference?
roster built the same.
No, it ain't about the same. That's
That's
cap.
Scott. That's a good take.
Oh,
If
That's
you
you
look
know why
about it,
that's
that's a good
cap.
take.
You know why that's cap because when you look at the Lakers got players that don't fit what they're trying to do.
oh.
LeBron needed a point
No,
guard
hold
or
on,
a
hold
two
on.
Now the
guard or
That's
question,
right.
hold
something.
That's
on,
right.
A1. I'm
Hold
about to
on.
eat him
So
up with that one.
hold on. Let me jump in before you eat him up on that
Damn, I
point.
can't finish my statement.
All right, go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
finish it, Panny.
So when you look at the Lakers, they got a team that's not built. The roster's not built for winning or even conducive to how all in play. Like you got Westbrook, who need the ball in his hand and make something shake. He done take teams to playoffs before by himself already. But when you put a player like that who can't shoot the ball and play off ball next to LeBron, who damn near like you can say whatever you want to say about LeBron. LeBron need to run the LeBron system for you to see the best out of him. You
Well,
can't move him off
this
ball.
the question
AD
I
been
got for
hurt
you.
all year. So
This
when
the,
you look at their roster, they got a big three
all
and
right.
they got pieces that they had around out of necessity. This year they gonna be a little better in my opinion because they got players that fit what they're trying to do. Now you look at the Nets. The Nets got a big man who can run the point. You don't want Kyrie running point. You want Kyrie to run it too. So now they got that figured out. They got a point guard. They got perimeter. They got Seth Curry. Like damn it. Like I don't know where y'all seeing this Nets
Man, both
roster
of
and
them
say
can't play on the
that's
court together,
crazy.
man. Him and Kyrie can't play together. And for what I wanted to say
I
about the
say
system,
When they
you
got a
say the
Ben Simmons
system.
running the
You
point, they
say,
can.
look what he said. He said a system, right? We need to figure out what system Brooklyn running. You saying it's the system
That's the
of the Lakers.
problem, Sky. You hit
What's
it
the
right there
system
on
they
the
running?
head.
Yep.
That's the problem. If they don't have no system, their system is Kevin
Exactly.
And
Durant.
hold on. And not only that too. And another one I would say, the comparison I would give to is the Anthony Davis and Kyrie. Both of them is unreliable. So you
Nah,
don't know
see,
how much game they're gonna be playing throughout the season. I'm just being honest, bro. Like
Even
both
no,
of
you
without
them,
can't say
bro.
that
Hey,
about
hey, as a
Kyrie, bro.
Laker
still
fan,
better
bro, I
than
That
watch
like
that
all.
that
Hey, as a
Kyrie
I
Laker
don't
system,
even
fan,
know
I
what's
some of
watch
going
that
all the
on.
that's
Like
stuff.
what
a lot of
has what
times,
take.
like
AD
they
is gonna be ready. This is the best offseason he's ever had. He's gonna be ready.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, A1,
But
and
we
you
say
know
that
how I
every
talk
year about
about the
AD.
Lakers. Check this out. You know how I talk about the Lakers, right? But
Yep.
I say the Lakers gonna be more ready than Brooklyn. How much
Yeah.
y'all want to bet on that?
Oh yeah, I can bet on that. Yeah, I bet
I
on
can
that all
think that
day.
they
Ah,
don't
But
know.
they
I
keep
won't go
putting
that far.
Brooklyn.
I won't
They
go that
keep putting
far.
Brooklyn on a pedestal. That's what I'm getting at.
no,
A1.
see
I won't go.
I
the
won't
reason
go to
why
Brooklyn. Lakers
Brooklyn
will be
get put
better
on
in
a
Brooklyn.
pedestal is because you look at today's NBA, nobody really plays defense. So at this point, it's the point in time with the NBA is like, okay, put your best offensive players on the team and you can win something. Not maybe win a
And
championship. We ain't
then
really see it yet, but when you look at the Brooklyn Nets. Just looking at what they got on, like just looking at their
They
roster. I
could
know
beat
we
a
can't
lot
play
of
the paper
teams on
game all the
paper.
time, but
They
just
could
looking
put a
at
lot
their
of yeah.
roster, like they can figure something out.
They could beat a lot
I'm
of
not a
teams on
believer
paper.
in Steve Nash now. I'll give y'all that. But at the same time, like you can win with this roster. Like we act like just because they get swept this year, ain't like they ain't did that the year before the Boston with the same squad.
You know they're gonna make the first game the Pelicans gonna make Ben Simmons shoot, right? They want to see if he can shoot. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's cool, but they can do the same
Everybody in
thing
the
to
league gonna
Zion.
make him shoot.
They can do the same
Anybody,
thing to Zion.
what?
They can do the same thing to Zion.
But the
Zion
thing
ain't trying to
about
prove
it,
that he's a knockdown shooter.
you right. But the thing about it with Zion, we don't depend on. They need his points. We don't
They
Ben
need
don't
Simmons?
need
Zion
his
points.
points. Nah.
They don't
That's
need
where you're
Ben
going
Simmons
too far.
points.
They don't need Ben
No,
Simmons points.
man.
You
How
see
they
what
don't
Ben
need his
Simmons
points?
averaging
That's
in
too
If
Philly?
far.
he's starting, how they don't need his points?
No,
Because
because he's
remember,
averaging
he's starting
15
point
points in
guard.
Philly.
He's
Should
a,
have been
no,
making the
no.
playoffs every year.
Remember, it's the LeBron system, like you said, right? If
They don't have
Ben
no
Simmons,
system.
Hey, but hey, bro. Hey,
They
if
don't
Ben
have no
Simmons playing
hey,
in
system.
but
that
Ben
LeBron
Simmons is
system,
15, 8-8, and always a top 3 defender.
Yeah, like,
and
So
so look,
he's
right,
and
15,
what's the
8 and 8.
Nets' biggest fault?
You
Nets'
know,
biggest fault always been they
he's
had poor
passing to
interior
Kyrie, he's
defense.
passing to Joe Harris, he's passing to Seth Curry. He's getting those assists easy. He got shooters around him, literally shooters around him, Patty Mills included. KD could shoot too. He got shooters around him. He got a
I
big man
And
that can
remember
understand
now,
guard
when
that.
him.
Ben Simmons been in Philly, he ain't had a Kyrie or
What's the
Durant that can take that pressure off and go
all
get a
that
bucket.
sound
Since
good?
Jimmy.
But what system is
That's
they
facts.
running? That's the point.
That's the
No, but
system
see,
right there.
you keep saying
That's the
system, and
system
I
y'all
get that. Like,
saying.
you do need a system when things break
Man,
down.
y'all
But at
saying
the
that
end of the
system.
day, if you got
What
two
system do they
high-potent
run?
scorers like KD and Kyrie, you really don't need a system. Like,
Oh,
let's keep that shit real.
why you think that happened to him last year?
No, but look, you gotta
What
remember. Look,
happened to him last year?
you gotta look. You got a point guard. You got a point guard in Kyrie Irving that's saying that he's willing to let a point guard be point guard. He play off ball, right? So with him being off ball, he have Ben Simmons run point guard like he wants to run point guard. He don't have to shoot as much. He does not have to shoot as much because he could pass the ball off to Kyrie. Kyrie can make a play. He could
Saying,
pass
man,
the ball off to
that's the
KD. He can
point
make
I'm
a
getting
play.
at.
He could
But
get
bro, he
past a point
ain't
guard and
about the
dunk on
shooting.
him,
You got KD
and
and
then he could play
Kyrie.
defense.
Yeah,
You
you
know
got
those
Steph
lanes.
Curry. Like, you got
how
three
big those
shooters.
lanes
Take
are
the
going to be
pressure off.
open, and who's going to be able to guard Ben Simmons 6'10"? He can handle it like a guard,
A point,
and he's
right?
coming
You
downhill
gotta
like a
be honest.
locomotive.
Yeah,
Nobody's fuck shooting. Just drive to the rack. The lanes is going to be wide open
that's why I
because you
said
got
as
Look,
the
KD,
LeBron.
A1,
Joe
A1,
Harris. You got
A1.
KD, Joe Harris, Kyrie, Seth Curry. Those lanes for him, one-on-one against a guy 6'5" is over.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm not knocking that. You putting a system in for them. The problem is they don't have a system. They don't. I
That's
don't
the
think they.
system,
That's
though.
Sky.
I
You
don't
right.
think they comprehend. I don't think
You
they
right.
could comprehend that.
You
Me
right,
personally,
Sky.
from watching last year, I don't think they could do it because
But the
Kevin
system
Durant gonna
wasn't played
score
because Ben Simmons did not play.
and
So that's
Kyrie
why you
Irving
didn't get
want.
to see the system.
Man, Kyrie Irving want his points and Kevin Durant want his points. They don't
And
want.
that's why you get a point guard
This what
like
I'm
Ben
saying.
Simmons,
They
who
had
don't
a
really
point
need the
guard.
points.
Look, this
He
what
can
I'm saying.
set you up. He can, man, listen, it's
No
so,
panic.
I
Let me
understand
get
the
all
system
mine. No
conversation.
panic. What I'm getting at, right? They had a point guard last year, and KD still wanted to dribble the ball up the court.
No, see, what you talking about, and like, when you say point guard, you talking about Patty Mills, right?
No, when I'm talking about point guard,
James Harden,
James
because he let
Harden.
James Harden run the ball up.
But see, James Harden ain't the type of point guard that when you think
I
about
ain't the type of
putting
point.
it, when you think about putting the ball handler around the KD and the Kyrie, that can't be James Harden because James Harden still got on the inside. Like, he still know he can get a bucket. So
Man,
when
y'all
we
acting
come,
like them people wasn't losing with James Harden, dog.
but you act like James Harden ain't been
Man,
a
listen.
shell of himself the whole
All right,
season.
who? Check this out. Check this out. Who you'll pick, James Harden or Ben Simmons?
Ben
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons.
So you'll pick Ben Simmons?
All
Yeah.
day, every day.
All day, every day.
I wouldn't.
Facts.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I would. And
I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't pick him.
hold on, and look. And let me show you the reason why I believe that this the system that we're speaking of, right? Because in the trade, they got Seth Curry back, right? And that's exactly why, because they know they need Seth Curry, an open shooter, for Ben Simmons to do
Man,
what he does on the team. So
all
it
three
fits
of
the
them can't
system.
play together though. All
All
three of
right,
them
you're gonna
can't
see
play
it. You're
together.
gonna
That
see
don't
it.
make
You're gonna
sense
see
to
it.
y'all. How
Who
all
three
three of
can't
them?
play together?
How all three of them gonna play together? So Ben Simmons gonna be out there. Well, Ben Simmons ain't gonna be at point. He must gonna be at forward. That's small
He's gonna
forward.
be at the point guard.
I'm gonna make it. That's how you can understand it better. When Ben Simmons been in Philly, the only reason why they getting on Ben Simmons in Philly about him not taking them shots is because they didn't have a go-to scorer because Tobias Harris never show up in the playoffs and Jimmy Butler been gone. So when you add in two high-potent scorers, you don't worry about that no more. Now ain't an onus on him to have to shoot or score points like he normally do it. Like, he been the same place as he get in the league. He
Man,
give
I
you 10
heard.
to 15 points, elite defense. Same thing I say about
I
Lonzo.
think this
He
what
give
Yeah,
I'm
you
yeah.
getting at.
Ben
floor
Simmons is a
spacing and
fourth
elite
option.
defense.
He's a
Look at
fourth
this. What I'm
option,
And he
getting
can
at.
move the
option on the
ball
championship
around.
team.
A1. I'm going off somebody that's credible and hard. That's what I'm going off. Somebody credible and a hard working NBA player, bro. Jimmy Butler say he ain't no hard worker. I can't respect him, man. And Jimmy Butler work hard, man. So I'm looking at it like he might have a mental breakdown over there if stuff ain't going his way. He
What
just
you
shows
mean
he's
don't work hard?
capable of it. Huh?
What you
Nah,
mean don't work hard?
that take is different. I could
Works
respect
hard.
that
He
part.
don't practice, man.
He could get a break. He could
But
get into
most
a
of the
mental
league don't
breakdown. Kyrie
practice.
could too.
Man, listen what I'm saying. Most of the league that don't practice is the difference. The money he getting, he need to practice.
No, if you talking about just
He's
working on
not
his
performing.
game or
He's
just
not
practicing, that's
performing
two
up to
different
his
things.
money. He need to practice. Now Kevin Durant, he don't need to practice. He overachieve every time he come out there. Players
Okay,
like
so
that,
what do you
Kyrie
think Ben
Irving,
Simmons
he
do?
don't have to practice. Man, Ben Simmons don't overachieve, dog. Don't say
How not? How not? Every year he talked about as one of the top defenders. He allows your team to switch 1 through 4.
man,
And 1 through 5.
going off names. We talking about before. You saying 1 through 4, right? You say his height.
No, listen.
His
When I say 1 through 4, it's all dependent on the center or the other big man you got in the game. But he alone, regardless of who you got in the court, he at least give you 1 through 4 switchability. If you got
That's
you got
based on his height, though.
Huh?
That don't have nothing to do with his game.
But
When
he
you can
plays
switch
great
him,
No,
defense, though.
just because
That
there's
has
a
a
lot
lot
of
to do with the
16 players
game
around
because
here
when you
that can't play
when
1
you
through
switch
5.
it, when you're playing help defense, that helps the team on the defensive
Yeah,
end
like
as
a lot of
well.
players 16 don't do that.
And they
can't
got
bring
two.
you that
And they
type of
got 2
switching.
lockdown defenders now. They just traded for a guy from Utah. He was all league defender, and Ben Simmons is first team all league. He was 3 years in a row. He was first team all defense. So those 2 defenders on that team takes pressure off KD and Kyrie, and then Kyrie and KD and all those shooters opens
Take
the
pressure
lanes up
off
for Ben Simmons.
Ben
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons can average 17, 10, and 10 this year if they stay together. He can average a triple-double.
A1, I agree with you.
And I always say, and Cam Thomas
What I'm
off the
saying
bench dropped
is, what is
down
their
40
system?
something.
We saying what they could do. None of
And
y'all
Sky,
done
you
tell
keep
me
coming
their
to that, and
system.
you right, bro. You right. Yeah, I
We
can't. I
know
don't
what
have an
they could
answer for you.
do
Because if
based off of what
I
they
say
doing.
Steve Nash, all that is Steve Nash. Literally, if y'all watch that 4th quarter, he said, "KD, you gotta do something for us." That was the system. You can't
Exactly.
have that system in the 4th quarter.
So what you think the
That's why
system
KD
is
want him
now?
out of there. Because when the lights was bright, he said, "KD, we need you to come through." Come on, bro.
That's the
KD's
point
like,
I'm
really?
getting at.
I said I understand the Steve Nash angle. Like that's the only part I'm not going to disagree with because I feel like he ain't gonna make adjustments. He think everything is a Steve Kerr situation. We got a system, just run it. It gonna work. Just anybody can call a play and what we do, it gonna work. Damn,
Shut up,
Steve Nash.
Blazer.
So when I look at the Nets, like I looking at this roster top to bottom, even like I said, I bring up Cam Thomas now. Cam Thomas can hoop. Remember when they asked him about Steve Nash and he been like, yeah, Steve Nash, he kind of wants y'all to be out there and, get the bucket in your hand. And he rolled his eye like, yeah, I bet, yeah. So he said, like, Steve Nash is not the coach. I agree with that. But when you look at this roster, outside of bringing up the system, just talking about basketball and coca, when you get to the last 5 minutes of the game, systems don't really mean nothing if the system can't
Yes, it
operate
do.
that. So when you
You
look
can't
at a
compete
team
without a
that
system,
I
bro.
want you to get a bucket, which team in the NBA more prepared for I need somebody on my roster to get a bucket than the Nets?
Nah, the Nets. Nah,
Yeah.
that's not true. That's not true. They showed you that last year.
And when you got Kyrie at as far as getting the bucket top in the top? I know the top
all right.
10, but where you
No
got him
panic.
at?
No panic. You answering your own question, right? How long they been together? Kyrie and Kevin Durant.
If you talking about just being on the team 3 years,
listen to
if
what
you
I'm
talking
saying.
about playing
How long
together,
they been?
half a season.
Man, it don't matter. How long they been together?
A half a season.
So they've been together half a season, right?
Yeah.
When have they ever made it to the conference finals?
Right. Listen. I always say it's the context of everything. The first year they get together on the team, KD didn't play at all.
And
It
the
was just
people got
Kyrie.
swept,
No,
dog.
hold
You
on,
looking
hold on,
clean
hold on.
past that, no panic. They
No,
got swept.
I'm about to give you your answer. I'm about to give you an answer. Y'all don't let the add context of what y'all saying. So the second year come around, boom. What they do? They bringing what? They bringing Harden, right? That one year they bringing Harden, and Kyrie been missing some games.
Towards the
And
ending of the season,
and they go into the playoffs, and the only reason why they didn't get to the conference finals is because KD football on the line. By himself, he take the Bucks to champions 7 games. Now you bring the third season around, which was last year, the COVID season. Well, at least the vaccine season I'll say. That's what happened. And at the same, you add into it, they played damn near 3 seasons in 2 years. So when you talking about how long they've been together, I can't take that at face value because they barely play together.
Man, the Nets ain't never been a threat, bro, since they've been together.
They've been a threat by this,
No,
but
they
KD by himself just last year, the year before.
Never was a threat. How you was a threat last year? They got swept.
No, I talking about the year before when they take the eventual champions of the league 7 games.
And that made them a threat?
Yeah, that made them a threat because think about it. Who did Milwaukee play in the finals that year? in the
Phoenix.
conference final and in the actual
This what I'm
finals.
telling you. This what I'm telling you. You say the only reason they lost because KD's feet was on the line, right?
And he did that by himself.
No, but just what you ain't understanding. The concept is your feet got to be behind the line. So he lost. It don't matter. You steady saying if his feet wasn't on the line, if the
No,
other team would have made all their shots, the game wouldn't have been close.
no. When I say his feet went on the line, that's the tie. He tied the game. So when he tied the game, I mean he had to go extra minutes or extra time. At that point, Kyrie would have been helpful in that scenario. So when you're talking about how many times they play together, like you got to throw that in there. Like they've been successful within the 3 years. They ain't win no championship, but 1 year they only been to the conference finals, and 1 year they get swept. The first year been the blowout season because
Man,
that
every year
second they like
NBA,
Kyrie played about 50-something games to get hurt.
man,
And
every year
KD
the
played all.
NBA get better, dog. Every year the NBA, all them teams then got better, bro.
I
Let me
want
say
you
this,
to
guys.
I want you to
Let me-
line up the Nets roster, and we can go name by name. And I know a name don't mean anything. A paper champions always pop up every season. But just go name by name. I guarantee you wouldn't feel the same way about the Nets roster.
And that's the same way what you saying with KD feet being on the line. That's the same way if Ben Simmons would have took the layup, they would have moved on.
No,
What's
I
the
don't think they would have
difference?
moved. I don't think they would have moved on. I don't think they would have
Scott.
won nothing. Because they need to go get a bucket. They need a bucket.
Man,
Philly need a bucket. That's
They
why
win the
when Philly
game.
built-
They
that's
win the
why they
game if he
fall
make
out
the
of-
layup. What you talking about? They win the game if he make the layup. That game.
No,
Scott.
listen. It's a different. I understand what you're saying about the game, but Philly has never. Only time Philly has ever been built to win a championship.
So
was
now
when
is
they
the
had
team.
Jimmy.
Now is the
They
team
ain't been built
built.
to win a championship that year. No matter how good they play, they built to dominate certain teams because they got that size advantage. But
So
they
you
have-
saying
Hold on,
the
no panic. Hold on, no
So the
panic.
Nets built.
Scott,
The
let
Nets
me ask
built.
you a question. Scott. What was the Nets record last year the day Durant got hurt?
When who?
When Durant got hurt last year.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't
They
keep
were
up
number
with
one in the
Okay,
East.
let me finish. All right, wait, let me finish. They was 29-16, Scott. They lost 11 straight
I
games when he got
understand
hurt.
all that, man. You could say
So
all
what are you
that.
talking about? They never was a threat.
All right.
They was first.
All right,
They was
check
in
this out.
first place.
All right, check this out. Since you want to play records in the numbers, right? Because
He
y'all
got
do this.
hurt. They lost
We
11
understand that. We
straight
understand
games.
that. But check this out. What your record is when you start the playoffs?
He got hurt.
Man, what
When he
your
came,
record
let
is when
me
you
wait.
start the
Listen,
playoffs?
listen to this.
No,
Listen to
since
this.
y'all.
When he wait. They was 29-16. When he came back, they was 31-31. That's why they didn't have a good record. They lost 11 straight games when he got hurt. They was a threat.
Man, you steady saying it was a threat, so you gonna use that on your Chicago Bulls because they was number one
No,
at
I'm
one
not.
time. Nah,
You know what?
they wasn't
Well,
never
wait.
a threat.
Oh, hold on.
The
Why
Bulls
was
definitely
y'all?
was a
Wait a minute.
threat
Hold on. Listen.
before
Why was
Lonzo
the
got hurt.
Pelicans?
What are we
All right,
talking about?
Scott. Why was the
If
Pelicans
the
12
Nets
games?
start
Why?
off
with that.
30-2, are they a
Hold
threat?
on. Wait. Scott, how many times have you came on here and said you guys made the playoff and was 12 games under because Zion Williamson was hurt?
No, I ain't never say that.
So you tell me with Zion y'all would have been 12 games under?
I don't know what we would have been. And
I know you wouldn't have been no
I'm not
damn
like
12
you.
games
This how I
under.
know. This why I know I ain't like you. I don't know what we would have been because we had Zion the year before. And we
This how I know I ain't like you because you said the Nets
I
wasn't
don't
a
cap
threat
like
when they was
y'all.
in first
So-
place.
so-
Listen,
and just like
you're right.
and-
You just
and
talk
just like this
because
year.
the Nets was in first place when he got hurt. They were a threat. You just
And
talk.
just like the
And the Bulls was definitely a threat before Lonzo
And the
got
Bulls
hurt.
was in
So I
first
don't know,
place
yeah.
when Lonzo got hurt.
Right,
And you can't
That's
lie
all
to
they
me and
wanted to
tell
get.
me. Hold on, you didn't say it 10 to
Neither one
12
of them won the
times that you
championship.
guys would have went further in the
Neither one of them
playoffs
won
if
the
Zion was in the
I never
lineup.
told you that.
Don't
I
lie
never
and say you
told-
didn't say
We was
that.
losing with him. We had him 2 years before that. You forgot? We was losing
You
with
didn't
him.
have
So why
McCullough. You
would
didn't
I
have
say that?
you didn't have McCullough. Stop capping.
Oh man, he's talking about we didn't get
McCollum made a
McCullum to the
difference.
second half, dog.
You
So
didn't
we was
have Zion.
already
All right.
down. What
Y'all
you
didn't have
talking
All right, I'm
Zion
about?
gonna
the
ask
whole
you
season
again.
though.
I'm gonna ask you again. If you had Zion the whole season, would y'all have been 12 under?
Man, what I'm telling you, I don't know. We was 12, we was 10 under the year before. I can't tell you that.
You
We
was
not
10
even
under the year before.
look. We
Hey,
going
and
off.
Sky, to
This what,
add context to that Zion comment, Zion been missing a good bit of games in season a couple of seasons ago. So
but
we
listen,
can't really say we had Zion and we still didn't make the playoffs.
no,
We still
no.
didn't
But
finish
what I'm
third.
saying is we were still low. But what I'm saying is this the point
So
I'm
y'all
getting.
gonna lose this coming year then, right?
This what we getting at. He got to show us that he's still that same Zion from when he played, because we not guaranteed that he's going to come back and be that same player. That's
Well,
all.
I'm just saying this.
No, I'm
I
just
brought
saying.
that up
I'm
because you
telling
said
y'all,
the Nets was not a threat. They were. They were in first
man,
place
it never
the
was.
day
Man,
Durant got
Guy,
hurt.
the
y'all
Bulls was
wouldn't
it,
have gave him that money.
huh?
I
What you
said I don't
said?
think y'all would have gave him that money if they didn't think he was
Man, you
ready.
got to
You
be
know what I mean?
honest, man. You know, A1, I agree with you with that, but A1, you got to look at him. That man didn't carry weight, man. He was gonna get that money either from them or somebody. They
Yeah,
could
but he got that
look,
that clause in that contract was like that's like
man. That
that was
cause of that,
harsh.
man.
That was
Listen, what I'm
harsh. He
saying.
got to
No,
stay
that
above.
wasn't.
He got to
No,
stay
that
below a
wasn't.
certain weight.
I'm gonna tell you why that wasn't harsh. I'm gonna tell you why that wasn't harsh. They ain't do nothing but tell him what he need to be doing anyway.
You right. You right.
How that's harsh? They just made it like, man, you want this money, man, you got to stay. But they not telling him he got to win a championship to get the money. You got to do what you're supposed to be doing anyway. So them putting that in there, like they ain't even had to do that. That's more of
Nah,
to
they
make
felt,
sure.
but they felt they had to because
Nah,
they
that's
didn't
to
they
make
feel they couldn't trust him.
sure he do what he have to do. Like we gonna give
Right.
you the money, bro, but stay under this weight. You a big. You gotta understand. They sell. He's the face of the team, and
Yeah, they did that.
they sell tickets off of him. You
But the
get what I'm
reason
saying?
why they needed to
Yeah,
put that in
you
there is
guys
because they felt they
remember
needed to trust.
they
They
did
couldn't
that to
fully
Ben
trust him
Simmons,
to.
Joel Embiid. They put that when Joel Embiid was hurt all the time. He had to play a certain amount of games to get that money. If he didn't, they was going to take some. So it was in Joel Embiid's contract too.
But they didn't tell him. Look, that's the thing. His contract ain't say he had to play on a certain amount of games. He just got to stay under that
Yeah,
weight. That's what I mean. That's
I,
under
harsh.
that weight.
That
It's
mean if
probably
I
300
just
pounds.
I
that's
just brought
more
that up, Sky.
that's
I just
more
brought that up, Sky, because you said that the Nets wasn't a
that's
threat.
more
They
harsh.
were a threat.
That's more harsh than what they did Joel Embiid. Because that's forcing Joel Embiid to play through injury. He don't have to play through injury. He just
Right.
got to stay under that weight.
That's why he
I
played.
mean, but
You
but you
notice
gotta
he
think about
always
it. Even
playing
when he
hurt.
Man, let
go
me tell you,
ahead.
man.
He
His agent,
always
his agent,
playing hurt.
yeah, because he can't. We know that, but his agent
So
made
that's more. So that's more harsh than the Zion one. Then
it
Yeah,
is,
I don't think you can measure how harsh each one is because gaining weight and losing weight
man.
ain't something that you can
When
really
your money,
control every time.
man, that's like
Like
an NFL.
everybody body different.
Man, that's not true, man.
No,
They
like
got
the
him
reason why
beat.
I said that.
Man, they got
Remember,
him beat on the NFL contract, man.
no,
Got to
listen,
play
listen.
through
This is why I
injuries,
say
man.
that. That's why I
You
say
got,
that. I've been watching
that's
the interview
worse.
with Eddie Curry, and Eddie Curry, but like the team that want him to sign a paper saying that they're gonna allow him to test for like if he got like a history or not history, but like if he got I guess potential to have like I can't remember about high blood pressure or something that got to do with your weight or whatnot as far as like weight gain and weight loss. And people been telling him, no, don't do that because if he do that, that will open up lanes for them to do that to any other player, and that can help low ball and based off. Oh, look, you might have this one day, so we or diabetes or something. So we ain't gonna pay the money. I say all that to say like that shows you even if you're a professional athlete, like sometimes it's harder to maintain your weight than others. So that's the same thing as far as like Joel Embiid having to stay injury free. So I don't think it's harsh. I think it's about the same. Like Zion may be one of them people that just can't help but gain weight easily. His metabolism might be different.
man. Let me tell you, I agree with that, but you don't think? Come on, man. We talking about the Pelicans organization. You don't think they knew he wasn't doing nothing? They ain't gonna tell us that, but they know he wasn't. It ain't, and let's say his leg wasn't broke. They not gonna tell us his leg wasn't broke. Like they trying to cater to him, so they not gonna tell. He could have really been faking that injury and just gained all that weight. We ain't gonna never know that though. We'll learn that 10, 15 years down the line when he doing interviews when he older. But right now we ain't gonna know that
So will you? Because I got a response to that. But why you think he would fake an injury like Zion just per se?
because I believe this is me. If he was the fake injury, I believe the reason why he was doing that because he didn't want to be here. I really believe that now. I really
And I
believe he
believe,
didn't want to be there.
he didn't want to be there. And
Yeah,
then now that he see that they got a team,
he
it's
see
like,
they
all
got a
right, I
team
gotta
and
get
they
my shit together.
support it,
Yeah,
and
and
the
they
fans
supported him.
support
Yeah,
it. Now he
yeah.
won't be there. He said that in so many words when they asked him, why you signed back, and he said, man, you ain't feel the energy in there. And he even said it. That's the package he ever saw the arena since he been Pelican. So he ain't believe the fans would have come out and support him. It was like a little bum. When you got a name like that, man, this dude packed him. For him not to pack the arena and the games not being packed because they was losing, man, you won't go somewhere where you gonna be cheered up on, man.
And even if you're losing respectfully, like the Knicks, they still gonna be a packed house. It's still gonna feel good.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that's why he was talking like that. Yeah, I understand. I understand. And he really was
I
on it like he
honestly
wanted
think
out. That's what I think.
Man, let me
I
And
tell
I feel
honestly
like
think
when the
his
team got
problem
good,
ain't really been with
he
the
like, yeah, I'm giving
organization
it.
as far as like the fans. I think his problem been with David Griffin. Cause
you,
like
nothing to
I
say.
just sit here and make it seem
Nah,
like I know more about the Pelicans than you. I just kind of know how like human behavior is, and then when I looking at the facts, not just like what they saying and hearsay, I'm talking like the facts. I think he watched the organization look at Lonzo Ball, and before you cut me off, T White, I think he look at that Lonzo Ball situation in his mind. He been like, bruh, they trying to lowball him not because he can't hoop. They trying to lowball him because they feel like, bruh, like you always missing time. You been missing time until you get here. You miss time when you get
man,
here.
something wrong
Like
with y'all, Mike, man.
that's my mic. Got an echo or something?
Man,
I
sound
think he
like
was traveling
somebody
now.
in front of a fan.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hear him a little bit too.
Somebody mute their mic.
Oh, who is that? Who mic is that?
I know it sounds like somebody pull outside or something like that.
All right, you good? I
From the
got it.
phone.
I got it.
Yeah, so why he's saying is like I think he look at that long and athletes look at other athletes and see how their situation is. This is why I've been trying to explain before with the KD situation. Like, yeah, the Nets is up. The Nets feel like we want to get as much as we can off of KD, but at the same time, you want to set the precedent for other players who might want to sign there, who might get traded there, and by decide they want to stay or whatever it may be. I think you look at the Lonzo situation and be like, well, damn, we've been voting something. You know, I rock with him tough. This, that, and the third, and y'all try to make us seem like the man ain't even worth whatever. And mind you, now I agree with them not paying Lonzo at the end of the day. But I feel like with Zion being young, he probably not understand that the way that like, but that's how Bud is supposed to handle like goods and like like you don't want to pay damaged goods or whatever, and your mind be damaged goods. So I think with Zion, he get a bad taste in his mouth about that. And I say that because he been in an interview when he was saying, yeah, they say David Griffin, but in your room playing the piano. And like any other time, like Zion be kind of like, like bashful about his answers. Like he don't really be on that rah, or even coming off like he that dude or whatever. But when they said that, he been like, I'm about to let no grown man play no piano. Like to me, that signal like, oh, he got a problem with Griffin. And then when you look at the contract situation, it's like, well, I know y'all gonna pay me the money, just pay me the money. But they try to put him like, listen, you barely stay, like under a certain
No
amount
panic.
of pounds. And
No
at the same
panic. I
time,
don't
it's
agree
like
with that. No
when
panic.
he hurt his leg, it's like Zion probably looking at it like, bro, my leg been broke. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I gained weight because of my leg, and that been the back and forth. And I think that it's not so much that he see the team doing better than he won't play. I think he's starting to look at it and be a little older, like, you know what? I with Jordan Brand, I ain't been on the floor that much, and I got a good team around me. Shit, we can make it to the playoffs. My brand going up because he like Zion in the play. I got it. Cause look at it, he did the same thing LeBron now. Like LeBron ain't even making the playoffs, so he ain't even really winning nothing like that. They put the pressure on him, like, oh yeah, you gotta win or we can respect you, and that make him go to another team.
No panic. I don't think that's what it was. This is what I think it was. See, you trying to make it seem like Lonzo and the way they treated him. Nah, I believe it was the choice of the coach that they used, and all them dudes felt like, man, I want it out. They didn't want coach with him. And once they went and got fired
Yeah.
him and went and got another coach, then he went to looking and seeing how that coach was with the other players. Then he bought in. Lonzo ain't have nothing to do with that. Trust me,
No,
Lonzo.
listen, with the Lonzo angle, this is what I mean about the Lonzo angle.
That
Like,
dude knew he was gonna get his money anyway. He knew he was gonna get his money. He knew he was gonna
I
get
ain't
his
saying it
money
like he
from the
mad
Pelicans.
that they
He knew he
lowball
was
him for the
gonna get his
money.
money from the Pelicans. Let me finish. No panic. He was gonna let you know he was gonna get it from the Pelicans or wherever he go. He never was in a threat of being hurt and not getting his money. That never was him. It was basically the coaching. I believe all of them wanted out. Brandon Ingram, based on Stan Van Gundy, but once they fired him, they brought in a new coach. He was still kind of shady with the new coach because he don't understand the new coach. He don't even know him. He new in the league. He don't understand the reputation this coach got. Then when he seen how the coach was treating all the other players and how they was buying into it, then all of them got on board. It wasn't just him. I believe because Josh Hart even said in the interview he was done with basketball.
Scott, I want to
But
ask you a question.
where that come from though? Don't
That
that come
comes
heard
from
from
you.
coaching, man. Stan Van
I heard
Gundy,
you.
man.
I
But
heard
don't
you
that come from
earlier,
the
Scott.
Don't that come from the president of the basketball committee?
No, man. He don't. This what you don't understand. I try to tell y'all this all the time. He don't make no decisions, dog. If Zion, don't tell me y'all that ignorant that y'all don't think Zion could go talk to the owner and tell the owner if he messing with him like that. Y'all don't think that man had that type of power.
Yes, like okay. The reason why I say yes.
The point I'm getting at is so you thinking that abided him to the point where he want to leave? Like really?
Listen,
Look, and I'm about to give y'all another example.
Hold on.
No panic. Why I say this? Look, no panic. Why I tell you this? Check this out. You saw the schedule video they made?
No.
See, you got to look at it. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Guess who playing the piano? David Griffin.
Okay, so you
David
so
Griffin.
that
Guess who
goes
come
to
out
my
there?
point.
Guess who come out there when David Griffin was playing the piano?
That okay, and that plays to my
Zion
point. Like I
Williamson.
said,
Guess what Zion Williamson said on that? He told the dude, the new dude, he told him, "Oh man, you'll get used to it." They capitalizing off what the media said because they know that shit ain't true. They trolling the media.
See, I feel you. I
put it in flight. For those who didn't see it, y'all subscribe to Flight Instagram, and I put it in there. Flight Sports TV family.
Hey, Scott, let me ask you a question. Remember when T.O. and Donovan McNabb had that blow up on the sideline, and then the next week they make a joke about it on the sideline? That's what they do to try to save face of certain things. True events happen, and they got to save face on it. I ain't saying it solely because of Lonzo. What I'm saying is that played a part, and they like when Josh Hart. The reason why Josh Hart said that.
I know what you
the
said,
reason why
but
Josh
I'm
Hart
telling
said
you
that
that's
about
cap.
basketball because he had so many coaches back-to-back years, and one coach said you need to work on this for the season. He'll work on it. Then the next year have a different coach, and it's like, okay, you need to work on this, and it's like he don't even know what to work on from season to season.
Man, that's
point. Why he said he fell out of level basketball.
I agree with you, but this the point I'm getting at. With that don't have nothing to do with the GM. The problem I'm telling you,
them.
all them dudes wanted to leave, man.
Yeah, but why? But why? Things the decisions that
man. Let me tell you, that ain't why. It wasn't. It was the coach. It was just.
Okay.
It was Bledsoe. Man, look at this. Is what I'm saying. It was Bledsoe. You gotta understand that all these dudes rookies, right? And these dudes around here, and you listen to Bledsoe. Bledsoe, you could tell the way Bledsoe was carrying himself. Bledsoe, like, man, I'm about to just do this and I'm out next year. So how you think the other ones gonna feel?
And not even that, even in the sense
you talking about BI All-Star season?
Even BI and them, they didn't really want to be there. They just got traded from the Lakers. Respectfully,
Man,
they didn't really want to be
that's
there.
what I'm trying to tell him.
I get
really
all of that. But what I'm saying is when you bring up coaching and the coaches that they had, you ultimately got to go back to who hired them. If you feel like Griffin ain't got that power, I started
because Griffin was doing, he was just trying to make them like
come to basketball.
He was trying to make them happy, but the coaching was just not it.
She got two teams. It's known that she don't really care about the Pelicans like that.
This is what I'm saying.
That's her husband.
I'm not disagreeing with you about David Griffin picking the coach, and David Griffin played his part. But that piano,
bad coaches.
What I'm telling you is that piano stuff ain't have nothing to do with how they felt already. He didn't even have to play the piano in front of Zion. Well, what they say, and Zion still was gonna want out. All of them wanted out based off the
you must
coaching.
understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying the piano thing is the reason why he went out. I say you can start to see a switch after a certain point. When they bring up the piano thing, he instead of him being a normal Zion that we had known from the first season and be like, geez, nah, not really, that he's just been like, man, a grown man playing on piano for me. that's when I see his attitude and his mood change. And that happened after a certain amount of events. If you just look at the timeline of what's going on in New Orleans, you'll be like, that happened right after Lonzo out of here, after they switched the coach. Because Stan Van Gundy been trying to run point Zion. Zion ain't that want that. He understand what Lonzo could have did at the point.
How he didn't want that? How
he didn't want that. I know Zion don't want that. Zion want the ball in his spot, cut into the basket. I guarantee they run point.
That's not true, because if that go back to using the common sense, like I was telling y'all. So if he ain't want to do that, right? If he ain't want to do that, you don't think he had the power to go to them and say, "Man, I'm not running that"?
No,
and they wasn't gonna listen to him.
No, you know why? Because that organization I see Anthony Davis run them boys to the point where they had to get rid of him.
Man,
they don't want to give nobody that type of control. If you hear everything Griffin said, he sounds like somebody who want to give up that kind of control.
All right.
He said when he been with he said he been with LeBron. He said being with LeBron been frustrating because he ain't had no power, even LeBron.
Okay, guys. Damn.
I was a liar.
I just want to ask Sky this right quick. Sky, I heard you earlier talking about your Pelicans schedule. How tough you think your schedule is?
About the same as the West.
Huh?
What you saying? I'm right here. What you saying?
I heard you earlier talking about the Pelicans schedule. How tough do you think your Pelicans schedule is this year?
It's not tough. The beginning part is when we play Dallas. I think it's Dallas, Phoenix. It's Dallas, Phoenix, the Lakers. Dallas, Phoenix, the Lakers, Clippers, Golden
Warriors.
State, all behind each other. That's the hardest part of our schedule.
All right. Question to the panel: out of all the 30 teams, guys, who do you think got the toughest schedule?
I don't know. I didn't look at everybody's schedule yet.
Man, all them boys playing the same teams, man.
That's why I was about to say you can't say.
Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think should have the toughest schedule?
Probably Golden State because they just won. Or the Clippers.
NFL.
Check this out. That's why I've been trying to tell y'all with the toughest schedule stuff. All that is manipulation. And what I mean by the toughest schedule, how will Golden State have the toughest schedule when they the pre? They supposed to be able to beat everybody. When we look at this, what I mean. When we look at Golden State, not too many teams look at Golden State as an L. Like, so how you saying they have a tough schedule?
That's right.
Well, for me, when I say a tough
they
schedule,
getting everybody best every night they walk in their gym.
Okay, well, listen, guys. The reason I brought it up is because the Spurs have the toughest schedule this year.
Who said that?
Last year record.
The Nuggets have the easiest schedule.
Who said they
Sporting Marvin, the reason why I don't like the NBA making
the
like
Sporting News has that purple baby. The Sporting News, they got them ranked 1 through 30.
Because they assume they either assuming records or they
that's assuming. That's what I'm saying. That's assuming.
Yeah. Right.
Well, they're assuming that simply because of what Sky said. The Spurs is a weaker team, and they're going to play against tougher teams.
We
don't
know. Like, remember the Celtics last year? The Celtics start off, they've been like top 6, 7. Like, they ain't really been all that good, but by the time the season ain't even number 1 or 2. Like, you don't know how tough your schedule is until it's done.
Well, here's another way of checking your schedule if it's tough. Road trips. The Spurs, the Spurs and the Bulls are the only 2 teams in the NBA with a 6-game road trip.
But how we know the team
that's not true?
Be good or bad?
That's not true because we got
a 5.
Yeah, we got 5. But check this out. The first
I said the Spurs and the Bulls are the only 2 with a 6.
We play 5. Check this out. Out of the first 11 games, we play 8 on the road.
Not 8 in a row.
I know, but I'm saying so you can't.
What do you think I'm saying when I say road trip? I'm not talking about be at home and then go on the road. Road trip is in a row.
I'm cutting into where you saying is tough.
That is tough. If you go on the West Coast, and play all 6 of them teams, that's tough.
So what you basing it off of is home and away, right?
Yeah, because usually teams have a better home record.
We got 8 games that we play on the road.
Put it in water.
And we played 3
water from back here.
And we played 3 at home in our first 11 games. So wouldn't you consider that hard? No matter how they come.
Not necessarily because
in a row. If they're not in a row, no.
Oh man.
And not only that.
I would, Sky. I
But
would
That
not
don't
only
say
make
that,
no
yes.
sense what
All
he
right,
said.
okay. This for
What's the
you and
difference?
Purple Baby. If he playing 8 road games out of 11, you played 3 on the road, come home and play 2. Play 3 more on the road, come home and play 2. That's not hard.
I'm gonna tell you why it's hard
How?
because
If
most
you
of
lose
those
all the
teams,
check this out. If you lose
most
all
You
the
got 4 home games out of
you're
7.
all right,
but
I mean,
you're
I,
all right.
looking at it
Check this
wrong.
out.
You're
Check this
looking
out.
at it
It's
wrong.
4 home games, right?
I want to say
So
something
let's
so
say we
bad.
lose all them away games, right? What our record is?
if you win all the home games, you 4-4.
How we 4-4? If I'm telling you, we play 8
you'll be
games.
4-7 if you win all your 4 games.
I
Four
said,
and seven.
this
If
out
you
what I
play
said.
8,
The first
you said
11
8 out of
games,
11. You said
man. This is
okay.
what
If
I'm
you
saying.
said all right, go
It's
ahead.
11 games. You gotta listen to what you said. Out them 11
So 3
games,
out of
we
8.
only got what it is, 4 home games, right?
So
So if
that's
we
12
lose
games.
all the away games, right, and we win the home
Then
games, what our record is out of 11?
you 4-8. 4
Exactly.
wins, 8 losses.
And
But
what
they
that is,
not in consecutive. The
is
difference
that
is in
is that
consecutive
is that
days,
is that above
Sky.
500 or below 500?
But I'm talking about if you on the
You ain't
road
listening to what I'm
consecutive
saying.
days,
Is that
Sky.
But
above
look, but
500 or
look,
below
but if you
500?
win, but look, if you go on the road, right? When you're going on the road, you got to travel to the new city, right? You have to now check in the hotels, all of these things, practices,
Yes, that
all
comes
of these,
into play.
and you're doing that for a whole week before you go back to your home
Let me
game.
say
Before you go back to
something.
your that's
Let,
a little more tough. That's the
let me
point.
say something right quick. And I want to the strength of schedule thing, Majiggy. Y'all know that's based off on teams that made the playoffs last year. That's how they determine who has the hardest schedule.
Well, they
By how
should
many
do that.
playoff
Those are the
teams?
better teams. They should do that. Those should be the better teams.
Yeah,
Right,
but you got teams like the Clippers that gonna be in the playoffs this year. You got the
right,
Portland Trailblazers gonna be a low better. I don't think they're gonna be doing that, but they're gonna be a low better. I mean,
right.
there's a lot that going on last year that probably with like the Lakers, like that was his strength of schedule in the NBA. That shit dumb because at the end of the day, like you ain't gonna know how strong your schedule is until the year actually ends. When you can tally up the teams
That's
that you
not
beat.
true though,
How? How?
because it's based on of everybody who made the playoffs.
But that's last year. Every year's a new year.
And I understand that, but it's the same in football and the same in baseball.
No. Listen, when you talk about football, is only what they boosted up to what like 18 games now. In
Right, but they play
football,
once a week, so
in football, like okay, the Patriots for many years, like they've been unlocked to be a good team. Like you can predict football games a lot better, but it's still the
It's not
same
as
thing.
many
You
games
wouldn't
for
know at
one.
the end of the
it's
season
once a week.
who you beat.
Yeah, it's only once a
Like you
week.
only
It's
playing
easy to
16.
predict.
You only playing
How
what?
many
The
times
games
you
and
played
No, think
you
though?
about it.
play, but that's what
Okay,
I'm
like
saying. For
my
football,
team
you
is the
play once a week,
Commanders,
but
right?
for NBA,
We
you got
play
to play 4 or
Cowboys
5
two
games a week.
times. We play Giants 2 times. We play Eagles 2 times. That's 6 games by itself, right? So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like we may own our division, but then the rest of the league might be kind of players getting injured here and there. How will we know until the season over and the Giants 0-16 or damn the Cowboys 8 and
But why
8
you
and
got to
8?
put the
Like at the end
Giants
of the
0
day,
and
like you ain't gonna
16?
know
Come
until the
on, you
season
wilding.
Well, all right, hold on. All right, and also Purple Baby, they base it on back-to-back games, 5 games in 7 days. Those are
Those is
hard.
those are hard.
Yes, it's
All you
hard
gotta do.
because they playing back-to-back games, but it still consists of who won the previous season. They're not gonna
Any
put a
team,
team that
any
didn't
team that
win
plays,
that had.
but any team, Purple Baby, that plays 5 games in 7 days, it's hard. I don't give a damn who they are. It's hard.
yeah, like you might have
But
teams
that's
with a
nothing new though. How long have they been doing that? That's not
Well,
new. That's
that's how
not
they
hard.
base the strength. But that's
That
how they base the strength.
no, it's
If
not.
they give that,
yeah,
it
listen.
goes, it comes in effect. It does,
Strength of
Purple Baby.
schedule is based off of
No, it
last
ain't.
year or assumption. Those are only 2 ways you
I
can
would
It's
actually.
determine
assumptions.
Man,
the schedule.
Listen,
all that's manipulating, man. He talking about back to backs. So let's say it's back to backs, right? Let's say you catch
With two
somebody like,
trash teams like
yeah,
Orlando and
man, come
Houston
it
on,
don't
man.
and
matter.
the
It don't,
Magic.
listen.
Come on,
Look,
man.
all right,
That's
listen.
not
All right,
nothing
That's
good.
okay
exactly what I
now.
was about to
All
say.
right,
You
Nothing's
took
listen.
it
done.
Hold
out
on.
the
All right,
purple
listen.
baby
This
right
is
up the
what y'all
road.
saying. Y'all listen. Let
Man,
me say
come on,
this. This
man.
is what y'all just saying. Look at the percentages. I don't give a damn if you play Orlando and Oklahoma back to back. The percentages are on that Oklahoma team if you come in their building playing back to
No,
back.
it's not. No,
And
No,
it's
it ain't.
Yes,
not.
it
no,
is, Purple
no,
No,
Baby.
it's
No,
Yes,
it
not.
it
ain't.
is.
that's what Marvin trying to say right now, right? Like say the Clippers on the back-to-back, right? And you coming there on the first game of your road trip, and you playing the Clippers team where Kawhi resting because he on the back-to-back, Paul
Yeah,
George maybe rest because he on the back-to-back. You playing a weaker
it makes a
team.
big difference.
Man, the reason they being rested is because they don't want them to get hurt. That's the only.
But a lot of teams do that
They
though.
had an
A
off
lot of
And
day
they
teams do
feel,
before
that.
then.
and
They
they
had an
feel
off
like
day.
and most of the time when they do that, they feel like they could beat the team. And during the season, they
And
look at
that's
it
where
like,
they mess
And
up.
yeah,
sometimes you don't beat that team. Like
exactly. That's the only why. But don't
This
be
happened
and
to
putting.
the
that's why
Lakers
and
last
that's why
season.
saying strength of schedule can only really truly factual be determined at the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying
Otherwise, it's
too.
assumptions and going off of
Nah,
last
that's
year.
wild, bro. Nobody bases strength of schedule off of the end of the season.
No,
I
I
basically on the
understand
beginning
what
of the
they
season.
don't be. I understand that the league don't base it off of that. What I'm saying is the true measure of how well you do against something or in something or whatever you get yourself into is after it's done. You can't go if I got a boxing match against somebody. I can't be like, oh yeah, well, that's gonna be a tough battle. I ain't never fight him before, but it's gonna be a tough battle. That just be assuming it's gonna be a tough battle. But when we actually do fight and they beat the shit out of him, it's gonna be like, oh, he ain't really been nothing. Then how he gonna look? Talking on two sides of my mouth, right? So NBA
Yeah.
schedule right now is going off of assumption, or they going off of last year record, which is
That's
not
what they
Okay,
going off. They really is.
Scott,
You right.
Scott, let me run this to you. Let me run
You
this to you,
right.
Scott. I'm reading your schedule from last year. I'm gonna give you every back-to-back game wins and losses. All right.
We had the
You tell me if
most.
it's true.
We had the most.
But I'm telling you, if you won a lot, or lost, I don't care if you had the most. Listen to this. This third game of the season, you had a back-to-back. You went to Minnesota. You lost. On the 30th, you played on the 29th and the 30th. You lost that back-to-back. You played on the 12th and the 13th. You lost that back-to-back.
We
You
already
played
know.
on. All right, wait. Let me finish. I'm telling you what it means, and you talking about it don't mean nothing. It means a lot, and I'm telling you and Purple Baby this. Listen to this. Back-to-backs. Now, I don't care who you playing. It's hard to win on back-to-backs. You didn't run another one. Hang on. I'm going down your schedule. Hang on.
No, we was a bottom
Tuesday,
feeder.
Thursday.
You saying all that for what?
Okay, you want me to bring up another team? I was bringing yours up. You want me to bring
But
up
what I'm
another
saying
team?
is we was a bottom feeder. So us
Do you
losing
want me to
back to
bring a
back, we
different
knew
team
that
up?
already.
I'm asking you, do you want me
All
to
right.
bring a different team up?
Yeah, bring
I
Phoenix
will.
up. Bring Phoenix up.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'll bring Phoenix up. It's gonna take me a minute, but hang on a second. But that
With
was
they
four
globe-trotting self.
back-to-backs. That was 4 back-to-backs. You lost all 4 games.
I'm
But
quite
that was
sure
just
we was
my
12 games underneath on 500.
Let me bring up another team,
You
Scott.
acting like that's something you ain't saying nothing that like that's not
Scott,
even
that
relevant.
applies to
Pull up
every
Phoenix.
NBA team. That
Pull up
applies to
Phoenix.
all NBA
Pull up a
teams,
good
not just
Hey,
team.
listen,
yours.
Mom.
Pull up a
This is a
good
bad
team.
example. This is a bad example. You know how with
Well,
football, you know how
but
they.
hold on. The reason I brought that up is
You
because
have to
Scott
pull
said
up a
his
good
team
team.
was so good last year.
Pull up Phoenix.
Okay, so obviously you don't believe your team was good. Okay, I'll bring up somebody
No,
else.
I say we
Hold
got
on.
better. We did.
No, hey, listen, Scott. This is what
We
you trying
got
to say,
better.
right? Let's
You
say in
want me to bring
football.
on the
Remember when
second?
they
We
had
got
Right,
better
then you
as
want
the
me to
year
tell you
went by.
You
We
want me
got
to tell
better
you your
as the year
second
went
half
by.
back-to-backs then, since you got better in the second half?
It
You want me to
don't
hear your
matter. We was
back-to-backs?
under 1,200, and we measuring that off the
You
end of the
just
season.
said you got better. What is you talking about? It don't matter.
So our player and get better.
Yeah, it got
All I
better.
want to do is bring up your back-to-backs when you
And you
say
ain't.
you
But
got better.
Marvin, it doesn't matter. We
no,
ain't
but
always do that. It's the
no, but
reason why
okay.
the players
Hey, hold
be
on.
winning.
Remember in football now when they play them Thursday night game, remember they had to
Football.
stop doing Sunday games and they got to let them
Because
play a
it's
game
too
on
We
close.
Sunday.
ain't talk
It's
about
because of you
football and
when you got a
basketball
short
because
week.
football
When
is
you
more
got a short
physical.
week, it's harder to prepare.
Man, y'all talking about football. Football is way more physical.
No, I
It's
get,
We
I know,
can't
I get,
talk about the same thing, man.
no, Scott, I get that, and I'm making a comparison about physicality. What I'm talking about is if I got a game on Sunday and then my next game is on Thursday, I'm more likely to lose it. If you look at the history of teams
Yep,
playing
that's
on
true.
Sunday and then playing on
That's a
Thursday, they
fact.
usually lose on Thursday, no matter how good they is. A
But we
team can
talking
get
Yep.
about
through. So when
football, man.
hold
All right.
on. So when you talking about
What game
basketball, it's
lasted
the
longer?
same philosophy.
What
You
game
got less
lasted
time to
longer?
prepare. You got less time to rest. You got less time to do anything before the next game. So
Because
you're
the
not
game
getting
more
up for done.
physical. That's
No, I
because the
understand
game
the
more
physical part.
physical.
I understand the physical part, but we talking about just straight up preparing about a game.
Man, we talking about the physical part, man.
But
Basketball is
then
not
remember,
physical than football, bro.
but then look, let's keep in mind on the back to back, you got to go to another city. You got to
Right.
go get prepared for the game.
Different time
All of
zones.
these things count too.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not saying they don't count, but what I'm saying, if you a good team, it don't matter. You the good. There's a difference in
But
life,
you
man.
human too.
In life, they got predator and they got prey, right?
But you
All right, check this
human.
Hey,
out.
Scott, the key word you say is a good team. A lot of teams in the NBA ain't a good team. They got good players, but ain't my NBA team got a good roster where
I'm saying,
all stars can be off this game because they kind of tired. They got jet lag or whatever the case may be, and other people gonna step up who
and that's
usually don't get no
basing
play
it,
anyway.
and that's what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
difference.
They
So
basing,
that's what that goes more to the point where I keep saying
man,
like
they
strength
basing
of
it
schedule
off.
can
We
only
know
Okay,
that.
determine
all
the
right,
I
all
agree
right,
game.
with
all
what
right.
you
Here it
said,
is,
though,
guys.
Shannon.
The
I
average
agree
in the
with what you
NBA,
said.
the average in the NBA on back-to-back is 39% winning percentage.
It's gonna be a 39% because most of the teams bottom feeders. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's for every team, Scott. What are you talking
I
about?
know, but most of the league, only one person can win a championship. You see that every year. So if you look at that, 39% is not bad based off of how many bad teams they have in the league. That's not
What? You're
bad.
not making no sense.
So
That's
you
the
saying
entire
every
league.
bottom feeder? You saying every back-to-back game is a bottom feeder game? That's what you're
No,
No,
saying.
what
every team plays
no,
back-to-back.
what I'm saying
That's what
is
I'm
that's what I
saying.
was about to say. Every team plays back to back, right? But you got more bad teams in the league than you got good teams. Normally, the top three teams is the good teams. The top, well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say the top five, right? Which meaning if it's 15 people in the conference, right? They got other 10 teams doing back to backs, right? Which meaning they are gonna be losing a lot. You got more
Well,
teams that's
I
losing.
hear.
All right, check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna make it even better of a point I'm proving to y'all. Pull up, pull up the the Phoenix Suns and somebody in the East. Who we gonna go with? We gonna go with the Celtics. Pull up their back to back. The first three teams, 1, 2, and
Well,
3. And
I'm
I bet
bringing
you
up
they ain't
Phoenix
lose that
now.
many
All
back
right,
to backs.
I'm bringing up Phoenix now, but they lost only 14 games. What are you saying?
That's the point I'm getting at. How you manipulating the system? That's the point
That's
I'm getting at.
one team out of 30.
I see the
Scott,
first
one.
three. I see the first three. Do the second.
If you talking about the number one seed in the East and the number one seed in the West, that
I
ain't
say
no
the first.
comparison.
No, I say the first three. I mean, 1, 2, and
You
3 in the
talk about
West.
the top three
1,
teams.
2,
How
3.
about the middle team?
That's
Why
the
you want to
point I'm
bring up the
getting at. You're
best
gonna
team?
have more bottom feeders than the thing. So the percentage gonna be off. 39% ain't the
All
best.
right. How
All
about
right,
this? How
listen,
Bad.
hold on,
about
hold
this?
on, listen.
That's
How
the
about
All
point
this?
right,
How
I'm
hold
about
on,
getting
this?
hold
at,
on.
Can we get
Zach.
to this? New
Let me tell
Orleans,
him.
New
Let me
Orleans.
tell him.
Would the
Phoenix had
Pelicans
a
have
Phoenix
had
had a
50
back to
wins?
back.
Would Pelicans
Phoenix
get
had a
50
back to
wins?
back. Their third game of the season just passed. They lost to the Portland Trailblazers. They played Friday the 22nd. They played Saturday the
Who?
23rd against
Who?
Portland.
Who?
Phoenix, and they lost. Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix. You hear me now? You hear me
Yeah.
now? Phoenix. That was the
When it
third
was.
game of the season. They lost. That was the first back to back for Phoenix. They lost. Let me
I'm not
continue
saying
on.
they don't lose none of them, but
Now
I
you
bet
gonna
you
say they don't
I
lose
bet you
none. You
Phoenix
just
Nah,
said
won
that they're
more.
gonna
nah,
I
very.
bet you
nah.
they won more than they lost.
Let me give you more. That was just the
No,
third
no,
game of the
no. The
season, and they
question, you
lost
don't even
that
have to
one.
do that. The question is count how many they won and count how many they lost. You don't have to say the ones they lost because that's where you manipulating. How many they won compared to how many they
I'm
lost.
giving you every back to back. That
Uh,
was the third
we don't
game of the
have to do
season.
that though. Just count physically how many they won and how
Nah,
many they
just give
lost.
it. Just give it.
That's
Just
all
give
you
it. Go
got to
ahead.
do. We
Continue.
don't care about
Continue,
the
Mark.
score, none of that.
Nah. We want to know. We want
Okay,
to know. Go
right
ahead,
now,
Mark. Go
right now
ahead.
they have won. Okay, well, I'm just letting them know that they have 1-1 because they won that one. Hang on. See, they didn't have very many back to backs. Obvious. Hang on.
yeah, they try to eliminate out the NBA schedule. Try to eliminate all in back to backs like that. I think every team
Yeah,
got about
because
around the same amount.
I'm still looking at, and I'm all the way down to 2-7. They only had two back to backs. They didn't have very many. Hang
Yeah,
on.
a
Okay,
lot
they
of
had
teams
another
probably
one.
even got
Hold
more
up,
than
listen to
four.
this one. On 2/24, they had, played Oklahoma on the road. They won. They had a back to back against who? Y'all. They lost on the 25th. So now they 3 losses and 2 wins, and I'm in 225. Now let me continue. Hang on. Now, these are back to backs. They still ain't got another one yet. Hang on. I'm all the way in 330 now. They still ain't had another back to back. They
Like the
only had
old,
three back to back. They only had three back to backs the whole damn season. How about that?
yeah. I
And
mean, a
they
lot of
won
teams will
one.
have a small amount. Like an overarching theme. I think me and
And they
Sky
lost.
agree as far as like the
And they lost.
script
No,
of
they had
schedule,
six
but
back to backs. They had
it
six
do
back,
matter
five
with
back
them
to
back to
backs, and
backs
they
though.
lost 3 and won 2. Now what are you saying, Scott?
Oh, sorry.
They had 5. They lost 3 and won 2. Now what? Back to backs.
And that's coming from a
Lets you know how
14
hard
loss
back to
team.
backs are.
So
And they only
imagine
lost
most of
14
them.
games. They only lost 14 games all season.
Yeah,
3
so
of them was on
imagine
the back
most
to
of the
back.
league back to back records. Like them shit
Back
hard.
to
Like
back.
ain't no question. Them jump us hard. Like them
Yeah, they hard. And not only that, 5 games in 7 days. They are
And then
hard.
and then look.
Like
How
if
about the take?
anybody ever
And
traveled for
then the
2
take.
days straight, you understand.
And then the take on what you just said, the Oklahoma game where they won, to then have to go to New Orleans to then lose to New Orleans. That's
That's
to
right.
show, because you just traveled from OKC now to go to New Orleans. I mean, not a far travel, more or less, but
But
you
if you
still
still
had to
jumping
do
on
the
the flight,
travel
that's still a lot of damn and
after the
then back and
game,
forth.
Man,
and then you know you got to.
man,
I mean, yeah, they're
y'all be
professionals, but they're
manipulating the game
human.
because though none of their backs to backs be fall travels. None of them. They all
I
hook
mean,
up.
but
If you're
Sky,
doing
you
the
got to
West
think
Coast
about it.
trip, you're doing the West Coast trip. If
Come
you're
on,
doing the
you
East
just got,
Coast
but you
trip,
got to
you're
keep
doing
in
the East Coast
time.
trip.
But
Y'all be
Sky, you
How about
got
the
to remember
time?
about time, and it ain't just about like
Like,
how far they go. It's
yeah,
about
like.
time. Like I stay
The game,
5 hours. Like I'm gonna
the
give you an
game finished
example.
at 10 o'clock. The
I'm gonna
game
give you an
finished at
example.
10.
I
You
stay
don't gotta
5 hours
eat.
from
You don't got
Atlanta, right?
nothing. Come
That's
on.
only an hour flight, but it's a 5 hour process just flying because you gotta wait to be boarded. You gotta be on the plane. You gotta wait till they take off. Once you take the little hour and a half flight, you gotta get off, deplane. You gotta find out what you're doing.
And them
That's
dudes on
5.
private jets, man. Them
But
dudes on
I get
private.
that, but it's still the same
Y'all steady
process.
talking about
It's
them
still the
dudes.
same process, bro. It's still the same process.
It's still a, one of those like, man, we're human.
I
Like,
think
you know what I
like
mean?
you ever sleep
We're
for like an
tired.
hour and a half, but you really
See,
need
see,
like
this the way he
4.5
manipulate the
hours.
game. But this the way he
Wake up with
manipulating
your
the
headache,
fans.
all that shit.
Most of the teams on the back and back, why they lose the second game because they don't even play their players that second game. That's what y'all leaving out.
All right, but look,
Yeah,
right? But look at,
and that
Or
but
the
goes
look
to the
on
first
that.
point
game.
why it's so
Or the
hard. Like
first
some people
game.
don't get it.
But
Or
look
the
on the
first game.
on that. But look on that same
But
breath,
you don't
right?
think they could beat
But
them
look,
people really? If they
but
just
look
play
on the.
both of
No,
them?
yeah, they probably would now,
That's
but at
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
time, like
That's
But
where the
look on
stats being
the same.
manipulated. That's
that's
what
a
But
I'm
new
look
telling
on the same benefit.
that's a new era of basketball players. Like they go on
But look, hold
analytics.
on.
If the analytics say if this person play this amount of games or play this back to back, he gonna be less efficient and this a percentage of how much he can get injured. Like they go by all that junk. So at
But
the end
look,
of
how
the
about
day,
this?
like
How about on
it's a
this one,
catch
right?
22. It's like if you play the game, I mean, say y'all gonna win, y'all might win. If you don't play the game, you gonna lose. You might even pull out a win. Like I mean,
But
but it's
that same
hard. Like
back
the
to
back to
back,
back
that same
hard. Like
back
them
to
shit are
back, right?
hard.
That we was talking about on Phoenix. So right, that New Orleans got the win on Phoenix on. New Orleans got that win on Phoenix because of the back to back that you were saying now, like that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That Phoenix, I mean that New
we was
Orleans
gonna beat
needed
them
that win.
anyway. We was gonna beat them anyway.
Now this.
What they
All
got to
right.
do? All right, what they got to do with the 2 we won in the playoffs? Then that wasn't back to back.
But yeah, all right. If they
No,
would have
no, no,
lost,
no, no,
if
no.
they would have
Because you're
lost,
not about to
if they
take
would have
our
lost,
credit. No,
of
no, no.
course
You're
not,
not
of
about
course
to take.
not. You know,
Well,
I'm
what
not
about the
doing New
2?
Orleans.
What
I'm just
about the
saying
2?
I was
They
making the
beat
point
us
with the
more
back
than
to
we
back.
beat them. They 4-2 us,
Of
but we
course,
beat them twice in the playoffs.
of
So
course.
what about that?
Right. Nah, yeah, deserve to win 2 games out
All
of
right,
6. That's fine. I mean, out of
all right,
7. But
all right.
y'all lost, but y'all won a back to back. That was my point. That y'all,
But
if y'all would
but
have lost that
you
game,
putting it you
y'all would have been under 13 instead of under 12.
man, you putting it like we won the game because they was on the back to back. The point I'm getting at is they wasn't on the back to back when we did beat them in the playoffs. So what's the difference? That's the point I'm getting at.
No, see
What's
the
the
difference
difference?
It
between
wasn't
the
back to
difference
back.
between the
That's the point he's
playoffs
Y'all
saying.
and
good
the
It
take.
regular
wasn't a back to
season.
We
back game.
we beat them. That's what I'm saying. We beat them on the back to back, and we beat them on a not the back to back. So what's the difference?
No,
But y'all,
listen, this is the difference right here with the regular season
Team-
thing.
I'm
They've
just
been
telling you, the
playing on
team that loses, it
they've
has a
been playing on a
disadvantage.
back to back,
Back
and
to
they
back.
also didn't
yeah,
as a
that's all I was
team go
saying.
through what the game plan was set for playing y'all team. Like, and at the same time, y'all had a bad record, so they probably been looking over y'all. That don't take nothing away from y'all. Win is a win. It don't matter. Win is a win. But I mean, it's a level. It's levels to this. That like you got time to prepare for a team. Like you can do some damage. So in the playoffs, like y'all had a game plan for them, so y'all win y'all 2 games.
Man, the point I'm getting at is, man, I understand that, but
The
that come
point
with
I'm getting at, you saying they gonna win 50 games this season? New
who?
Orleans? New
No, we
Orleans.
won about 42, 45.
Damn, you low blowing them, boy. I got y'all winning close to 50.
Nah, I give
lie.
them 45 because only why I give them 45 because them boys ain't about to play every game.
Right.
Brandon
Well,
Ingram, Brandon
what
Ingram
seed
not
is
about
it gonna put? What
Brandon
seed is that gonna put y'all in,
man,
Scott?
Brandon
What
Ingram.
seed?
I
What
already
seed
said
is
we
that?
gonna be. I already said we gonna be 4.
How you gonna be a 4
at
seed with
45
43
wins?
wins?
Hell no.
You
Come
can't be
on
no
now.
damn 4
Hell
seed in the West with no
Man, the
45
West
wins.
about to
Man, listen,
man. This what you
Pelicans capable of being a top 4 seed.
man. This
Like,
what I'm trying to
stop
tell
the
you,
cap.
man. The West about to beat up on each other. That shit about to flip flop from last year, man. They about to beat up on each other, man. We play all the East teams. Look at our schedule. We play all the East teams twice.
Every
That's it.
year, Scott. This ain't nothing new. You do it every year.
I know, but what I'm saying is we play in the West, and the West it's gonna be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It ain't gonna be
I
no.
mean, you brought up that you play in the East 2 times, like you don't do it. You do it every year. What are you talking about?
The point I'm getting at is this:
And
what
most of
I'm saying.
those teams, you might lose to the East.
Sometimes
Those
you play the
games to the
no.
East,
Sometimes
you
in the
lose
East
to
you
them
play the
twice.
team 3 times. Sometimes in the East you play the team 3 times. He
Well, you
just
definitely
capped.
play the West 4 times every year.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is every team we play them twice, not 3 times. Like some teams we play 3 times, and
Okay, so you say you're gonna be a 4 seed, right?
yeah, we're gonna be a 4 seed.
Not
So
with a
that means
forty-five
wait,
wins.
hold on,
Not
guys.
with
That means you're gonna be
45
better
wins.
than. That means he's gonna be better than Dallas, Denver, Minnesota, the Clippers, and the Lakers, right?
I told you that already.
And the Warriors. Sorry. The
And
Warriors gonna be
now the
better.
Warriors was a 3 seed.
Nah,
The,
see,
the, the three
this
the
way you
three
getting it.
top seeds were Golden State, Phoenix, and
This way
Memphis.
you
So
getting
I
it
give him
twisted.
those 3.
This
The
way you
other
getting it
4,
twisted. This way you getting
you
it
say you're
twisted
gonna
at.
be a
This
4
way you getting it
seed,
twisted
so that
at.
means you're gonna take Dallas' spot. Dallas was the 4th seed, so you're gonna be
Dallas
better
came,
than Dallas.
Dallas come around late down last year.
No, hold on.
They
Let me
ain't who
finish
y'all
with it.
think
He
they
said
are.
he's saying he's gonna be a 4 seed. That means you're gonna be better than Dallas. You're gonna be
Yeah,
better than Denver.
that's
You're gonna be
capable of
better
being
than
better than
Minnesota.
Dallas,
You're
being
gonna be
Look,
better
better
than
than the
Denver.
Clippers, and you're gonna be better than the Lakers, right?
I can see
see,
all that.
this way he's saying.
Nah,
This
that's
way
a
he
lie.
said. See,
I
he
can see all
manipulating
that.
the game because
That's
this
a
is what
No,
I mean by he
no,
manipulating
no,
the game.
Sky. No, Sky. I'm just telling you what you said. You said you're gonna be a 4 seed. The
But look what
top
you
3
said. You
seeds in
said what?
listen, let me finish. The
All right,
top 3 seeds in the West was Phoenix, Memphis, and Golden State. You
right.
said you're gonna be the 4th,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Shout out teamwork.
Yeah, but
Shout
what?
out
But look at the
teamwork.
So that
teams you
means you're
said
gonna
we
be
gonna be
better
better
than
than. I
Dallas,
think. I
better
think we
than
gonna
Denver, better than Minnesota, better than the Clippers, and better than the Lakers, right?
see you taking it wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we gonna be better than Phoenix, probably better than Golden State, and probably better than
Oh Lord, have mercy. Listen to this boy.
Better than
somebody else.
Golden State. The
So
Warriors
y'all don't think we
with
better than Phoenix,
45 wins.
man? Y'all don't
This
think we
boy is
better
Better
than
than
crazy as
Phoenix?
hell,
Phoenix.
man. With
Better than
45 wins. Better
Phoenix
than
with
Phoenix and Golden
45
State with
wins.
45 wins. He don't
All
make
right,
no damn sense.
Come on,
man. This
bro.
what
You
I'm
So
gotta
how
trying.
many?
give
All
That
right,
Sky
wait a
that
minute.
that
So
45
all
game
right,
was
wait a
wins.
minute. Hold on,
45
hold on, guys.
points.
I say
So how many
45
games
or
are
more.
Golden State?
I say
So how many
45 or
games will
more.
Golden State
I
win
say
then, Sky? Since
45 or
y'all,
more. Huh?
how many games will Golden State win? Because you said y'all gonna win 45. How many Golden State win?
I think Golden State gonna fall off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
How many games?
Oh
I
man.
I don't know, but I don't think they gonna be no number 1, 2, or 3.
You
Cause
Golden
they
said you
State
gonna win
easy
Golden
will
State.
win
45
Listen,
and
this
you
what
gonna
60.
be
y'all don't understand.
listen.
Certain teams,
Golden
No,
State
this is what
easily
you
got
don't
60 wins.
understand. You
man. This
said
what
you're
I'm.
gonna win 45
Let me
games and be better
explain.
than
Let me
Golden State.
explain. Let me explain.
You
I could
can't explain
explain.
it.
Yes, I could.
Golden
Most
State easily got
like
60 wins, bro.
teams like Golden State feel like all they got to do is make it to the playoff. They don't care about the regular season no more, and they gonna win.
You trying to
So
cover up
we
this
talk.
guy?
No,
Hey,
I'm not.
listen, and
We
Utah
talking
been winning
about the
about 50
season.
games every season. That going on and winning.
You said you was gonna win 45 games and be better than
I said
Golden State.
45 or more. That's what I
You
meant.
said
Hey,
40.
but
25. You didn't say
Marvin,
no
that's
damn
kind of
more.
doable if you think about it now, because Utah was going. You got Portland getting bad, so they're gonna knock a couple of teams off in the West. Not
I'm
saying they're gonna
telling
make the
you,
playoff, but they're gonna win something a couple of these games. You got like you got Timberwolves that gonna be better. Like I don't think the West gonna be
I don't think the
one team
Warriors
winning
is
60
losing
and
more
they
than
team
man.
winning
25
50,
games,
That team gonna
50.
come down. It's gonna come down to 50. Whoever have 50 some games gonna wind up being probably the
Yeah,
Bucks.
that's why I think the West gonna be this year. Like I
It's
think
gonna be tight, man. It's gonna be like
yeah,
the East. It's gonna be like the East was last year,
yeah.
man. The Lakers is not
Lakers
about
gonna
to
be
come out and
better.
flop no more. The
45
Lakers is
might be 45 might do them. Because a
man.
lot
The
of
45
these
gonna
Lakers
do
Bucks
not
ain't
about
what,
to
that
come
Mill
out
good,
and
Panic?
bro. I'm
45 gonna
sorry.
do what, Mill Panic? What is 45 gonna do?
45 can
seed,
get you
like
a
he
top 4
said.
seed.
Right.
How
Maybe
the hell
that,
are
but
you
not
telling
better
me?
than
You know,
Wait a
no,
Warriors.
you
minute,
know
hold
how
on,
because
guys.
Phoenix.
Wait a minute.
Listen,
All right,
Phoenix
wait a
is
minute.
not
Hold
winning
on.
six.
Wait a minute.
I
Listen
about
to
to
this,
break. I
guys.
about to
The
break it down
four
to you,
seed
Tom.
last year, no panic.
I about
The
to break
four
it
seed in
down.
the West. Listen, the four seed in the West last year won
Mm-hmm.
52 games.
Uh-huh.
But check this out.
No,
This
hold
what
on,
you
Sky.
ain't
I got
look.
him. I
Hold
got
on,
him,
hold on,
Sky.
hold
I
on.
got him.
Let
Let
me
him
get
finish.
him. This what he ain't looking at though. The
So
four
he's
seed
saying they're gonna
was
win
how many
7 more
games?
games.
How many games?
52. 52.
And look at what the AC was. That tell you a
They
lot.
won. They won 36. Now
Exactly.
what? What the hell they tell me? That they
But
sorry
it's
as
That
hell.
tell you that okay.
That was
but it's
y'all.
saying the
Listen,
top teams beating up on
Utah,
the.
all in ones Utah put together. You don't gotta worry about that no more. Oh,
But you put the Clippers.
no,
You
hold on,
bring the
hold on,
Clippers up though.
hold on. Yeah, exactly. You got teams like the Clippers that gonna be competing this year. The Lakers gonna be competing this year, and you got
Lakers is
Portland
not
that gonna be
competing,
competing
guys.
this year.
Stop that.
And
So now
Denver. And
no,
Denver.
listen, that 64 wins that Phoenix put up is not going to happen again. That's not going to happen
Look,
again. They're gonna
It's
be
gonna
around
happen
50
with the
something wins.
Warriors.
They're gonna be
we
at around 50 something wins. Whoever win the
exactly.
West gonna be like 55, 56 games.
Check
Whoever
this
be
out.
at
So
And
that
where
why I
does
56
said
so
that.
wins
where
Look,
in
does
between.
45? Okay, so tell me where 45 fits.
look at the
Because
four from
listen,
Utah. Check this out. I can do it for him. No panic. The four from Utah that put us at 40. And I'm gonna say we split with Dallas. That's 2. That put us at 42. And who else beat up on
You
us?
said split. How you get 2 games out of a split?
Because we play them 4 times. They're in our division. They gonna beat us 2 times. We gonna beat them 2 times. That's 42. I'm
So they don't
taking
drop Dallas. They keep them the same.
man. You ain't getting what I'm talking about. You asking me how we gonna
Ain't
get to
making no damn
45
sense.
wins?
You talking about a split? A split is even.
This is
You talking about I
but
ain't getting what you saying? You ain't making
not
no sense. A split
Marvin.
is
Listen,
even.
Marvin.
What I'm
Listen.
saying is, out the 4 game schedule, we gonna split. They gonna win 2,
So
and
that's
I'm.
even. So how you pick up 2 games on Dallas if it's an even split?
What I'm saying split is we gonna have the same amount of wins. He win 1, and they gonna win 2, and we gonna win 2.
overall wins though.
So
He's
that mean
not
they
getting it.
still win 52 games and you still win 36 because you just split with them.
How
Not,
they gonna get? Oh man, how we gonna
listen.
win 32?
No, what he's saying
I
is
said
like okay, like
36.
let's say
36.
last year that
Oh man,
Dallas had them
dude.
3-1,
You
right?
said split.
Now
You
that
didn't
they
say
split,
sweep
that's
them.
1 more win for them.
I never say we gonna sweep them. I say split 2 and 2.
That's even. Split is even. You don't gain nothing.
We what?
No, listen, Marvin,
How we
Marvin.
don't? They beat
Okay,
us all 4
Sky,
Two,
Sky,
times last year. What you
2
talking
and
about?
oh, what did you,
We
you
got
said
where y'all
2
split.
reckon
wins.
been against Dallas last year?
What you said?
Where y'all reckon been against Dallas last year?
I think they beat us all 4 times.
Okay, so if they split, that's 2 more wins for Sky. Like Marvin,
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying
man.
to say.
Utah.
So
Marvin,
that's
do the
What you
math. Do the
trying to
all right.
math.
say?
Hold on.
If
Wait a minute.
no,
Hold
no,
on. So
hold on,
you
hold on, hold
saying
on.
that?
If I give you $4, right? I give you $4 yesterday. Now today I say, okay, we got the same $4, but we gonna split them. I gained $2. You lost $2.
Exactly, because you had 4.
Now, first of all, I'm bringing up
You don't even get it.
the Pelicans schedule to make sure Dallas beat them 4 times because Scott don't know that. He just talking. Hang on a second. He just guessing. But and also you said that's 2 games. You won 36. Now you at 38. Now get me to 45.
I gave us all Utah games. I gave us all them.
And
All them.
that's a
We,
hope and a
we,
prayer because you don't know that for sure.
man,
You
Hey,
just
and
think.
Marvin, listen, the Lakers winning more games. The Clippers winning more
Okay.
games.
All
Portland
right.
winning
So
more
take those.
games.
All right. So wait. All right.
OKC
No
gonna win
panic.
a
So
couple
take
more
those
games.
games away
It's
from you.
not
All
going to
right.
be a
Wait. So take those.
64-win
Wait.
team
Wait,
in the
panic.
West again. It's
Panic.
not.
If you
Y'all
saying
gonna be
that,
here
then you need
all
to take
day
those
taking
games
away
away from
games
the
and
Pelicans.
adding games. Don't worry, the
Hold on, wait a
season gonna
minute. No
start
panic.
right
You
now.
just said
Don't
the
worry.
Lakers gonna win more games. The Clippers gonna win more games. So you need to take some games
man, we
away
play the
from the
Clippers
No,
this
Pelicans, right?
time,
no,
man.
listen to why he's saying.
Y'all over here
They're going to
doing
take some
adding,
games, but
subtracting,
what we trying to
divide
say is
games.
45 wins is going to be a top 4 season in the West. It
And
don't matter if
45 wins
Pelican
ain't gonna
get them
be
or
no
not.
top seed
Listen,
in the
This is not
West.
going to be a
overall,
top
look.
heavyweights
We're
again.
not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this, guys. Come on, we gotta be real. We gotta be realistic.
That's crazy. They talking
45,
crazy, man.
45 wins is not getting them on the top 4 on the West.
4 seed, man. Y'all crazy as
Bruh,
hell.
listen,
We
it's
got no.
different this year.
I'm
It's
not. I'm
more
not.
competition
No.
in the
I
West.
overstand that. I overstand it.
Let me ask you 2
But
questions.
that's not realistic. Not
What
on the
what what,
West.
what was Phoenix record last year?
They don't know.
64, and what makes you
They don't,
think they can't
no
win
Okay,
panic. They
64
don't
games?
okay.
understand
Next
numbers,
question.
panic.
What
They don't
was
understand.
Golden State
You can't.
record?
They ain't gonna understand. They don't understand numbers. They don't realize
Yeah, like they just
Phoenix
ain't
took a
looking at
lot
the
of
numbers. They
wins
just focusing
from
on
teams.
Both
one
of y'all
team.
are hoping on a wish and a prayer.
Y'all
No,
don't
it's
have.
not a
That's
wish
what
and a
numbers
prayer. It's
are
going to
about.
be better teams in the West.
Yeah.
But look,
Memphis is
Okay,
not
all
about
right,
to
all right, no,
have
all right, no
what?
panic. Let me tell you this:
How
if
much
it's
wins
gonna
Memphis
be
had
better
last year?
teams, hold on, no
you're
panic.
trying to say
If it's
y'all
gonna be
trying
No,
to
because
say
better
y'all don't want
teams,
to answer the questions that gonna prove what y'all saying wrong.
a
I asked
9
if
y'all
it's
game
gonna be
three
better
y'all trying to say
teams,
different
y'all gonna
teams.
win.
What was their records? Memphis,
wait a minute,
Golden
wait a
State,
minute, hold
gonna
on,
and
be
Phoenix.
panic. I'm
9
gonna
games
answer it.
better than
Let me answer it. You saying it's gonna be better teams. You said Utah. I mean, you said the Clippers and the Lakers, right? You said Utah and somebody else gonna be worse. That's the same damn thing. You taking two away
No,
and putting
listen,
two in.
no, hold on, Marvin. Listen.
What?
If you add in the Lakers, who's going to be better because they ain't had a full roster last year.
And you
If you
subtract Utah.
hold on, I got you. If you add in the Clippers, who was unhealthy last year, if you add in Portland, I don't expect them to be this great team, but they always put up a fight long as they got damn. So that's 3 teams that's going to be in the race this year in the West. So that
That's
means the
what you
top 3.
hoping on.
Okay,
That's what you
no, that's
hoping
not a
on.
hope. That's teams getting better. Hold on real quick. OKC's a young team, but they're gonna steal some wins. Now, when you look at the top 3 seeds in the West, you got Golden State, you got Memphis, not Memphis, you got Golden State. Well, Memphis doesn't have a top 3 on record in the West, right? So Memphis, Golden State, and Phoenix. What was all 3 of those records? Give me the 3 records real quick.
I'm not looking at it now, but I know Phoenix won 64. I think
Uh-huh.
Memphis won 58, and
Uh-huh.
Golden State won 55.
50 something.
So you think those 3 teams gonna have around the same number? Phoenix is not going to win
I'm
64
trying to tell
games.
them.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Memphis is not winning
and before I go any
58
further,
games. Think
hold on,
about
before I go any
Memphis
further,
winning 68
before I go any
games.
further, hang
28
on.
games. That's not happening
This is
again.
why I was telling you that I was going to check this Pelican schedule. They didn't lose 4 times to Dallas. 12-1, they beat them. They beat Dallas. 12-3, they lost to Dallas. So Scott just lying. He just making up some shit. You didn't lose to Dallas 4 times last year. So you ain't getting 2 games back from them.
How many times they play Dallas?
4.
And
I'm just looking at all I had to do was find all I had to do was find one win. But all I had to do was find one win on their schedule that New Orleans beat them, and it proved that Scott was lying.
No,
he said they lost all 4.
What was the record?
He said they lost all 4. I ain't gotta go that deep. He said they lost all 4.
What was the record?
He don't want to prove me right.
What was the record?
What you mean? What was the record?
More than we beat
What
them.
was the record between the 2 teams?
Okay, all right. I'll go down the list. Well, it's already not 4-0. You just said 4-0 with him. No panic.
Oh, cool, Marvin. That part don't matter. Just give us the record real quick.
It do matter. Y'all just said they beat them 4 times.
Listen, the reason why it don't matter because you're trying to prove a point on a nuanced situation when it's still he's trying to say if they even up the series this year,
basically
what
you're trying to say.
All right, no panic. Hold on.
Basically,
Scott just told us that they lost 4 times to Dallas, and if they split, they pick up 2 games. Didn't y'all just say that?
Okay, but that's a nuance.
They didn't lose 4 times.
Okay, so he wrong. Okay, so he wrong in that regard. So
I'm not
what was
even
the full record?
disputing that. I'm wrong. Now go keep going.
Okay, all right. At least Scott understand it because no panic don't understand that. So you're not picking up 2 games.
It's like you stay stuck on that one thing when
I brought that up because you said you was picking up 2 games. No panic. You're not.
9 games.
Okay,
hold
on. Let me just say this clearly, Marvin. We get that he said it's been full oil. We off that. He did take that L in that regard with that point. But the bigger point, the main point was if they tie up the season, they tie up the record this season,
pick up a game.
They'll pick up a game. So I need to know from you what was the record last year? Because if it was 3-1 or 2
games to 1, 2 games to 1.
His point is proved. They will pick up a game next year.
And that's on a wish and a prayer. You don't know if they're gonna win those games.
That's cool, but you asked him a question. How y'all gonna make up those ones? He gave you an answer.
Okay, and to you, hold on. To you, no panic. You agreed with him. You said, "Oh yeah, they're gonna pick up 2 games because they lost 4."
No, listen.
I know where else we can get the 2 games. Hold on. I know where else we can get the 2 games.
Yeah, you said it too, no panic. Now you're trying to back off of it.
I know this is a fact. I know where else we can get the 2 games.
I'm gonna get it from the Bulls.
Give me another one. Give me another team. Give me another team.
I ain't back off of nothing.
All right, give me another team, Scott. Give me another team, Scott. Give me another team that y'all lost a lot of games to that y'all gonna beat this year. Give me another team.
Scott,
who? The Hornets? How many games y'all
0-2.
lose to them last year?
0-2.
Y'all lost both games to the Hornets?
Yeah, we lost both games to the Hornets.
And y'all
Okay,
gonna
hang
lose
on. I'm
both
bringing it
again
up.
now. Now game
Now
one,
you gonna
y'all
say
gonna
y'all?
lose again.
This is another hope and a prayer. Another
No,
hope and a
hold on.
prayer.
So if they equal up this year and they go 1-1 this year, that's an extra
They pick
win
up
for the
one
Pelicans.
game. They pick. Yeah, that's true. But that's a hope
So
and a prayer. But I
that's
want to
all
see
he's
if they
trying to
lost.
say.
But I need to see if they lost both games first. No panic.
Okay, but why he's saying is you can focus on it, that's cool. But you keep missing the bigger point he's trying to make by trying to prove a smaller point.
You talking about picking up games? If they didn't lose to him, you don't pick them up. What is you talking about?
No, listen. If
What?
he
He's
say
saying
they
if he
before
beat New
no.
Orleans now, that means they get 2 more games that they lost last year. That's what he's trying to
If
say.
Yeah,
they,
that's
if
all
they
he's
listen,
saying.
if
Like I
all right, listen,
understand you
if
saying
they,
that's a
all right,
hope and a
wait,
prayer.
listen. If they beat them, they didn't. They're not picking up nothing. No panic.
All this is a if. What is you talking about?
Mom,
The
if
new
somebody beat me
season is
2
coming,
games
guys.
last
Don't
season
worry. We're gonna
and
find
this
out.
game we won one, I picked up one game. Like I don't understand why you missing that point. Like why that number ain't adding up to you.
he ain't adding up to
What
him.
is
That's
you talking? Oh, are y'all that damn
So 2 and
stupid?
2 is a
Listen,
split.
if you don't listen,
Mom, they joking.
if you gonna play, if you and him gonna tell me y'all beat lost to a team last year 4 times, but you're gonna play them this year 4 times, and you're gonna beat them twice, but you didn't lose to them 4 times. Why don't I understand that? No panic.
You know why? Because you focusing on one nuance, and that's what confusing you. But the
You bringing up
actual
one
point.
team. I'm bringing up
No,
the record against them last
Mom,
year.
hear me. Just listen to me real quick. You won on that point. What he said was a misinformation. They didn't pay them 4 times. You right, but his point
They
still
did play them 4
stands.
times.
His
They only
point
played. I'm sorry, they
still
played them 3
stands.
times.
His point still stands.
Okay, hang on. All right,
Look,
now I
I'm
see.
saying this.
And they did lose to Charlotte twice last year. You're right.
Okay, so
I'm saying
that's
this.
a bad example we can use. They lose 2 times, so that been 2 losses last year. If they won one this year, that's 1 loss this year, so that means they pick up a win.
Now that one is true. That ain't
Yeah,
hard to understand.
and that's the main point he's trying to get at. That's all he's trying to
And
say.
look,
He
but look,
only
that's
gave me 2
9 games
teams, no
though. But
panic.
that's
He
9
gave
no,
me
games.
you
That's
Dallas
9
and
games
this
you
and
one.
gotta
Marv,
pick up.
you ain't in the wrong. You right for pointing that out, saying he been wrong on that. But the overarching point that he trying to make still add up. It's still an extra win.
Okay, listen. As soon as he told me to look up Charlotte, I did. They lost to him twice. If you split this year, you pick up a game.
So
He
you
said
understand
Dallas.
how they gonna get
They
the
did not
45
lose.
win?
They did not lose 4 times to Dallas, so you can't pick up 2 games on Dallas. Period.
Okay, cool.
But
But
look,
you do so do
and you're
so
not
that's
being
but that
Now
Dallas.
makes
give
him
me
an
another
advantage
team
when
because
he
that's
said
only one
how they
game
gonna
so
get the
far.
45 wins from 36.
You want me to bring up Utah? Did you lose Utah last year, Scott?
I mean, it probably does get beat up by Utah.
Look, the
I
thing is,
mean,
Depending
the
on
whole
when they
point.
play them.
The point is, it's a 9-game turnaround, right? So if you guys do the 9-game turnaround, that's a real impressive season for you guys alone. If you guys even do a 5-game turnaround, that's what's up. Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? From
If they finish the season
36
at
to
12 games
45.
under, and yeah, if they finish the season last year at 12 games under, and they 10 games over this year, it's a hell of an accomplishment.
Well, Bob,
Right.
let me ask you a question. What you think Golden State record will be next year? Just
About
spitballing.
the same,
About
53, 54
55
wins,
wins. So how
54,
much you think
53.
Memphis gonna win this year?
I actually give them 60.
How much you think
I,
Memphis gonna win?
I figure they're gonna win about the same, 52,
They
53 games.
No, they
they
won
win about
58 last
50.
year, innit?
They're gonna win about 50. They're gonna win about 50, 52 at the
Okay, so that's
max.
eight.
I
So that's
don't
an
see them
eight.
dropping too far.
No,
I
hold
don't
on.
see
So
them dropping.
that's a 8-win swing for Memphis. How much games you
But
got
that
Phoenix
don't mean
winning this year?
wait, no panic. That don't mean New Orleans gets to them
No,
games.
I ain't go. I understand that. So how much? And I ain't even talking about New Orleans and specific. I'm talking about in general now, as far as
Now I
like the
get your
4th
point.
team.
You're trying to say other teams are going to improve as well,
Yeah,
so
any
that's why it's
team
going to
can win
balance out.
45 games in
I
the
got your
West
point.
at this
I got
junction
you.
this season. With all these teams improving, there's
It could be
not going to
4 or
be no
5
60
teams
win
at
teams
that
out the ass like
45
that. It's
win
But
not going to
a
be
4
a
seed
64
at
win
45
Phoenix
wins
team.
is unheard of in the West. You want me to tell you the last time a 4 seed would have 45 wins in the West?
You want to tell me the last
that's my
time
point.
you want to tell me the last time the West been like all the way down to the 10th seed can win?
Yeah,
No,
Cause think
yeah.
about it now,
There's a
I
like
lot
wanted
of
to
teams
give
like
you.
that.
no,
I
There's
no,
wanted
a
to give
lot
you
of
like think
one
teams
about
like
it.
stat.
that.
You got all
One
8. Think
stat.
about
There's a
all
lot.
8.
Look,
Marv, think about
there's
all
so
8
much
playoff
seasons like
teams
that.
right
That's
now.
why they bought the play-in.
Oh yeah,
It was so
cool.
much
All
teams
right,
like that
boom.
for the West. That's why they
So
bought the play-in.
so think about the top 8 teams that go into the playoff last year in the West. Now add Clippers.
Now add Los Angeles, and you can throw in whatever other bottom feeder team that been next up in the West inside it. That's 9 teams right there that you can. Can you see the Lakers winning the championship if they healthy all season?
No,
you're not mentioning the fact that Utah's coming out of there. You got to
Yeah, but
take
see
the
when you
teams
say
out.
Utah, they gonna fall cool. But you gotta add other teams that coming up too. You gotta add Portland
Like
coming in.
if you
Okay,
hear
they
Portland might
just
not
flip
win
flop.
40 games, but they gonna
Okay,
damn
all
sure
right,
win
all right.
by
Let me say
30.
this. All right, this is what I'm gonna give you. This is what I'm gonna give you. Check it out. Okay, say the Lakers win 49 games this year,
they
and
not
Utah win 33. All they did was
they
switch
not winning that.
positions
Okay,
they
but
instead
not
of
going.
Utah
you
being
ain't
the 5
adding the
seed.
Clippers in there.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you another team. San Antonio won 34. Can the Clippers
Uh,
win more than that?
San Antonio
Yes,
with the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they was in the play-in.
they not
No,
We
gonna be
whooped
in it
I
them.
ain't
this
talking about
year.
just straight playoff teams.
Okay, who
Everybody
you
else
want to take? Who
excellent.
you want? They're not gonna win more than Denver. They're not gonna win more than Dallas. They're not gonna win more than Golden State, Memphis, or
How
Phoenix.
you
But
So
do
you
know
you
might as
that?
do
well
you
forget
see
that.
Hold on,
Lakers
hold
winning
on,
the
hold on,
same?
hold on. How
Do
you
you
know
see
they ain't
Lakers
gonna win
winning
more than
33
Denver?
games this year?
I know it just like you said. You're gonna pick up 2 games because you figure your team gonna win. That's why I know it. How about that?
No, no, you right.
I know
We
I'm
all
right.
hoping. I'm saying we all
I'm not
hoping that.
hoping. Y'all telling me these teams gonna be better, so I'm taking the teams out that's
So
supposed to
when
be
you say,
worse.
so you think this? No, this is the question you need to ask them, Panic. So you think the East, this how the numbers play games. You think the East gonna be AC gonna be over? Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: a team in a play-in gonna have a over 500 record, and a team in the West gonna have in the play-in gonna have a under 500. You think that's gonna happen again?
No.
Exactly.
Atlanta
That's what we
had
getting
40.
at.
Atlanta was the 8th
That's
seed with 43 wins. That's
that's
gonna be
what
the
we
norm in the
getting at.
East.
That's what
So
we
where's
getting
your
at.
45? You talking about you're gonna be in the 4th position with 45? That's
Because
what
you
I'm
think that.
getting.
So you thinking the East ain't gonna pick up no wins on the West?
No, only team
No,
that's
what is you talking about, Sky?
only team that
Listen,
East
all I'm doing is debunking your 45 4th
New Orleans.
seed number. You not finna be no 4th seed in the West with
So
45
what you
wins.
think
Period.
45 wins gonna get you?
8 or 9 seed?
8 or 9 seed with 45 wins.
That's a good year
Yes.
for the West.
8 or,
Yes.
What 45
The
wins got
7th,
last
listen, the
year?
7th seed
What
last year was
45
Minnesota with 46 wins.
Yeah.
and what they was?
46 wins, 7 seed.
A 7 seed, right?
And
Yes.
you said
But
45 and you
look
want the
how
4th seed.
that's the point I'm getting at.
okay,
But
so what was the 5th
look,
seed?
The 5th seed had 49 wins.
but look how
And you
Utah,
said
spaced
it
out.
only been a three game swing. How much the 4th seed had?
52.
So the 4th seed been at 52, the 7th seed been at 46. That's a
Yeah.
6-game swing. Now you added in 2 teams that's going to have more wins. That's going to decompress some of those wins at the
That's what
top.
I'm trying to tell. They don't understand numbers, Panic. That's what I'm
All
trying
right.
to tell
All right.
you.
Now, both of y'all be quiet one more time. I
And then
took Utah out. Y'all said they ain't going to be good. So I swapped them with the
Okay,
Lakers. So
but
what
look,
is
No,
you
the
talking
Lakers
about?
not gonna be that good.
how much Utah won last game? How much Utah won last game?
49. 49.
Okay, 49, right?
Give it to the Lakers or the Clippers.
So
I don't give a
what do you
damn.
think
Give it to either
what do
one
you
of them,
think
Lakers or
what do you think
Clippers.
Utah record
The
gonna be this
Clip,
year?
I don't think they're going to win 49. I get that to the Clippers.
Okay, it's cool. If you saying give it to the Clippers, okay, so not how much the Clippers record won last year?
They won 33.
Okay, so
You flip-flop the teams. That's all you're doing.
but that
so
don't
if
mean
they
they're gonna
still
win them
win
same amount of
33,
games, even though you flip-flopping them.
But
yeah,
y'all
like
trying to
the
tell
That
me
Lakers
don't
where
mean they're
still
gonna
gotta
win
45
the
still
is.
win
same amount of
33.
games.
You telling
Portland
me
still
because
gonna
the
win
Clipper.
some
Wait,
games.
listen. You guys
So
trying to
you
tell me
think
because
They
the
it,
still gonna
Clippers are
steal
getting
some
better.
games.
That's
this
the
what I
game
mean.
that everybody else gonna lose. You
This
just
what I'm
said Utah not gonna
this
be
what
as
I
good.
mean. This what I mean. This how I'm gonna break it down to you. We swept the Lakers last year, 0-3. You think we
So
gonna do
that's
that
two.
this year?
No, so you might as well subtract a game from
That's
your
what I'm
wins.
trying to
How about
tell
that?
you. But even though we subtract that game, we still picking up what 3 games if from Utah. And we played Utah 3 games. So even though you take away that game, we still get 2
All
ahead.
right. How many games you beat the Clippers last year?
We beat
So
them.
take those away too.
I think we beat the Clippers. We played them 3 times.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we beat them. I think we beat
So
them
take
2 out
all
of
right.
3.
So you think you're gonna get 2 out of 3 against them this year?
Yup.
Oh please! See now you just trying to
And
make
we
up your numbers.
always beat the
Hey,
Clippers,
and
man.
listen, and Marv, you
We
must speak
always
because the
beat the
Clippers won
Clippers.
42 games last year at number 9. They ain't won no 33.
All I'm telling y'all is this: if you're gonna try to tell me that the Clippers and the Lakers are gonna win more games, that means Utah gonna lose more, and that means who? San
All right,
Antonio gonna lose more.
check
All they
this
do is
out.
flip flop. They ain't
Check
nothing
this out,
changed.
Marv. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Marv. Check this out. You think the Pelicans could beat Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah, you played them twice. I give you both of those games, and you still ain't at 40.
How many times they beat us last year?
Twice.
And how many times we played them?
Twice.
So if we beat them this year, we pick up what?
I mean, I ain't. I've been graduated.
You gave
That'd be
it to
2.
me though. You gave it to me though.
All right.
So we pick
I
up
give
2
you.
games, right?
I've been gave you 2 games for them way earlier.
All right.
You still ain't at 45 because you know how many games
And
you won
listen,
last year.
the Spurs won 34 games last year at the 10 spot.
That's
Like,
right.
so what I'm trying to tell you is, you keep trying to flip these teams for other teams, but it's like, bro, like you got teams at the bottom, like Trailblazers gonna be a little more decent, Kings gonna be a little more decent.
No, they're not.
Come on, man. You just
No,
wishing on
listen, when I say
prayer.
decent, I ain't saying they about to be top 5 seed. What I'm saying is they're gonna be a tougher test than they've been the year before when they playing teams. When you got a super like Dame ain't a superstar, but he a French superstar. So you got Dame on the team. I'm not seeing
Man, somebody got to
I'm
come
not
up.
seeing
That's
them
all
winning.
you saying, no panic.
27
Somebody got to
games.
come
No,
up.
I seen them winning more than that.
Yeah, somebody got to come up. That's
Okay,
what no
I
panic.
agree with y'all. Somebody got to come up.
Somebody got to
But
come
the
up.
top teams are not going down. Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State, Dallas, Denver,
No,
Clippers,
They're
and the
also
Lakers. They're
not
not
winning
going down.
64 and
down
58
too,
games.
Phoenix
This what you don't understand. He started saying going down. When you speak on going down, Marv, you got to be more specific. And what I mean by that is, if they go down to like 6, and let's say the Pelicans and the Grizzlies be 1 and 2, and Phoenix go to like 4, and the Nuggets go to like 3, that's considered going down, right?
But that means somebody has to come up. It could be Memphis and Golden
the
State.
person that came up. I said Phoenix, Denver, and the Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
Yeah.
Why are you putting them with them?
I'm just giving the example, man.
I'm
I'm just giving the example, man.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask Purple Baby. Purple Baby, can the Pelicans get the 4th seed out of the West with 45 wins?
No, they cannot. That's a
Now that's the end of the damn conversation.
How?
Now, if you was in the East, possibly, but not
How?
in the West. No.
That don't make sense what you're saying, Purple Baby. When the East had over 500 records in the play-in. So how you saying that if you was in the East? That don't make no sense.
It make no sense what you said too, Sky. That's why you don't need to say it.
When you look at it, when you look at the league standings from last year, final win totals and everything, tell me how many teams 1 through 10 was West versus East. I bet you it was more teams in the West in that top 10 than it was in the East.
The lowest seed in the lowest playoff
But
seed
what
in the
y'all-
West was a 48-win team, which was Denver. The lowest seed in the East in the playoffs was the Bulls with 46.
Told you that.
So you said a 4 seed though. You said a 4 seed with 45 wins.
No.
Listen,
he was saying is it you could do it in the East, and I'm like, no, that's what I was telling him. We don't even make
So why do you think you can do it in the West? Why would you think you can do it in the West?
Listen, the West has more diversity now. They got more teams that can compete now.
Exactly.
That's the main. I don't even understand why that ain't being understood. The reason why the East the way they set up is because they got so much good teams.
What they trying to do, Purple Baby, is give all of these wins to the Pelicans. You can't give all the wins to the Pelicans. You saying the Clippers are going to be better. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
This way
But you only mentioning the Pelicans. But you keep saying the Clippers are going to be better.
He fighting against the no panic. He fighting against the Pelicans when he ain't realizing the only way. Let me explain this to you, Maul. The only way.
I'm not fighting against the Pelicans. I'm fighting what you said for 45 wins.
The only way we could be 45, that means everybody got to be just about splitting. to be the 4th
It
seed.
don't work like that, Sky.
That's not true, Sky.
A team being the 4th
What you
seed
talking
in the
about?
West with 45
How? The more
wins. It ain't
teams
never
that win,
been
that's
like
the,
that.
you know why the East was so tight last year and they had so many wins?
Because they
You know
won
why?
games.
That's
Because they
because
won
everybody
games.
was beating up on everybody and beating up on the West.
So what is you talking about then?
East this year, so
And that's why Phoenix has 64 wins, because they've been beating up on
Exactly.
teams in the West
How
and teams in the East.
how does that statement make any sense when he said the East was beating up on the West and Phoenix had 64 wins? What the hell is y'all talking about?
So you
Because
think
they've been top heavy. The whole West been top heavy most of the year.
But he
that's what
just
I'm
Think
said
trying
about
to
it.
the
get them
Only
East
to
was
three
beat.
understand.
teams
Look,
had
He
50
just
look.
said
wins, bro.
the
Only
East
4
was
teams had
beating
50
up on
wins.
the West.
The
He
que-
just
the
said the
question
East was beating up on
it
the West.
was. Why you think that, well, where the wins gonna come from? Everybody play each other 4 times each. If it's common sense, dog. If I'm trying to explain it to you, Maul, bro, you're making me frustrated, bro. But check this out.
You ain't making no sense.
It is making sense. Well, why? This is what I mean. Why the Pelicans was able to make it with under 10 game, under 510 games, and
Because
then
the West was weak at the bottom. Period.
And they're
but
stronger now at the bottom.
and this is what I'm
only
saying.
Okay.
team at the bottom
And,
has
and why the East? Hold on. And why the East? To be in the play-in, they was over 500.
Because they were stronger at the bottom. Now, what?
But we know that. But how can they get stronger? They got to beat up on
Why are you
somebody.
asking me the question if you know that?
Because
You ain't,
what I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain it to you. So who they was beating up on? The East teams or the West teams?
it don't
they
matter.
played it.
It
They
do matter. That's
they
why
played the
once
East. The
that's
East
why it
played
matters.
each other 4 times. The West played each other 4 times. So you
Right.
obviously can get more wins out of your own conference.
We know that. But check this out. Let's say they split, right? How they get those other wins to be over 500? That's
Well,
why
I
the
ain't
other
looking at. I'm
man.
not looking at the West versus
You know
East
why?
records.
Look,
Each
look,
team.
look, 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 look. It gotta be odd. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If everybody played 4 times, right, in the East, right, they conference, right, you gotta make it odd.
In their division.
That's
In
why.
their division, not
That's
conference.
why they
Division.
play. That's why they play the West teams twice. Because if everybody split just in the East, all their records would be the same.
Okay,
So
can I
what is your argument for you winning
My
45 games and
argument
getting to the
is
4
the
seed?
East was beating up on the West, which made the
The West
West
had the
look bad.
best records. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is made the West look bad and made the East look good, right? But would you think that's gonna happen again this year? You think the West just gonna lose to the East like that this year?
no.
All right, let me give you these
Exactly.
numbers.
Which
Let me give
meaning
you these numbers
everybody
again.
totals come up.
Let me give you these numbers
Everybody
again.
totals come up.
Phoenix won 64 games last year. Memphis 56. Golden State 53. What East team was beating up on them?
With them
All right.
type of records,
They
all you
been
got
beating
to
up on the West. The
that's what I'm
bottom of the
trying to
West.
tell you. With them type of records, all you got to do is beat up on the West.
Think about
That's
it. The
all
West
you got to
had 3
do.
21 teams and
Yeah.
3 31 teams, 4 31 teams.
So what argument are y'all having then? Talk to me.
No, nothing. If you look at the numbers, I understand you got something against the Pelicans, or you feel like the Pelicans
I
ain't
don't
gonna
have
be that
nothing
team.
against the damn. Listen, I don't have damn nothing. I'm talking about what Sky said. He said the
Okay, I'm
Pelicans
about to break it
would be a
down.
4. So let me finish. He said the Pelicans would be a 45 win team and a 4th seed. I ain't got nothing against nobody, no panic.
Okay, so
Well,
let's
I'm
take the
Maul, what
telling him
I'm
Pelicans
he,
out
telling
of
you,
it.
he
Let's
ain't
take
even
the
listen, he
halfway
might
right.
don't get what I'm saying. No
let's
panic.
take the Pelicans out of it.
What I'm telling you,
Take the Pelicans
Marv,
out
is
of
everybody gonna play each other tight this year. Is not gonna be no runaway
it.
team
Yeah.
head. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying,
all
bro.
right. And what I'm telling you is this. If you talking about the team's going to get better, then some team has to get worse, meaning Utah. So if the Clippers get better, all they're going to do is flip-flop with Utah. It ain't going to be no
That's
different,
not
no panic in
realistic.
Sky.
That's not realistic. Because how
But
you gonna
no,
say
you
they gonna
gotta think
flip up?
about it. The Clippers have won 42 games this year. Utah won 49. That's a 7-game swing. So you
So
keep saying flip flop, but if you
wait a
look at
minute.
the
You
numbers,
say
just look at
the Clippers didn't win no 42
raw
games.
numbers.
All right.
Do you think Lakers gonna win 33 games this year? Yeah or no?
I mean, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know.
Nah, you won't speculate.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
doing
know
like
you know
y'all. Y'all saying saying that they definitely gonna win more games. I don't know that.
So how can you definitely know 45 wins ain't gonna be fourth seed?
Because I can definitely tell you that Phoenix gonna win more than they're gonna win damn near 60. Memphis gonna damn
Okay,
win
No,
okay.
50.
no, they're not. Phoenix is not
Yes,
winning
they
60.
are. Yes, they are. Yes,
Listen,
they
if
are.
you
No,
take those
they not.
wins from Phoenix
No, they
and
not.
you take some wins from Memphis, and you even if you keep Golden State the same, those wins at the top going to trickle down. Once it
To
trickles down,
who?
the numbers
To
going to
who?
add up to where
To
the
who?
fourth and
To
fifth
who?
seed is going to
No,
be
Pat.
around
To
40
who?
something wins.
You just said the
That's just
Clippers gonna
numbers,
get better.
bro.
Are the Clippers gonna grab those wins
And
or the
no.
Pelicans?
See, you keep focusing on who gonna grab what. What I'm saying, I
Well,
ain't talking
y'all
about no
saying the
team specific.
Pelicans gonna be up there.
No,
They
listen,
got to
I'm
be the
not
one getting the
talking about
wins.
no team. Listen, Marvin, I'm not talking about no team specific right now. I'm just talking about generally. When you take the top, a bunch of wins. You take 5 wins from the 1 seed. You take 6 wins from the 2nd seed. That's 11 wins got to be trickled down somewhere. So when they trickle down somewhere, that means teams that probably win like maybe like 39 games and put in the 7 seed
And
or
they
8
forgot.
seed or whatever like that.
Look,
They
they
going up to 40 something wins. That
and
can get
not
you in
just
the
that.
5th
You
seed if
ain't lying.
everybody
Check this
around the
out.
same number.
No panic. They must have forgot. They're giving the Lakers all that credit, and you can't forget Lakers at that bottom too.
Yeah.
So who gonna get them
Okay,
wins?
y'all keep mentioning the Lakers and the Clippers, but you keep telling me it's gonna be the Pelicans.
No,
That's what I don't
no.
understand.
Listen. With the Lakers and the Clippers, let's say the Clippers go from 42 wins to 50 wins exactly. And by
So
them
that
winning them
means that's 8
no,
less
listen,
wins.
by
That
them winning them 8 games, that mean Phoenix going down a couple of games. That mean
They don't know about
why
that.
you
They
gonna
Memphis
say
ain't go,
Phoenix? Why you gonna say Phoenix going down?
because
Why you
because
gonna
they
say
won
New Orleans
74
go
going
from the
down?
games.
top.
That's
You got to go
not
from the
attainable
top.
in
Who got the
back-to-back
win?
seasons.
No, you don't have to go from the top.
Why you can't go from the
Y'all
man? How
beat
you can't?
Phoenix. Y'all beat the Clippers 2 out of 3 last year. We can start
Check
with
this out.
you.
This is what I mean. You got to go from the top because you might don't get this neither, Maul. What's nothing from nothing?
Come on, Scott.
Yeah.
I graduated. Did you?
Oh man, I got 2 degrees. Just being honest with you. And you want to see the paperwork? But
Hey, Scott,
Anybody
them
that
boys
show their
think because the
degrees
way we talk
paperwork,
now,
they
yeah,
ain't
we
got no
need
damn
lawyers though.
degree. Come on now,
tell
shit.
you what you. I'm gonna put it on Flight Sports. You
Hey, listen, Scott,
think I
listen, when
made
them
that?
boy
You
hear Southern
think I
accent, them
that
boy
type
be
of
thinking
money
we
for
slow,
nothing?
man.
Huh?
All I'm gonna ask y'all is this: y'all keep telling me that you're gonna take some games away from Phoenix. You're gonna take some games away from Memphis.
You
Who's
got
gonna
to
win
take it
those
from the
games?
people who got the wins. That's what I'm
Okay,
trying
so
to
who's
tell
gonna
you.
pick those wins up?
It don't matter. Other teams gonna pick it up and it's gonna even out the
Who?
top
He
8
trying to
teams.
tell him other teams, not just the Pelicans.
Yeah.
The
Okay, so
Pelicans could. The
what is y'all
Pelicans could
talking
go
about?
up. Check this. What I mean. The
Listen,
Pelicans
Marvin,
could go.
your gripe was you don't want the Pelicans to be that team. But I ain't trying to tell
That's
you that
your
the
gripe
team
that
can
you
win
think that's what I got.
45
I don't
games
give a
and
damn
be in the
about the
top
Pelicans.
4
I ain't
seed,
never
4th
gave it.
4 seed.
Listen, no panic. The Pelicans, I ain't never gave a damn about the Pelicans. I don't care. I hate Miami and Milwaukee. I don't care about the Pelicans, brother. I'm
I
going to
mean,
what
hard to
Sky
tell.
said.
Said he hard to
I'm
tell.
going to what Sky said the Pelicans was going to be the
I get
fourth.
that.
He
I
didn't
get
say,
that.
all right, let me
I get
finish.
that. I
You
get
But
keep
that.
we
talking about the reason I keep
explaining
bringing
to
up the
you how we
Pelicans
gonna
But
be
we
the
trying to
4th
because
seed,
explaining
and
you
you
he
ain't
how a
with
said
it.
the
team can
Pelicans.
win it.
He
Meaning,
didn't say
even
the
if you don't
Clippers.
think Pelicans that team, a team can do it. I giving you the blueprint to how a team can win 45 games and be a 4th seed.
That's what I'm
You
Sky
doing.
decided to put
too
Pelicans
That
in
wild.
there
still
That
don't
too,
make
but
sense.
it's a
No
blueprint.
team in the all right here. All right, we can end this now. $100, a 4C won't be 45 wins in the West this year. I
Say that
bet you
again.
shut up now.
You
I
Oh
no
bet you
no
a
no. Say that
hundred
again. You
dollars.
said
man,
so.
I about
You
that.
I
said
bet you a hundred
$100 that a
dollars.
Look,
Let
look,
me
team.
tell him. Let me
look at
tell
this.
him.
What I'm
I
trying to
bet you
tell you.
$100 that the
Look,
fourth seed will have more than 45 wins in the
this what
West
I'm
this year.
trying to tell you.
hey,
No, no, no,
I
no.
mean,
This I'm about to tell him why I ain't gonna make that bet because I
I
never
know
make
because you
bets.
know it ain't gonna happen.
Look, no, I never make bets. I never make bets when the odds in your favor. Now, if you want to make a
Well,
bet, we
why
can
you
make a bet.
say it? Well, why would
Look,
you say some
no,
dumb shit like that?
you
Marvin.
winning
Listen,
before it start. You
and this
win
why
before it
this
start.
why I hate about people
No,
who trying to make bets about things. You can't make a bet like that because we don't know how this season gonna look as far as
exactly.
if
We
The
will
odds
at
in
the
his
end of the
if
favor. I
year.
understand that. We
no
ain't about to do it.
listen.
We going off assumptions, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Well,
so
why?
it's like things like that
so
you
is
can't really
Vegas.
make a bet
Vegas going
about.
assumptions too, and ESPN. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
makes assumptions. That's how. That go back
Okay.
to
All
the
I'm
schedule.
telling you is
That
this:
go back to
the
the strength of
odds are
schedule.
not in
It's
favor
all
of a
assumptions.
4 seed being 45 wins in the West. Real simple.
No, not. You're
No,
gonna have to
listen,
get almost 50.
listen, Marvin. What I'm telling you right now is a team can win 45 games and be the fourth seed. I'm not
No,
saying
they
that.
can't.
No,
Stop.
hold on, hold on.
This ain't football.
See,
I'm not.
and he
Listen,
keep going back to the same damn thing.
I'm not saying a team is going to do that this year. I'm not saying this is a fact that a team is going to do that this year. What I'm
Oh,
saying is
have
when you look at when you look at the NBA in the West, teams at the bottom got better, meaning teams at the top is not going to be able to just win all those games. So when it averages out at the end of the
Exactly.
season, wins going to come down at the top, wins
Okay.
come up at the bottom, but
Can I
in the
ask?
middle, you got a new base. Which means a
Okay. Can
new
I
base
ask
for
you
the middle can
something?
be 46 wins, can
Let
be
her ask you
44
something. Let her
Can
wins.
I
ask
ask?
you something.
Okay. No,
Go ahead.
Panic
Go
and
ahead.
Sky.
Parker.
What teams at the bottom got better?
Lakers got better because they got healthy. Clippers got
No,
better
they
because they're
not
going to
better.
get healthy.
All
Portland's
right.
going to get
All right.
better
So,
because they
all
got.
right. Now let me
I
ask him
can't
this
even
then,
answer a question
Purple
that
Baby.
she asked me.
All right. All right. Here's your question. No
No,
panic.
listen. She
How
asked
many
me a
games?
question. I give you 3 viable answers, so I need to know
Okay.
part
All
of the
right. I'm finna
question.
ask you a question. Will the Lakers sweep Phoenix this year or split with them?
I don't know what they're gonna do with them,
You just said
but
they
I
got better and you're gonna take the wins from
okay, but I can't tell if they're gonna sweep a team or
Phoenix. Now
not.
tell me something.
I can't tell you they're gonna sweep a
But
team.
you just said Phoenix gonna lose more games.
All right, but what
You
I
and
gotta do is
Scott
the
just said
Lakers
Phoenix you
independently
gonna take
playing
4
them.
games from them.
What
All
I
right,
gotta do the
which
Lakers
teams are gonna take
independently playing them.
which teams are gonna take the wins from Phoenix? I ain't gonna mention no second team. Which teams?
I would say the
Bro,
Clippers,
listen, they're going
the
to get some
Pelicans,
teams tucking. The Clippers going to get them a couple of games.
the
LA may get
Warriors.
them a couple of games.
Okay,
There's
now
plenty of
you mentioned
Memphis might get them a
your
couple of
first
games.
answer was the
Golden State
Lakers.
might sweep them. Like I don't know where the wins and losses gonna come from. I just
You
understand that when
your
teams
first
at the
answer
bottom
was
get
you said
better.
the Lakers was gonna win more games. You said the Lakers.
Okay, all right.
So are the Lakers gonna beat Phoenix more than Phoenix gonna beat them this year?
I
No.
can't
Yes,
answer that, bro. I cannot.
I can.
They
You,
can
Yes.
be they
y'all,
can be they
Oh,
can be
y'all
there's a
swept
A1. Is
by
that
the
don't
Lakers. They
A1?
can
have no
sweep the
defense.
Lakers.
A1, you
None
The
of y'all
Lakers
bad.
still gonna be better.
There you
y'all
go,
Damn it,
don't
A1.
Marvin.
Hell
have
yeah, get with your
you don't
boy.
have Anthony Davis
Damn it,
and
Marvin.
old
Yes.
LeBron. Y'all
Okay,
wow.
but wait a minute. Let me ask A1. A1, will the 4 seed in the West be a 45 win team?
No.
I mean, shit. Percentages is 50-50.
I mean, if that's the case, an 18 win team can be a 4 seed. That's 50
See,
50.
see what
Just
Marvin,
be
what you don't
realistic.
understand
Be
is like
I mean,
realistic.
but 40.
it can
But
happen,
The
bruh.
West might beat up on each other. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
That's the
just
thing.
like
They
the
might
East
beat
said,
up on
bruh.
each
Like
other.
that's what they do. Remember now,
Okay.
Celtics been
All
like
right.
a six
Okay,
seed
I
about
listen.
the
just
season
told
now.
him that.
They finna
He
be a
don't
number
he don't
2
You
seed.
guys
understand
keep
that.
talking about
He don't
no,
understand that.
you don't understand is this. Even if they do beat up on each other, that means the Lakers win what? 38 games? They won
No, they
33.
won 38 games unhealthy. Come
Bruh,
on,
listen.
man.
Yeah, it's like y'all keep ignoring like AD but not all season, bruh.
I
Like
don't care about
I
LeBron
get it now, but it's like
LeBron missed
damn, the
30
Lakers ain't a
games,
bad
man.
team.
Like, come on, guys.
the Lakers.
LeBron missed 30
They
games.
don't have no defense.
Exactly.
All
Yeah,
right.
Look,
man.
I don't
Come
know
on,
where
man.
this
Y'all boy,
delusional
that's
Lakers
crazy.
coming from, thinking
All
that
right.
they're gonna
What's
compare.
crazy is this, no panic. Will Dallas
Clippers won
win 52
42
games this year?
games
no,
Will
with their 2
Dallas
star
win
players
no,
most
52
of the
games?
season. And I
no.
ain't really bet on
I
the
don't think
Clippers,
Dallas
but
got
even they
better.
gonna get better.
Dallas
I
I don't
got
just
think
better,
told
Dallas
him
Scott.
got
that.
What
better.
is you talking about? What is you talking about,
What?
Scott? Dallas got
What
better.
Dallas get better at?
No,
I
they
don't
did.
think Dallas
Christian
got
Got
Wood?
better.
two
No, they
big
Where did
did.
men.
Dallas get better?
No, they
They
did.
got two
Christian
big
Wood
men,
ain't
and they
getting better. That
let me
boy's an
tell y'all.
overachiever.
Let me tell you. They got two big men, and they getting Hardaway back. That's where they got better.
Okay. Okay, that's
So
one
what
less
is you talking
scoring,
about? Why
one
you
less
asking me
scoring,
this?
Man,
Why,
and
listen,
one more
man.
big man. Whoop de do? Like what I supposed to see?
Dallas got lucky because the West was hurt. Clippers were hurt.
Dallas got
Dallas wouldn't
better.
have made it out of the first round if guys everybody was healthy.
Okay, will Golden State win 53 games?
That's
Yeah,
doable for them.
yeah.
All right,
Golden State will win 50
Will
plus
Memphis
Memphis
games.
win
ain't winning
56?
56
Will
again.
Memphis win 56?
Nope.
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 How many?
Clippers will win
But you can
56.
say no, but how many they gonna win?
40 something.
40
No, they
something.
not.
I
Oh,
said
please,
that
No,
come
too.
they
on,
not.
man.
I think they'll win 50 games, 49, 50 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
And how
too.
many will Phoenix win?
Marvin, you
About
gotta
50.
understand, bro.
Phoenix
When a
ain't gonna win
team like the
63
Lakers,
games.
The
How many they
Lakers
gonna
got 3
win?
all
Y'all
stars on the
forgetting
team.
your boy out.
You take 3 all-stars off the league last year off of one team.
I say Phoenix dropped 10. They win around 53 games.
10
I told him
games?
that.
Hell no.
Yes,
Hell
Phoenix
no.
not that
Man, the
good,
Lakers
bro.
is not going to be 38. They're not
Yeah.
going to be that, bro.
And I
All right,
told
the
him that
Clippers is
too.
not going to be
Games
38
they won.
38.
Look, A1.
Like,
What,
I-
all right, what
those
does
teams
that
A1.
got
it's
to
not
do with
happening this year.
Phoenix?
A1,
What
I
does
told
it
him.
got to do with
Phoenix
Phoenix?
running around like the
And
bullies
you
of the
think
West, but they
New
really
Orleans
just
is going
third,
New
fourth
Orleans is
seed in
going
the
to be
West.
10 games, bro?
Y'all keep telling me the Lakers going to win so many extra
New
games,
Orleans
but
is going to
what
be
does that
11
have
games
to
under
do with
500?
Phoenix?
The reason
Y'all,
why they
Orleans
got
is
something
going
to
to
do
be
with
11
Phoenix is
games
because
above
some fact
500. It's a lot of
all right,
teams that's going to be better.
Scott gave a nice description. He picked the team on what they if they won or lost against the teams last year and added his wins. So I'm going to bring up Phoenix, see how many games they beat the Lakers, and you tell me if you can add or
why
subtract
are you
games.
trying to do Phoenix against the Lakers when
You
it's the
can't. I
overall?
mean,
He
you
just
can't do that. You can't do that because last year Denver had 50 points missing from their starting lineup. 50.
all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like
Let
you
me
can't
explain to
do
you
that,
why
man.
I'm doing Phoenix. The reason I'm doing Phoenix is y'all just said that they're gonna lose more games.
Yeah.
You
Bruh,
said
they
the
had
Lakers are gonna
64
wait.
wins.
They're
Wait.
gonna
You
lose.
said the
Phoenix
They're gonna
Lakers are
lose
had
more
gonna
games
win
64
more.
because of
wins,
health.
bruh.
Because
A
Man,
everybody
that's
Chris
not
healthy.
Paul
even
The
led
Lakers
team
are
had
gonna win more
64
games.
wins.
that's not
This is
even
what I'm
common,
telling you.
man. That type
What
of
I'm
win.
trying to explain to
Yeah,
y'all is
man, it
y'all
ain't
saying the
common.
Lakers. Y'all saying the Lakers are gonna win more games, and you taking games from Phoenix like the Lakers gonna be the reason they lost them.
No, we taking games
No,
from them because it's going to be more
It's
team
going
competing.
to be it's everybody. The Clippers are better.
Yeah,
Denver is healthy. Lakers are
The
be
Kings
healthy.
are better.
Like
yeah. Like
New
Okay.
think
Orleans
about
is
it.
All right.
healthy.
When you
Like
Is
got
Utah
better
better?
teams at
Is
the
Utah
bottom, you
better?
can't coast like they've been doing
No,
most of the
Utah
season.
and Sacramento.
Okay. See, they're not entering the fact that the teams that's not gonna be better were up top. Utah won 48 games. They're not
But
gonna
you
be
acting
that
like
this year.
Utah gonna lose
but
every
Clippers
one
are
of them
just
No,
48
I'm
regular
not.
games.
Utah.
They still
I'm
gonna win
just
about
giving them
30 something
big
games. They
swaps.
damn
Yeah.
self.
They might be in
I'm
the
not telling.
play-in. They might
They
be
are
in the
not
I'm not
winning
play-in.
saying Utah.
another
Wait a
game.
minute. Now
They
y'all
just
telling me
lost to
y'all team's gonna
Minnesota.
win. You saying y'all team's gonna win more, but when I tell you they're gonna lose more, I'm saying that they're gonna lose them all. I didn't say that. I said you can swap them with the Lakers. Put
But
the
you keep
Lakers.
saying swapping it with a team. It don't work like that.
You saying more wins and more losses? What you want me
No,
to
what
That
do?
we
don't mean
saying is okay,
that don't
Marvin,
mean the
boom.
Lakers gonna get all them
Marvin,
wins.
listen. If you at the top of if you at the top of your league, right? And you know there's only like 3 or 4 teams in your league that can deal with you. You can cost them more wins. But if you got more teams, you can 8 deep in your league, and it's like, damn near every night we gotta come to play. Just like you were saying earlier, them back-to-back nights. Some of them back-to-back nights, but on teams that probably can beat them this year in a back-to-back.
Yeah, like the Clippers and the Lakers back to back.
Yeah.
You might go 0-2.
And
You might
All
have
A1,
a
right.
check
dog
this out,
fight
How
one
many
A1.
night,
games?
and the next night
Bro,
might be
simple
like, oh, we
question.
can rest this game and lose it.
Exactly.
Simple
You might have to
question. How many
travel.
games with
A1, we not
with the
about to
Lakers?
beat A1,
You
How
I'm
have
many
gonna
to
be
games will
travel
the
honest,
to
and I
Lakers
New
win
told them
this
Orleans.
this
year?
earlier. We not
Yeah.
about to beat the Lakers 3 times in a row like we did last year.
Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
couple games
That's
coming
what I'm
off of you.
saying.
That's a couple games coming off of you
But
then,
we gonna
Scott.
pick up from Utah and Dallas. That's what
But
I'm trying to
So
tell
you ain't
you.
win nowhere. You
but
still in the
Marvin,
same. If you lose over here and gain over here, it's the same. You the same.
Man,
but
Utah
so
was
Marvin,
beating up on us too, man.
you think Phoenix is going to sweep the Lakers and the Clippers like they did last year? You think they gonna get
Uh,
8 wins off those teams like they
That's what
did
I'm
last
trying
year?
to get them to
Bro,
understand.
listen,
That's
that's
not
8
gonna happen.
whole games, bro.
That's
If
8 games.
I'm
that's
looking at.
8 games by itself.
Yeah, they're not
Okay,
gonna
so what?
win. They're
I
not gonna
just asked
sweep
y'all.
them,
Is y'all telling me the Lakers gonna pick up these games on Phoenix? Y'all said no. Now y'all saying yeah.
bro.
No, listen, when he
Even
try,
if they split, they go 4-4. That's 4 more
yeah,
losses for them.
that's
That's what
60 wins at that point
we
for
try
them
to
instead of
explain that
64.
to him already. He don't count the comprehension for that, dude. We try to
Y'all
explain it.
talking crazy, man. And when I bring
Because you
another
know
team
why?
in,
Because
y'all say
Marvin
it
keep
don't
going
matter
back
to
to the
them.
Pelicans.
But we
I
ain't talking about no
you keep
Pelicans.
going back to the Pelicans.
It don't
I
matter
haven't
No,
said
who
the
that's
we
how you
Pelicans.
losing
thinking. Because
to.
every time we name a team, you say, so you mean the Pelicans gonna pick that one up, or you mean the Lick?
That's
It's
you
like you
naming
be
them.
stuck
No
on
panic.
one
I
team
ain't
picking up
mentioning the
all their
Pelicans. That's
wins.
no panic. That's you mentioning Pelicans. I ain't brought them up in
Oh,
10 minutes.
I
We
talking
ain't
about in
talking about the
general.
Pelicans. Any
All I
team
I
that
said
ain't
is a
brought.
45
I ain't
wins
said
can be
nothing
a
about the
4 seed
Pelicans. I
inside of
said
win.
man,
Lakers
any
and I
team that
said
beat
Clippers.
them, that's 4 losses that they had that they won last year. Any team. team. It don't matter. It could
I
be
said Lakers
Oklahoma.
and Phoenix. No panic. I ain't mentioned the Pelicans in 10 minutes.
Man, what
Okay,
you
I'm
but
talking
you
talking about
using
is,
two teams. You forgetting all the other teams like the
yeah.
Clippers. The
You
Portland
telling me
Trailblazers gonna
you
be a
said
lot better. They
you
might not
said
be
the low
playoffs,
teams
but they're
coming
gonna be
up
beating
and the
some
high
teams.
teams. said the low teams coming up, the high teams coming down. Who the hell you want me to mention?
Minnesota would be better.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a lot of man. Listen, when you got everybody beating up on each other, and the top team can't win 64 and 56 games no more, their wins got to trickle down somewhere. So
You see
the
what I'm
law
talking
of
about?
averages
All
comes
you
out to
mentioned,
where the middle of that
the,
pack in the top 8 teams could be
the
around
only
44
teams
to
you are
46 wins.
mentioning is Phoenix, 64. You mentioning
Because they
Phoenix.
got
But
they're
that's
the
the
only
only
one
way
with the
you could take
balloon
from.
number.
You can't take. This is what I'm trying to get them to understand. That's the only people you could take from because they had the majority of the wins.
Yeah.
You can't take nothing from nothing, dog. You can't.
You just said Minnesota gonna win. You telling me Minnesota can't beat y'all
You
or
keep
the
going one on
Lakers?
one
They can't
teams,
beat the
bro.
Lakers.
They can
They
beat
can't beat the
anybody on
Lakers.
any. That's the West this
So
year.
so anytime you say that the
Anybody can
Lakers can
get
beat,
beat
all right,
in the West.
wait.
That's
Anybody.
why I was trying
You
to
just
tell him it's gonna be
said the Lakers
close.
might sweep. Hold up.
It's
He just
gonna be
said the Lakers
close.
might. He said the Lakers might split with Phoenix this year, but he just said they might lose to Minnesota. You don't
When we
pick up
were
no game.
Marvin, when we were healthy and Phoenix were healthy, and AD was everybody, we was up 2-0 on Phoenix.
Okay.
2-0. We got hurt.
All
Yeah.
right. Now
Like,
all
come
right.
on,
So now I'm
man.
gonna
Listen,
mention All right. So
Phoenix
now I'm gonna
can't
mention
deal with a team
Minnesota.
like LA when they're healthy.
Will you sweep Minnesota?
No, everybody gonna be close.
No,
That's
I
what we
know.
getting
I
at.
can't say.
Yeah,
So
like
that means you
that's the
back
part
in the
you
same
keep talking
boat.
about sweeps.
You not back
because
Well,
on the
it's
y'all
in the
same
just
boat.
said,
West, bro.
okay, if
It's
you
in the
split with them, you in the same
Marvin.
boat.
Marv, all you need to
When
understand
if
is
everybody's
when
healthy, you got a back-to-back against the Clippers and the Lakers, and then you got to fly to New Orleans and play New Orleans, and then
No,
fly to
don't mention that.
Minnesota. You
You
might
called
go
me tooth
0
and
and
nail about
4
that.
because it's not.
right,
None of those games are easy.
right. And then the games where you
Okay,
might
so
play
what
a
are you
back to
saying?
back and you playing against Portland, they might be a bad team, but they got a Dame Lillard. They might get one
Okay, well,
on
let
you.
me say this. And the same goes to the Lakers. You might play back to back and have to fly. You ain't gonna win.
Exactly.
That's cool, Marvin. But
Yes,
That
what we
mean you
trying to
ain't
say is
moved.
the top 10 teams in the West is going to be beating up on each other to where if the top team in the West end up being a 55-win team, it's seeable and doable that the number 4 seed can be a 44,
I
44,
bet you it
45,
won't.
46
I
win
bet
team.
you it won't.
That's the
I
point
bet
we
you
They
it
was
don't
won't.
getting
want to.
at.
They just want to talk
And
about that.
you and
Good thing,
Marvin.
no
All the
panic.
ones
Good
at the
thing. That's
top
the
come
whole point of
down,
what we
it
get
got to
at.
go somewhere.
Okay, Marvin, can you look up to see the last time the West had a 45-win team at the
That's
46th?
what I'm just finna do right now. I'm
No,
just
but
finna
we
do it
talking
right
And this
now.
about this.
argument right here.
We
I
talking about
guarantee it's
this
happened
season.
within the last
Y'all
10
can go
years.
in the
I
past
guarantee
all
it.
y'all want to. We talking about this season. I don't even care if
It
I write
is not
about
going
what
to
he's
this
saying if
season
y'all look
though.
in the past. We talking about this season. NBA
It's
is
not
not
going.
one of them things where it's like,
It,
oh well, 4 years in a row this happened, so it got to happen. This shit, no.
nah, it's not going to be a 45-win team in the.
Well,
You're expecting the rest of the West to play that bad? That a 45-win team? That means everybody
No, it's not. No,
beat
see, you
them.
got it wrong. It's not
See,
playing that bad. What I'm saying, the
That's
everybody
bottom is
playing
getting
tight, man.
better.
That's
essential.
what we saying. Everybody
That's
gonna be
essential
playing
to an
tight.
NFL team going 8-8 and they making the playoffs.
All
That's
right,
Eh,
check this out.
mediocre.
Purple baby. This is what we getting at.
Listen, teams in the NFL aren't going 7-9 and make the playoffs.
And
Purple
that's
baby.
Six
terrible,
and
man.
10 not make the playoffs.
And that's
Purple baby. This is what we
terrible.
getting at. Purple baby. 5 years ago, you you look at
Oh,
Minnesota like you looked
6-9-1.
at them 5 years ago.
It don't matter if it's
No.
Minnesota. It
Answer that
don't matter
question.
what the team. It
Do
ain't
you
many
look at
teams in the
Minnesota?
league that
Do you
won
look at
45
Minnesota?
games.
Man, do you look at Minnesota like you looked at them 5 years ago?
No, because I never pay
That's
attention
the
to
point we
Minnesota.
getting at.
You can say that
Exactly.
about New Orleans. You can say
That's
that about the Lakers,
that's the point
Charlotte,
we getting at.
anybody.
That's the point we getting at.
I'm looking at everybody now, and it's not possible coming this season that the team can be the 4th seed and win 45 games. That's delusion.
That's not delusional. You can say it never happened. You can say it never happened and never gonna happen. It's hard to happen, but it's doable.
It's
It's
a number
doable.
game. It's a number game.
Yeah, that's all it is. Number
Game
game.
that ain't really happened in the NBA like that for real.
What he looked it up?
Probably not. He
Hey,
probably
listen. In 2019, 2020, the Rockets been a 4 seeded with 44 wins.
Told you.
And the best record in the West been the Lakers with 52 wins.
And thank you. And I know it happened for a fact because it happened a couple of times when the number 1 seed and the 8th seed was separated by like 5 games. When
Told
the
you.
West is on, that's not how
Okay,
it
y'all go
goes.
on.
Told you.
So what are you talking about? Told me, but you still speculating. All you're doing is speculating.
No, you wrong. So now
Now,
you
now,
don't want to
Marv,
say
you just
when
moved
I
the
was
I'm not.
wrong.
goalpost, Marv.
What
When
do you
I
mean
was
You
I'm
moved
wrong,
the
I
wrong?
told you
goalpost,
I was
Marv.
wrong. Now you
Okay,
don't want to be
$100.
wrong.
All
Hey,
right.
listen,
Since I'm
listen.
wrong, $100.
Another one.
They won't be a 4 seed,
2015,
45 wins.
2016.
Since you want to say I'm
Trailblazers
wrong,
won with a
Sky. Wait a
44
minute, Sky.
44 win
Since you say
record.
I'm wrong, bet $100 it don't be a 45
Why would I
win
do
4
that,
seed.
man?
You
Why would
just
I
said
do
I was
that?
wrong. You just said I was wrong.
I know what I bet you $100
You
on
just
though.
talking. You
Look,
just talking.
I know what I bet you $100 on. What you said. I bet you I got 2 degrees. I bet you that,
I wouldn't give a damn about that. I ain't saying nothing
man.
about your
But
degrees.
I'm
What is you
just
talking
letting
Hey,
you
about?
listen,
know.
and
I bet you that.
nah, that's
You want to bet 100?
I'll bet you 100 I got 2.
I was just
How
going
about
off
that?
the bird.
No, you the one say I didn't have it. That's the only why I
I
want.
didn't say you didn't have no 2 degrees. I said I didn't graduate last year, and you said you had 2 degrees. I didn't say you didn't have them.
Y'all can think that the Pelicans gonna win 45 games. All y'all
Yup.
want at the
But
4th
listen,
seed. That's not
that
happening.
that no, and you well within your right to say that. That's cool. All I saying is 45 wins can win you the 4th seed the way the West set up this year. What Sky
But
said is
nobody's
Pelicans
confident in
gonna
that.
be that team.
You speculate. Nobody's confident in that. All right. You just
Okay,
speculating, right?
so you're speculating that a
I'm ready
team
to put
can't win
money on it.
45 wins
I'm
and be
ready
the
to put
4th
money
seed.
on it. I'm ready to put money on it. Are you?
No, I'm not going to put money on that. That don't
I
make
know
sense
you're
to me.
not. And Sky ain't
No,
either.
but see when I try
I
to
put
bet you
money on
about the
that we whoop
Lakers
the
being
Bulls.
better, you and I
You
won't
want to bet
bet
on the
that.
Bulls?
Yeah, I
Hey,
bet we win
You know
45
why you
games.
don't
Yeah,
want to bet that?
hey,
$100.
Because you've been
guys,
saying so
No,
much
not no. I'm
outside
talking about
factors,
the
man.
1-on-1.
guys, to be honest, like the only team in the West, I think, that can win 55 plus games that are deep enough is the Clippers.
But I don't think nobody's gonna win 55 plus. I think a lot of people gonna be 50, 40, and 48 and stuff like that in terms of wins.
So what
So
the
if it's
West
like
doing
that,
then? What the
if
That
West
it's
mean
like
doing
that,
then?
then
but that purple baby, that'll mean the West is beating up on the East, and I don't see them beating up on the East like that.
they're gonna
Do
beat
you
up
know
on the
that's
East. They gonna
possible
beat
that
up on.
happened recently in 2013, 2014?
Hold on, Pearl
You
Baby.
had
Hold on real quick. Pearl Baby, you say what you been saying about 48 wins this year? You been talking about in the West?
Yes, I think
You,
the lowest team will win 45, but the highest will be around 50, 51, maybe
That
52.
don't make sense. Them numbers don't add up.
yeah, the numbers don't
Yes,
add up because
it just happened in 2013, 2014 season. What are y'all
that
talking?
mean that the top seed in the East gonna be win 30 something games.
No, it don't.
Yes, that do.
No, it don't.
That
Why
mean
that don't?
think
Bro,
about it. If 50 wins come from the 8th seed in
Yeah.
the
I
West
didn't
alone,
say 50 wins come from the 8th seed.
what
I
do you
said
say?
the lowest seed gonna have 45.
You said the lowest seed gonna have 45 and the top seed gonna have 51.
Somewhere in there, yes.
Well, that
So you
don't make
trying to say the
sense.
first? No, you trying to say from the first seed to the 8th seed is only gonna be a 6-game swing.
It's possible, yes.
I'm not about to even comment on it.
Yeah, I said that's crazy.
That don't add up, man. That don't add up, man.
It's a numbers game, man.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that
It's a
mean
double.
that's crazy.
And if you go
When
off your logic, that
Maybe it just happened I'm telling y'all, it just happened in 2013, 2014. And the East team, I think it was 4 teams out East that had 50 wins, or it might have been 3.
But
I
you
don't
talking
but,
about
you know,
you
it
talking
was
about the East or you talking about the West?
the West. It
So you
had
okay? So
7.
the example you bring up was the East, right?
No, I said it's possible for the West teams to have 50 wins. At least
Uh huh.
7 teams can have 50 wins or around 48.
So when you bring up 2013, you talking about the West or the East?
look, that
The
proved my point,
West.
though. No
So
pen, that proved my point. If
Who
she
was in the
said no,
finals in 2013?
The Heat, I think, right?
Miami.
And San Antonio.
but that if that proved my
And
point,
San Antonio, is that the yeah, you gave them a gentleman's sweep damn near, huh? Or is that the shot
hey,
by Ray
listen, the
Allen?
Heats win 66 games that year, and the Thunder
Okay.
win 60 games that year. So it ain't
Who
never been no 51 win team in 2013.
2013, 2014 season? Are you sure?
Well, looking at 2013 Western Conference. I
Look at the
looking at
whole conference.
okay. I looking at the
We
East.
just
Well, let
had
me
this
type in
conversation
2013 and 2014 so I don't be misquoting. 2013, 2014 Western Conference. Okay, the Spurs win 62 in the West. And in the East, the Pacers win 56. And those were
What
the
the
top
four,
2 seeds in
what the
Eastern
4th seed
Conference.
was? If the top seed was 56, what the 4th seed was?
What
The
was
fourth, the
that was
fourth
about
seed in the East with the Bulls with 48 wins, and the 5th seed with 44 wins. In the
Told you.
West, the
Wow,
4th seed with 54 wins, and the Trailblazers at 54 wins too.
see, that's right. It's possible. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Yeah.
looking at that right? Let me pull it up because we had this conversation last night, and somebody else mentioned it. I know what I
Oh,
seen.
So you
and
saying
How much you want to bet Bulls against Pelicans head to head? Since you say I
and
want to take that bet.
Marvin, it's over. It's over with that. You trying to get
I'm
the
talking to
Pelicans?
Sky, man, not you. Sky said he would bet
You trying
me
to get at the
on a
Pelicans
head to head.
bad?
Hey, I
So
No,
love
I
me
okay,
some.
don't.
so
You
perfect.
said
You
Hey,
you
had
I
said
51
love
you
me some
wins in the
Marvin,
first
bro. That's
seed
what
and
he
listen.
said.
45 in
He
the
just
East.
That's an OG
you hear him
He
move.
talking. He
bad. I
just told
got
me
it.
on this panel that he would bet me head to head Bulls and Pelicans. So I'm
Yeah,
asking him how much.
it's whatever
Now he
you
ain't
want to bet.
talking.
You ain't talking nothing, man. You got to cash out.
Yeah.
All right, however much you want to bet.
Okay, we put it in the chat. Or you can
Let's
I'll
bet.
give you my number. It don't make a difference. Me and you make that bet
I,
on our own. Bubble
I
bubble.
give you my number too. I
Hey,
trust you, Maul. But
So
check this
perfect,
out,
baby. What you
Maul.
been saying about the 51 win team and the
Check this out,
45
Maul.
seed?
Maul,
like
we
I said, even though the San Antonio Spurs won 62 games, the bottom seed in that conference won 49 games, and that's with 18. Eight teams, and I'm telling you, at least 7 coming into this year can get 50 wins. How is that impossible in the
Bro,
numbers I'm watching?
listen. That's 5. You have 5 teams that only win 30 something games in the West, right? And in the East, you had 5 teams that only win 20 something games. That's how. The
You
Bucks
think
won 15 games that season. The Sixers won 19. Magic won 23. Celtics won 25. Pistons won 29. Cavaliers had 33. And that's just in the East. Now to go over to the West, you had 25 wins by the Jazz in the 15 slot, 27 by the Lakers, 28 by the Kings. That's how you can have 62 wins in the first slot and 49 at the end because the top been beaten
I
out on
didn't
the
say
bottom.
how they got there. I'm saying it's possible for. I don't see no team this year winning 60 games. 50, yes. 48, yes. The low is 45. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. So what you saying? Say that again.
I don't see no team this year in the NBA winning 60 games. I said 50, no more than 55. I think 55 and
but
under.
that proved my point. If they just
Okay,
win
so
it,
No,
in
it don't.
if
no,
they if they
no,
win
you
in
know why?
55
Because
points, if they win in 55 games of like you say 50, right? Why the 4th seed can't be the 4th seed at 45 points? I mean 45 wins. If
Okay.
Because
the
you got
top
to have
seed at
6
50.
teams at the top. And if you're going to have 55 at the top, the next one probably be 53, 52, 51,
And
50.
then you go into
You
the
ain't
fourth.
got close to 45.
yeah, behind the 4th seed.
You ain't
Like
got
think about
close
it.
to the 4th seed that no fit 45 games. If the top
Listen.
seed in the West is 50, wait, let
Uh-huh.
me finish. If the top seed in the West is 55 wins, what
Uh-huh.
you think the 2 seed going to be? 50, 52, 53? The
Uh-huh.
3 seed going to be 50.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 seed going to be 49, 50,
All they can
49.
no listen, all they can swing down and it be a battle from the 4th seed on down.
That's what he don't understand. I wait for him to do that
Like
because I
y'all
was about to
keep
get him
y'all,
with
What
this.
you
I don't
I was
mean?
think
about to
y'all
get him with
understanding
this.
what y'all
You
saying.
How
can
many? That's what I'm
always
saying.
say, or you can
How
always
many?
speculate. But if
How
he
many?
just said if the teams
All
win
right, check this out.
55,
Check this out. How many games Phoenix was ahead of the 2nd seed?
about 6 because they won 60, no 5. They were 64. They won 64 games,
So
and
that's a five
what?
game, right? So you don't think you could do that from the 3 to the 4, 5 games ahead?
So
Not if y'all
Scott,
Phoenix,
saying they beating up on each other.
Phoenix just
No,
did it. Phoenix just did it.
y'all just said the West is gonna beat up on each other. So how is that gonna be
And
such a
stay
big
healthy.
difference?
for the numbers to be close like that, they got to be beating up on each other. That don't mean that it's 5 games
All right,
ahead.
if they close, if it's
Man, we just
55, 54, 53,
Marv,
52, the 45
Marv,
number
we just
don't
did it.
fit.
Marv, we just seen it this year with your team, Marv. You saw where them
No, we
people
did
went from.
not.
Man, them
The
people
top
would have
heavy
lost them
team
two
in the
games. They'd have went from the 3rd seed all the way to the play-in. Remember?
but
You don't remember
that
when
was
I was
from the
cracking
six. That
jokes?
was that, but that wasn't no 45 games either. With the Bulls
That's
had
the
won
point I'm getting
46
at. That's
games.
how quick. That's how quick it worked.
The
They would have
top
went
3
from.
seeds in the West won 53 games, 51, 51, 51, and 51. That ain't 45.
Oh, you ain't. You ain't gonna
You want me to
understand.
tell you again? Miami won 53.
Hey, Sky, you know why this conversation ain't about to go nowhere? Because when we talking about a team can win it, we giving y'all a blueprint of how a team can win it. But y'all trying to argue us if it's going
There
to happen
is.
or not.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
saying
right.
that they couldn't happen, no,
That's
Pat.
why.
I never said it couldn't happen. I'm letting you know it won't happen.
Okay, cool, but that's your opinion because nobody really knows. But it can happen. You do understand
With
that part,
these
right?
teams,
Marv,
yeah, I
it's
know,
happened.
I
So you
understand.
can't just
I
say it
know it's
can
been
happen.
happened
It's
before,
already
guys.
happened.
But
Yeah,
you
he
I
already
know,
said. Oh yeah, they
okay, it
already came
happened,
out and
and then
said it
these,
happened.
all right, yes, it did happen, and these players wasn't playing when it happened.
So
Huh?
that's the excuse
But
you're gonna
what they
use.
good if
Yeah,
they
Marv, you gotta
No,
go easy.
I say again, I ain't even got to talk about it. Anybody want to bet that they
Marv,
45
All I
let
can
me
wins
say is
45 games?
let me try and break
Nobody
it.
about to take that bet.
Let me try and break
Well,
it
why
down
y'all arguing it?
one more
Because
time.
you trying to argue if it's going to happen, we arguing if it can happen.
I'm
That's
telling
two
you,
different
it's
arguments.
not gonna happen. It
man,
So
if I
ain't
would
okay,
have
no
And
knew,
you
force
if
saying
I
it's
feed
would have
going
knew
to
not.
that was gonna
45 games.
happen,
We
if I knew that
understand
was
it.
gonna
We
happen, I know
understand
the
it's an
lottery
uphill battle
numbers,
for it to
dog.
happen.
Now, if
so
you said
Marv,
46,
you saying
47 games, then I would
give me your
agree, but not 45.
And that's 1 or 2 games off. Now you just,
That's
aim
a
for deep
big,
spots.
that's a whole lot of games. That's just like y'all
so
said,
you saying
splitting
this
or 2 out of
from the
3.
first seed to the fifth seed, it's going to be a difference of 8 games.
More than likely.
who?
That's what you're telling me.
More than
So
likely,
you
it very
saying
well could
so
be.
for the first seed to be 55 and the fourth seed to be 48. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Not even 48. They have to win more than that. If the first seed is 55, they're gonna have to win at least
So
almost
you got 4
49.
teams in the West with all those with the talent coming back in the West. 4 teams in the West winning 50 plus games.
Okay, well, here's a question for you. We can end it now. How many games you guys think the Lakers will win?
I say in
I
most.
think mid 40s, high 40s. They won't get to
What,
50.
48, 49?
Yeah, they'll be right
I
there.
Okay, how many games will the Clippers win?
50.
50 plus.
How many games will Phoenix win?
50.
I think Phoenix. I think they dip, man. They
I've
probably
been saying that.
they get
I've been
they
saying
get
that.
50. They get 50.
How many games?
They'll win 50.
I give
How
them
many games
40.
will Golden State? Wait,
40,
how
like
many games will
42.
wait. How many games will Golden State win?
50.
50.
So where's your 45 at 4 seed? You just named 4 teams with 50
They
wins.
may win. See, the thing is, I can't sit up here and say that all those teams gonna win 50 plus games because the
We
West
all
is
figure they're
that
going to listen.
good.
I'm speculating the same as y'all, but
It
we
might
all
be
figure they're
one
going to win
team that
over
win
50.
50. It might be the first seed
Okay,
might be
all right. Well, let me
55
ask you this
games. Second
question:
seed
will
might be
Golden
40.
State win? All right. Well, here you go. Will Golden State win 45 games?
They'll win more than that.
Will Memphis win 45 games?
They
I don't
might
know. I
5.
don't know.
Hey, listen, they might
Okay.
win
Well, I ain't
around
gonna even
that.
use Memphis then, since you will Phoenix
Memphis
win
might be that
45
team that
games?
win 45
Will
games and be the
Phoenix?
fourth
Will
seed.
Phoenix win 45 games?
No, I think they go 50.
And there's something else too, no panic they ain't looking at. We don't
I'm
know what they're gonna win because injuries ain't even set in yet.
Exactly.
But you the one saying, okay, so why would you say a 4 seed gonna be 45 wins? You don't know either.
But listen, that's why remember when I bet you about it, the Lakers gonna be better or not? You said they ain't get better, and I said they did get better, and you and I won't bet because you said I don't know what's gonna happen with Kyrie and all that. It's the same thing with this right here. I'm not about to bet you on if a team can win 45 games and
but
be the
I
fourth seed
don't.
because I
I,
don't know
I
who
don't.
get
I ain't
injured.
never
I don't
made
know
a
who
bet.
get traded.
and try to
I have
collect.
never made a bet against. I have never made a bet against the Lakers. You ain't never asked me that. No
Marvin,
man.
remember I've been saying the Lakers get better. You've been saying they didn't, and I tell you why they get better, and you've been saying that don't make them
I
get better
I
because of the
like the
players.
Lakers.
No, no, listen.
I ain't
No, I
never
get
shout out
that, but
against the Lakers.
I've been telling you to put a bet on it since you were saying they ain't get better, and you say
I
no,
never
the bet
said
ain't gonna work
you
because they
thinking of
might get
somebody
Kyrie.
else. No panic. I have
Now
never said the Lakers were not going to be
that
better.
been
I've
that been
never
you
said
that
that.
been you that been you
I no panic. I have
Unstoppable. I
never
don't know if you've
said.
been trolling, but that been
I'm
you.
the one who take up for Westbrook. I have
No,
never said the
I
Lakers
get
was going
that,
to be
but the
worse.
argument ain't been about Westbrook, it's about if they got better or not. And you've been saying
I
I don't
said the
even
only
know
reason the
Damian
Lakers
Jones.
wasn't good is because of injuries. I ain't never said they wasn't going to get better.
Man, the
No,
Lakers
Never.
wasn't
Marvin,
good because
I
of
remember this vividly. Like you been keep trying to say I don't know Damian Jones. You say I pause, and
I
that's how I
ain't
don't
never
know him.
even mentioned Damian Jones' name. You thinking of somebody else?
Marv, listen. Now I won't go back. I know for a fact this conversation happened, but you just don't remember it.
Okay,
That's
when you
all.
find out who it is, then you tell me
No,
because it wasn't me.
it been you.
That boy
Hey,
that done
listen,
lost his
Bob.
damn mind.
Hey, Bob. Listen, out of anybody on this panel, not to compare myself, but I remember a lot that people say, and I hold on to them because
Well,
I
you
know
don't
people just be
remember
talking
that
sometimes.
because
Oh, no
I never
panic. They say a
again
lot.
only person I have any kind of difference with the Lakers is with Dex. I ain't never even talked to you about the Lakers. Never.
You done?
Oh, no panic. Everything I said last year came true, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, listen, and I remember arguing against him with the Pelicans, saying the Pelicans ain't about to be blah 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 and all that shit there. And when he
Hold
was right
on. Let me
about
let
it,
me let
saying
me
the first
answer.
thing
Let
I
me
said
answer
is,
Sky.
"Hey,
Sky, you
You
Sky's
said
be a
the
right.
Bulls
fool
were gonna
not to
be in the
Sky's right."
understand.
play-in.
You not be a fool not to
Sky,
look at
you
that
said the
roster
Bulls
and
were gonna be in the
understand.
play-in, didn't you, Sky?
Yeah, I said they were gonna be in the play, and
So
it was like one
everything
game.
you said didn't come true then, right?
And let me tell you, man, it was like one game from being
Just
in the play.
answer the question. You said they
I
were
was
gonna be in the
right more
play-in
than I
and
was
it didn't.
wrong. I was right more
Okay,
than I
what's
was
right?
wrong.
What's right about the Bulls in the play-in when they wasn't in it?
No,
What's
what
right
I'm
about that?
saying
Hey,
is
listen, and see, that's what Marvin do.
they don't
Whenever
want.
Sky say something, Marvin got to have a retort about
Yeah,
something else.
He
It's like,
lying.
bro,
He
like, let
said,
the man
and you
live.
you sitting
Like,
there,
he been
listen,
right about the Pelicans, so you
you
had to
sitting
bring
there
out the
going
Bulls
with him, and you
predicament.
know,
look,
and he lying. He
look,
said the Bulls was
Maul, you
gonna be in
wasn't
the
even here,
play-in,
Maul.
and he
Maul,
just said
Maul. When we
everything
was
he
going
said
through this,
came true,
Maul,
and you said yeah.
Maul. When we
You
was going
said
through
yeah,
this, you
no
wasn't
panic.
even on here,
Yeah,
Maul.
like Marv, you ain't even been on the screen when he been
You
doing
wasn't
that
even
when he
on
first
here,
come on.
Maul.
When I was on the panel, he said the Bulls was going to the play-in. He just said everything he
Oh
said
well, I
last
don't know
year
I
about
came
that
did
because
true.
I
say
used to
And
that.
roll
hold
with
on, let me
the
finish.
Pelicans.
He just said everything he said came true. And guess who said you right? You, no panic.
Yeah.
I bet you
Well,
we
he was
beat y'all.
lying
I think we
because
play
they
y'all
didn't go in
11.
the play-in.
I think we play y'all in 11 games, and we gonna bet that we beat y'all too. And,
Y'all
and
beat
what
us
I
at
need,
11
and what
games.
I need to know, is because y'all like to make excuses. Is we betting if Lonzo, let's say Lonzo out and he hurt, the bet still on or is off? I need to know that right now.
Now you see that's you and that y'all shit.
Man, nah,
My name is
nah, nah,
Marvin
nah.
And
Taylor.
listen,
I'm
and
one
Marvin,
person.
when
No,
I say
I
he
need to
right about
know this
when I
because
agree to
I
him
don't
say
want to
he
hear.
right about
Now you
everything,
ain't gonna bet. Be quiet. I don't
I
even want to hear what
remember when
Scott's
he said
saying.
the
He's
Pelicans
scared.
gonna be better, they've been better. I remember when he said Zion, they gonna sign Zion to a contract, and y'all been saying he wasn't, and they did. I remember when he said the
Y'all,
Pelicans been saying I want
I was
Lonzo,
the
and they
only
just
one.
did
I
it.
was the only one on here saying the Pelicans was gonna beat the Bulls when they last game of the season. Why you keep talking about y'all? No panic. How old are you?
I ain't saying nothing about no y'all. I telling you of when Sky just now Sky been like everything I say be right. And I agreed because the things that I heard him say about when he talk about the Pelicans, when he talk about Lonzo, when he talk about anything he talk about as far as like his team, he has been right. So when I
He
say that, the first
said
thing
the
you say is,
Bulls was
well, let
gonna
me
be
just
in the
prove that
play-in,
he was wrong about
and
the
he was
Bulls.
not
Like
right.
everything this guy said, like you got to retort to try to
Hold
play
on.
a get
When
back
he
game with
said the
him. Like
Bulls,
that's
wait a minute, listen to
crazy.
this. Now he can attest to this. When he said the Bulls are gonna be in the play-in, I offered him a bet. He didn't take it.
Okay, you
But
saying
you
that to say
just said
why?
he was right about everything.
No, and I just break down what I feel like he was right about based off what I've heard he said. When he talk about his
Okay, all right,
team, when he talk about Lonzo, when he anything, when he say he right, I assume he's talking
okay,
about when he talk
all
about
right,
his Pelicans.
all right.
Everything he
Now
say about his
this
Pelicans
here is
Yeah,
has been
very
keep
true.
going.
recent.
He
Like, what
keep
has
This
he
going.
is
been wrong
very
about?
recent.
You keep throwing out.
Just
Look
five
up.
minutes ago,
You keep throwing out bets,
Sky
Maul.
said,
Maul.
just 5 minutes ago, Sky said, everything I said last year came true. Right? No panic.
About the
What did you
Pelicans,
say?
yes.
What?
I'm talking about the Pelicans. But anyway, Marv, you
Lord, have
throwing
mercy.
out bets. I need to know when we make this bet, is it
You ain't got
still
to know
on if
nothing. Just
Lonzo
put your money
Ball
in.
on play?
You,
Is
What
this
bet?
cause
What bet
Sky,
y'all?
cause
Sky,
I
what is
want
you
look,
talking about?
I'm gonna bet you
I don't
whether
make excuses,
look,
Sky.
I'm gonna
I don't
bet
make
you
excuses.
look, this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna bet you whether BI play whether they don't play or they do play. Zion,
Why
I
you
just
think
feel
I
like
ain't gonna bet? I ain't never.
we
I
got
was
a
willing
better
to bet
team
you
than them.
last year.
I
Can
I
I?
just
was
feel
willing to
like we
bet you
got a better
last year
team
that the
than them.
Bulls were.
I'm dropping my nuts. I just feel like our whole team better than them. So whether the
I
stars
know
play or
our whole
not,
team
I
better than
still take
yours.
that bet. So
I know our whole team better than
this what
yours.
I'm saying. So it's the best still that we gonna make. If Lonzo Ball or
You don't
DeMar
have
or
to
none of
ask me
them
that.
don't
I'm talking
play,
about wins and
I'm
losses. I don't give a
man,
damn who playing.
man, I'm talking about one-on-one game. When y'all played up in the first game at y'all house, when we play y'all, do you want to make that bet?
Yes. I don't give a damn who playing. Yes.
All right. Well, it's a bet. That's all you gotta
But
say.
what is that? Ain't hard, Sky.
I don't care. No, I just don't want no excuses, man. If Lonzo,
You
no,
go, Sky. You the one bringing up excuses. I never give excuses.
no, I don't.
You bringing them up.
I say we making a bet whether they play or don't.
You don't have to tell
I'm
me
making
that.
a bet whoever they put on the floor. That's what I'm
Sky,
making a bet.
Sky, you don't have to tell me that.
They
I
could
know
put
what
the
an
water
injury
ball on
is.
the floor
I'm
and
not
I'm
gonna
betting.
say we lost because of this
They
and
could
I
put the
ain't paying
ball
you.
on the floor and we betting.
It ain't no. You just talking, Sky.
Man,
That's all you doing. You ain't gonna do shit. You just
man,
talking.
y'all injured prone, man. So you know
You
y'all
just
be
talking.
injured. Y'all be injury prone. I just don't want you to
See,
back
we
up
talking
out
about
on me.
y'all. Say Marvin. Don't say y'all.
Marvin, your team injury prone. I don't want you to back out on me, Marvin.
No, I ain't. You ain't got to worry about it. I just told you. All right, I'll tell you this too. We can make two bets. I bet the Bulls have a better seeding than you guys going in the playoffs.
No, Marvin, don't make that bet.
Look, man, nobody don't believe in the Bulls, man.
You can laugh all you want, but I bet you won't take the bet.
What? No, I ain't gonna take the bet because that don't make
See
no
what I'm
sense.
talking about, Purple Baby?
Nah,
See what
that
I'm
don't
talking
make
about?
sense.
All he do is talk. That's all he do is talk.
No, that's why I ain't taking a bet. Let me explain to you. Wow.
I don't give a damn if you ain't taking it. You take it or not. I don't give a damn why you're not. Just take it or not.
The bet is not even because
you scared.
y'all don't play the same people we play. Y'all play the
Exactly. I'm
East.
about to say that.
Our name ain't the
like I'm not
Pelicans. Our
about to
name is
bet
the
on
Bulls.
that.
That's
Now
obvious.
you know what? We could bet on? I bet we be on the Eastern teams more than on the Bulls. I mean, more than y'all be
I
on the
bet on
Western
my
team.
Bulls. I bet on
We
my
could
Bulls
bet like
only. I don't bet on other teams.
no. Listen to what I'm telling you. I bet we beat more Eastern teams than y'all beat Western teams.
You want me to send you a text? I just told you. I bet on the Bulls, not
Hey,
the
listen,
East.
Scott, I ain't fit. That would be easy dub right there.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You betting on the Bulls. They just got to beat up on more of the Western teams than the East.
Well, we bet game for game then.
Nah, I ain't gonna bet like that.
That's the same fucking thing. See how dumb
No,
he
it's
is?
not.
It's the same thing.
Oh, you talking
It
about the game?
is.
You talking about when they play the Western team?
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
fucking
we can
thing.
bet like that. Yeah, we can bet
No,
Well, why
like
you
that.
say
see,
you ain't gonna take it?
Marvin, the reason why that ain't a fair bet because you've been just saying earlier about how them back to backs come out. So if you play,
What that's if I'm taking a bet, I'm taking a bet. It don't make no difference about back to back.
No, but it do. Now, I mean, y'all can bet now. I ain't trying to see y'all don't
no
bet nothing
panic.
like that.
No
I
panic.
just
Don't
pointed
worry
out how
about
it
it.
don't make no sense to bet that shit.
Man, half of their
Scott,
team gonna be hurt. No panic. Don't worry
always
about
have to
that.
have you always have to have a cheerleader, don't you, Scott? You
No
make the
panic.
bet.
Don't
Now,
worry
ain't no
about that.
panic
No
after
panic.
this.
Half of their team
You
gonna
always
be
got to
hurt.
have somebody rooting for him.
I'm not
No
tripping.
panic, no panic.
That
You make the
ain't
bet.
even been the root for him. That been to help you out this now. What you talking about?
No, he keep asking, calling your name. Do you hear me calling Purple Baby? I'm talking to Sky.
Them
Probably
people
trying to
ain't
get me
held
to
it.
be quiet real quick. Shit.
I don't need no help.
No panic. Them people don't be held.
See what I'm talking
man.
about? See what
They
he say?
don't be held.
He rah.
They ain't.
Just make sure you get ready. We got 3 games to bet on. Pelicans and Bulls. Period.
So you betting head to head.
We play y'all twice, huh? We play y'all twice, man.
3 times, I think, brother.
It's twice, man. I was looking.
I mean,
I was looking for you.
Yeah,
How many
only
other
time
games
it'd be like a
looking for
3-game
you.
players. Like if he
we played y'all 3 times last year. I think we play y'all 3 times this year.
Man, we played twice, man. We play y'all at like the 11th game of the season, and after
Play
all,
us in the 3rd game of the season.
I don't think they be playing 3 games against a cross conference. Ah, shit.
talking about
Outside
that
conference.
preseason game. I'm not about to bet you on no preseason. We play y'all in the preseason. I'm not about to bet you on that.
I ain't talking about no preseason. I'm talking about regular season.
We play y'all twice.
Man, you can't even get me to take no bet on the Bulls and their record because like they're too dependent on Lonzo.
That's why I know I got him.
That's
why I know I got him.
That's where you know. That's where you think you got me, Scott. You gonna have an excuse when the time comes to bet.
Y'all say y'all
we better not take.
Man, y'all say y'all whole season fell apart because y'all lost the guard, man.
Why you keep saying y'all?
That's what y'all Bulls fans say. If Lonzo was healthy.
Now, if you want to say that, this is what the Pelican fans say. They was happy they got in the playoffs for the first time in 7 years, and they was 12 games under.
You know what? You right too. That's what we say too. You right too.
That's sad.
Yeah, we right. You right like a motherfucker. We be happy.
I already know I am.
Scott.
You ain't
You ain't
lying.
that.
I
I
got
already know I am. I don't. But here's the deal. I don't care nothing about the
That
Pelicans. But if you want to bet against the Bulls
that
against the
playoff
Pelicans,
game,
I
I
that
got
take
a
the
playoff
bet.
question
game was
for y'all.
that playoff game was packed like a motherfucker. 12 home games under.
I got a question for y'all. If A1 is still here, I would appreciate if he answers. But what team in the East that made the playoffs last year won't make it this year?
I don't believe they won on the panel.
He won.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you heard me?
Now, what you say? Repeat that,
I
Mama. I'm
said
sorry.
what team in the East? This is for everybody. What team in the East that made the playoffs last year won't make it this year?
I think everybody that made it last year, I think it's going to be a repeat.
Yeah.
Just
Hey, listen. Hey,
just
I was about
numbered
to say that
differently.
shit for real. Like I can't even think about no team at the bottom that gonna surprise nobody or nobody who falling out.
Yeah, I
I
just
can.
think if
Atlanta made the playoffs.
Now, when you say the
Nope.
playoff, you
They
talking
win
about
the
just the
play.
playoff.
Yeah,
You
you mean the
talking
play in
season? You
two,
meaning like
play in. You mean
Everything
the sixth
included,
seed?
guys. Everything included.
Atlanta. That's about the
Atlanta,
I
weakest
mean,
one.
if it
Atlanta
does
was
the
in the
same, it might
play
be
in.
a mix up with the playing teams that actually winning the play-ins, but I mean, it gonna be the same 10 teams in my opinion.
yeah, it's going to be the
Well, I
same
can
teams,
say this.
probably different
No,
seeds.
Brooklyn. We can't forget
That's what
about
I was
Brooklyn.
just going to say. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, man.
If they the same team,
I
Brooklyn can
just
be
had to
something
think
different.
about it,
Oh
man.
no, see, Brooklyn gonna be a top seed next year if
Man,
they keep the team
Brooklyn,
together.
Brooklyn,
And
like
that
one
ain't the only
trade away
team.
from.
That's not the only
Y'all know
team.
I
The
ain't
team
lying.
that actually can flip flop is Charlotte and New York.
Man,
Or Washington. Or
Brooklyn,
All
like
Washington.
three of
one.
them teams been out the play-ins except for
No, the Knicks. The Knicks gonna
the Knicks
overtake
been out.
Charlotte.
Right.
Man, Brooklyn one trade away from being done. Y'all know that, man.
Yeah, that's true, but I just don't see
But
them
you
making
got to
that
make the
trade.
money work first. And
But they
Kyrie
they
zero
better
got
trades
the
from
explain
being
coming
the
home.
same too.
they got
I
the
don't
Ben
see no
Simmons
trade
rule.
going down this season, man.
They got that Ben Simmons rule, so anybody that they get can't be on the rookie extension. So
But Purple
again,
Baby, when you ask that question, the obvious question to the answer to me is New York and Charlotte. I think New York's better than Charlotte, and they'll take their spot.
I
I think
think
they about the
Washington is
same.
better than New York. So
I think they
but
about the same. Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
and
yeah, I agree with that.
Washington better
if it
than New
comes
York.
down to Melo or those two guards they got, I'm taking Melo.
Yeah.
So you telling me the Knicks team is not deeper than Charlotte's?
No, I
He
think
said
that
they're about the
I think
same.
in a 7-game series, Charlotte wins 4 games.
Yeah.
No, Knicks way deeper than them. Knicks got a good
And then
team,
Knicks,
man.
Knicks
I
got a
mean, they
bunch of
might be deeper, but I think
the
the
Knicks
talent
got
on
a bunch
Charlotte is just a
of
lot
cool
better than the
players. They
talent on New
got,
York.
man, like their big three is Julius Randle, a 5'11" guard, and a lefty that goes left 90% of the time.
You talk about
But
R.J. Barrett,
But
huh?
mind you,
I
now
think he
Julius
makes
Randle
Rand.
don't
I
got
think he
God,
he
makes.
ain't no
I've
I
been
think he
saying
representation,
makes
that.
Mitchell
so his
Robinson a
defense
lot better though.
automatically gonna be lacking.
Man,
I
Mitchell
think
Robinson, Mitchell
the guard
Robinson is
makes
not
Mitchell Robinson a
he's
lot
not a
better.
factor. He's not moving the needle. Mitchell Robinson's not moving the needle like that.
A1 being harsh.
All right, you
I
know
ain't
he
gonna
led the
lie though,
NBA in field
A1.
goal
No,
percentage,
that's a
right?
fact.
A1, I agree with a lot of stuff you say, bro. But Charlotte ain't good, bro. They don't even know if
I
they
mean,
gonna send
but we
Miles
talking
Bridges
about the
back.
Knicks. I'm just looking at the Knicks roster.
The Knicks are
They
better
better
than
than
them.
They is
Charlotte.
better
Mitchell
than
Robinson
They
is going to
better.
move
They
the
Hey,
better
needle.
I
than
mean,
Charlotte,
They ain't
respectfully
gonna
dog.
move
though,
the
like
needle.
I
they
think
is better
If
than
they
New
trade
York.
for Donovan Mitchell, they literally their backcourt is 6 foot and 5'11". Who they gonna guard?
Right. Right.
All right, we
That-
know what RJ Barrett is. He's going left 90% of the time. We
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
they
Julius
going
Randle
left.
is. He's
All
going
right,
left
let me ask you this,
90% of the
A1.
time. They're
Let me ask you
easy to
this, A1.
guard.
How big
They're
was their
easy to
guards this
guard.
past season? How big was their guards this past season?
That's the problem.
Oh yeah,
No,
they
it
don't got
wasn't because they was
guards.
And they
wait.
still
Let me
don't got a
finish. No, it
point
wasn't.
guard.
Evan
Hold on,
Fournier
guys.
and
Hold on. No, it
Evan
wasn't
Fournier
A1 because they was
Evan
ranked
Fournier
11th
had a
in
good year
this. Listen,
according
they
to
was
the
ranked
Knicks.
11th in
But when has the
defense.
Knicks ever had a good
But they
3-point
always
shooter?
gonna be ranked high in
Wait a
defense. They
minute.
got
He just
defensive
said who
core.
they
That's
gonna
the point.
guard. They were ranked 11th in defense. So what are
They
you talking
also
about?
they also had Burks. They still got Burks.
Because of their coach.
They still got
Okay,
Burks.
they still got the same coach.
They still
All right,
got Burks.
bro. All right, you gonna
no
argue
Burks
with
is
me and say
gone.
Donovan
Then they
Mitchell, and that
backcourt ain't
you
gonna
gonna
be the
argue with
same
me and
No,
though.
say
Donovan
Donovan
Mitchell's not
Mitchell
on the team.
and that other
Donovan
kid's
Mitchell's
gonna
not
play
on it.
defense? Who
Look,
they gonna guard on the perimeter?
every team that
So you
Tom
saying those
Thibodeau
two
didn't
guys
coach
is gonna
had a
guard
good
DeMar?
defense.
Gonna be able to guard DeMar and Zach?
Every
No,
team that Tom
they're
Thibodeau
not.
didn't coach had a good defense. Period.
Okay, bro. You're not Marv. You now you just talking. Now you're talking.
No, I'm not.
Marv,
He's one of the best defensive
Marv,
coaches in the league.
Alex Burks ain't there no more, and that's the guard that they could have put in to make the defense work.
But he wasn't no hellified defender.
He was their
How
best
not?
defender.
That's the only thing about it. They bench Kimball Walker for him because he had one defense on the wing.
Man, they
It
had
was
a
their
good
overall
man. Them people had a good
overall defense.
man.
Good
Them people had a
defense.
good rim protector. Man, they had Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
Yeah, like
That's
being
what it
11
was.
in defense don't. I mean, shit. That sounds
They were ranked
good, but
11th in defense with the same
because
small
of
guards
Mitchell
that they
you
won
got a
Robinson, man.
Marvin, what
5'11"
is
and
that
6
saying?
foot
That's
guard,
not
and you got
excellent.
Miller walking in at 6'7"
Marvin, that's not excellent. That's average.
with no
Top
rim
10 is good.
protection.
What you mean that's average? It's 30 teams in the league, A1. What you mean that's average?
That's about
You
average.
you
That's a
11th.
little
You
bit above
11th.
average.
You're 3 spots away from being at 14. That's
All right,
average,
well,
bro.
let me say this. Top 10 defense, top 10 offense usually wins championships, A1.
No, you saying top 10? That's loose. The top 5 defense, the only defenses in the league
Top
that actually
10
mean something.
Top
The
10
rest of them boys
defenses
just
and top 10 offenses on the same team usually wins championships.
Hey, Marv, I guarantee you, if you go look up the stats when it comes to defense and all that, I guarantee you will see a big parity between the top 3 defensives in the league and the rest of the league.
Marvin, you can't
What
sit
you mean,
up
points
here
a game?
Marvin, you can't sit up here and tell me that a 5'11" and a 6-foot guard is gonna guard DeMar and Zach.
No, they
You
can't.
tell me that.
I
They ain't
agree
even
with
guarding
A1.
no
That's why
agree
we
with
went.
that.
Look,
Like you can't tell me
A1,
that.
A1. You know why I agree with you? That's why we went and got Dyson Daniels.
Yep, that was a good
That's
pickup.
why we went and got him because they Jose a good defender, but they was switching on him, man, killing him, man.
And that,
I'm not
Marvin,
saying
why
that's
it
not
paid
a
long time
deficiency.
ago.
I'm not saying that's
Having
not
the
a
small
deficiency.
lead guard is
A1.
not
I'm
gonna
just
win you a
saying
chip in this
that
NBA.
ain't the key to the Knicks defense. They play overall good defense.
They signed it. They gave Mitchell Robinson that $60 million because they know those 2 guys gonna get blown by, and he's their hope.
That's why I said that's what it is.
And
He's Mr.
he's
Robinson.
good enough hope. He's a damn good hope
And
because
he
he's a
ain't no
damn good
Rudy
rim protector.
Gobert. He ain't no Rudy Gobert though.
Yeah, he
What you
athletic.
mean he's not?
More athletic than Rudy Gobert. He'll block your shit and run up court.
Man, listen,
He's a hell of a defender.
that's why I be hating about when people would try to make seem like Rudy Gobert ain't that dude. Rudy Gobert he been playing the 5 behind. Let's look at the positions now. He had a point guard and shooting guard, a small Conley who don't play defense, and a small Donovan Mitchell who don't play defense. Then when they get replaced, you know who coming in the game? Your boy who went with the Lakers, Clarkson. And you know who else in their rotation? Bogdanovich, who don't play no defense. You know who else been in their rotation? Not Kyle Singler. I forget the dude who going to
Basically, nobody played defense, but
nobody on the perimeter. So that means your main defender, Rudy Gobert. That's why he won them defensive MVPs. Because simple fact that he had to do that much more. But people knock him for that in the playoffs because, like, look, we can't even play him with small ball 5s. No, you could play him.
I'm about to tell you that. I'm about to say that. That's just what I'm about to say. The last 5 minutes of the game, he worthless, man. They be pulling him out, man.
He ain't worthless. You just ain't got nobody who can switch. You don't
man,
got
what I'm saying is, man, they got to pull him out, man.
Smart. You don't got them type of defenders on the wing.
Man, them people go small, man.
All over the court.
The only reason I had,
man, he got to get out, man. He a liability.
Donovan Mitchell was leaving them on the island. Like Donovan Mitchell, a lot of times should have switched. He shouldn't be guarding no point guards, and they was putting him in that position where that dude had to guard point guard. You switched. They had no players that wanted that responsibility.
Exactly.
They were just worried about
y'all
scoring
got
the
them
damn ball.
drop coverage. Looking
but
crazy.
A1, the only reason I had the difference in the Knicks and Charlotte is because the Knicks got better, Charlotte didn't, and they lost Miles Bridges.
But how did the Knicks get
man, they lost Miles Bridges, but guess what? They gained more responsibility for a dude that can give you a triple double. Like
but you
for
can't
me,
you
for
can't
me,
lose a
for
player
me,
like
Melo
Miles
is
Bridges and get
Melo
better.
is if you played Knicks in them 7 games, Melo will be the key to 4 victories.
So you telling me all right, well, let me ask you this. Hold on, guys. Let me ask him this. So you telling me to pick, wait a minute, let me say this. You telling me the pick up wait a minute, let me say this. You telling me the pickup of Brunson and Hartenstein is less important than the loss of Miles Bridges?
That's what he said. I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Like you gave a guy a 5'11" guard that, you know, 110
He's a
million.
6 man.
Like if Gordon Hayward gives you his 21 whatever he does. And if your boy gives you his 20, and Melo gives you now, Melo has the full reign to do what you want to do.
So
he
you
might
saying that?
go, he might go
And
for
you're not about to
25,
have
9,
no
and 9.
land-based defense
Wait a
with
minute.
Brunson
Like,
on
come
the
on,
court.
bro.
So all right, hold on. So you
Melo's
telling
gonna
me
make
you
those
think
big
the
guys
Charlotte?
better.
Wait a
He's gonna
minute.
be throwing
So
oops
you
to whoever.
so
He's
you
gonna
think
make
the
people
Charlotte?
better.
So you think the Charlotte
Knicks
Hornets
don't
are
have
better
somebody
than
to make
last year?
somebody better.
Wait a minute. So you think Charlotte is better than last year?
All he's saying
I
is they
think
better than the
just
Knicks.
because Melo getting that responsibility, yes.
The Knicks got better.
No, they didn't.
I
How?
don't think they got better, bro.
You,
They got
you
worse
think Brunson
defensively.
because
What
of
y'all
what
talking
he
What?
about?
did?
They got a true point guard now.
Hey, one.
No, he's
That's
not.
not a
That
true
man is
point
a
Hey,
guard,
one. You
horrible
talk.
Maul.
Man,
defender.
they
Hey,
score
one. You
20, they
talking
gonna
like a
give up
fan now?
30.
One.
Yeah,
Huh?
he is,
Hey,
man.
one
Let's
talking
come on,
like a fan,
guys.
man.
Man, y'all, you
Them
know
No,
people
what?
got
Hey,
better,
Brunson.
man.
listen,
Brunson going. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me tell
I
y'all
People
this.
got
agree.
better.
Charlotte
I'm
is
Brunson
just
gonna
telling you
shut all
facts.
y'all up.
So what I broke
Brunson
down.
gonna
No, he
shut all
ain't.
y'all
No, he
up.
ain't. No, he ain't.
Brunson
All
is
right,
gonna
just
Brunson
shut
like
all
give
Montrezl
you
y'all up.
Harrell is gonna
six-man
give you
numbers.
8. If Montrezl Harrell is gonna give you 18 to 10 every game. You
He
acting
ain't
like
on that
Charlotte
team,
don't
but
have nothing over
A1.
there.
He's not on that team. A1.
Montrezl Harrell, where's he at?
He in
Nowhere.
legal battles.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, even without Montrezl,
Anywhere.
I'll still take Lamelo Ball led team over what New York bringing to the table.
Man,
Thank you.
y'all fans, man. That man got a bad
They
team,
tripping
man.
at this
No,
match.
no,
Now
see,
this is the
the
first
way
time
y'all
me and
looking
Sky
at
ever
y'all looking
agreed
at
on something.
Lamelo as a one-dimensional player, when y'all need to look at him like,
No, I'm
okay,
looking at the
if
whole
hold on,
team.
if y'all take
Now,
Miles
bro,
Because
yeah,
Bridges away,
now
right?
he has the
Man,
keys.
man,
Exactly.
LaMelo not a bad player, bro. It's the
But
team,
they
bro. He
don't have
got
no
around.
team behind it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you got a
No, but
player like
listen,
that, he'll make
with
those
Lamelo,
guys
but
it's
Brunson.
better
better.
to put players
You
around him that
acting
work
like
around him than
Gordon
to
Hayward
put
can't play. He can't play. He'll give you 20 on good percentages.
right.
You lost
You acting
Miles
like
Bridges.
Terry
Okay,
Rozier
But
can't
listen,
play.
when you
He'll
bring up
give you
Miles
20
Bridges,
on good
you also need to
percentages.
bring up that he started the offense a lot. He likes to grab the ball and play ISO ball a lot.
Yep.
He slowed the
Thank
game
you.
up for Melo. So
Lord have
don't get
mercy.
me wrong now. When him
You
playing
lose Montrezl Harrell
when it
and
comes to
Miles Bridges,
Melo,
and
you
y'all say
gotta
they
put
better.
players that work around him
They
instead of putting
points.
players
They
And they
points.
that's
got
gonna do the
Plumlee
same
at
thing he gonna
center.
do.
Man,
They
Yeah.
Mitchell
points.
You
Robinson
lose.
gonna
Wait a minute.
kill
All right,
Plumlee,
let me
man.
ask y'all this: where do y'all get the sentiment that they are better when you lose Miles Bridges and Montrezl Harrell, and you
Because
don't pick up
can I
nobody?
answer? Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
same Miles Bridges that we all said wasn't worth the max deal. The same Miles Bridges, 20 points that can be replaceable, just like the 18 or 16 points, whatever Montrez was giving you while he was on his team is replaceable.
So who gonna replace it?
Who
The
gonna replace it?
issue
Yeah.
is Charlotte did not replace those points. That's the only reason why I agree. They can be about the same as the Knicks, or they can be worse. But that's the only reason why they did not replace those points.
And the only reason I'm
Hey, how
saying
we
the
know
Knicks are
Jay? Hey,
better
how you
is
know
because
Jay's
they
book night?
upgraded.
How you know Jay's book night ain't gonna give you 16?
Because I know what Brunson can do.
it. Never
I
seen
don't
Man,
him
know
do
listen,
it.
what.
and when you got an orchestrator like LaMelo Ball, bro, you just give him the keys.
Thank
Same thing you
you.
do with
He's gonna
Luca.
make people better,
Yeah, look
just
what
like
Luca's doing.
Lonzo. Bro,
Luca's the
you don't
perfect
think Patrick
example you
Williams
get
is
for
gonna? You don't think
LaMelo.
Patrick Williams is gonna get bunnies from Lonzo?
No, listen, guys.
No,
I'm not saying I
no,
hate the Charlotte Hornets. I'm saying they
no.
got worse. They lost players. The Knicks picked up players.
That don't mean they get
But
worse. Every time you lose a
Well,
player,
no,
that don't mean they get worse.
what does that mean?
that
It could
means
be
a lot.
addition by
They
subtraction.
listen. The
Shit, you
Knicks would
never
have been a
know.
lot better
Exactly.
last year with
Perfect.
a point
What that
guard.
Addition
mean
If
by
is,
Derrick
hold
Rose
on,
was
subtraction.
on
hold
that
Exactly
on,
team.
what it is.
Marv. He said what that mean. What that mean was they was in a play in with Miles Bridges. They lost Miles Bridges, so they fall out the play in.
But Miles Bridges was trying to get numbers. So a lot of
What they
Exactly.
picked up?
that shit was out of the
What they
offensive
picked up?
flow.
What?
A
Yeah.
lot of it
Where
was
can
out
they
of the offensive
replace it?
flow.
I mean,
I don't
you saying
know.
No, but you
Gordon
don't need.
Hayward.
Listen, you don't need to replace. You don't need to replace
Yes,
Yes,
you
Miles
they do.
Bridges'
do.
Don't lie
points.
like that.
Bro,
Yes, you do.
bro, it's like just
No, you
because somebody
don't.
averages 20 points a game doesn't mean he's a winning player.
Exactly.
Man,
Damn.
y'all.
Like you guys just go to points. Give me a winning fucking player. Give me a Lamar Odom. Give me a winning
Exactly.
player.
Well,
You
what
don't
y'all saying
have.
is, but
He's
based
on
off
the
You
y'all
team.
don't
I
know
say
logic,
what
they
they
better.
have. You guys
He's
don't
not
know
on
what
the
they
team.
have
based off y'all logic,
until we
LaMelo
start
not a winner
playing.
then. Based
Bro,
off y'all logic,
bro,
LaMelo
they
not a
made
winner.
the play in the last 2 years off no talent. What makes you think anything else less? Yes.
Hey, listen, and what make it even worse, like think about it. You got the shooting guard Terry Rozier. He's truly a six man, but he a starter. So when you talk about like the talent,
And so is Brunson. Brunson is a 6-man too.
exactly. So when y'all say the Knicks get better, they get better by they add points off the bench. as a bench player, and at the
Man,
same
them
time
people
they
still
lost.
got
Brunson
overtime,
averaged
man. Them
13
people
points,
still got
bro. Brunson
overtime, man.
averaged 13
Yeah,
points a game.
and they're going to be worse defensively because of him.
And Brunson
But you know
averaged
what the
13
difference
points
is?
a game. Or like 13
But
points a game he averaged. Like, what are we talking about?
A1, you know
Y'all
the
basically
difference?
the same thing
A1,
they do in college.
A1,
When they play good in the big tournament, all of a sudden they need to go in the top 20.
A1. You know what
No,
the
you
difference
play
is? We
good in
watch
the position they put him in.
we
That
watch
don't mean he's
Bronson
gonna
win.
be a difference maker. He gonna
We
make
watch
y'all worse defensively. That gonna
we
be more
watch
pressure
Bron,
on Mitchell Robinson. That's why he get that money.
we watched Bronson win 2 playoffs game without Luka though.
That's 2 playoff games. Y'all
But
win 2
It don't
playoff games
Yeah,
matter.
that's
too.
when nobody had no film on him.
We
Now
watched
they
it.
Yeah.
got film
I
on
didn't
him.
have film on that dude been balling. You thought he
Man,
just started
bro,
balling?
not no
Listen, he's a
playoff
crafty
series.
scorer. He can
Not
give
no
you
playoff
buckets,
so is
series.
but
It's
he's
Jordan
different.
not
Poole.
going to move the buck. He's
Oh
not going
man,
to move the
y'all
needle for no
crazy.
team.
All right, so
Don't
what
get me
happened to
A
wrong.
Jason
team that ain't
Tatum?
already
Don't
What
get
won
me
happened
no
to
wrong.
Jason
tournament.
Tatum?
Hold on.
All right, no,
Let
Look,
me
Scott,
don't
let
get
me
me
Scott,
just say
wrong
this,
on what I'm
guys.
saying. I'm
Scott.
not saying that he
What
know.
happened to Jason Tatum in the finals?
I'm not
Guess
saying
who
he
he
know.
worked out with all off
We talking
season?
about Charlotte. We talking about Charlotte.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no.
Also,
I'm
not
giving
saying
an
that he know.
example.
He
I'm
no
giving an
player that's gonna
example.
get him to the
I'm giving an
championship,
example. Guess
but he
who
could get
worked
him in the
out with
playoffs.
your boy all off season and shut his ass down in the finals? It
okay.
matters.
A1. Okay, and this matters too, A1. Bridges led the team in scoring
No, he
27
didn't.
games last
I wish
year.
I would quit saying
27.
Yeah,
that.
but
No,
he
he
wasn't a
27
didn't.
winning
games last year.
player. What does
No,
that
he
mean?
didn't lead the team
Talking
in
about winning players. If you can lead your
with
team in
LaMelo.
scoring 27 out of 80 games, you ain't got to be a winning player. You
Yeah,
leading
you
the
do
team
have
in
to be a
scoring.
winning player because you're taking shots when
He
you're not supposed to
Marvin,
be
that's a
taking
lie.
Okay,
He
shots
you
can
want me to
lead.
tell
out
you
of
the
the
games
Florida
when he led the team
offense.
in scoring, the games they
All right.
won, since you said
Okay.
wasn't a winning player?
All right.
Because I got it
How
right
many
here.
times was you mad at DeMar but shooting too fucking much last year? Because I
And I
heard you on the
guarantee
panel.
you look at
I
the
I
heard
wasn't
Hornets
you.
even.
roster,
All right, hold
I
on.
heard
first
you
of
on
I'm
the
gonna
all,
give
panel.
you
they
the
You
got
said
time.
no
Wait,
damn near
DeMar
many
shooting too much.
fair.
top scoring
I'm gonna give
games
you
in the
the
regular
games
season.
that they
And he's a
won when he
winning
led the
player.
team in scoring. Game 2, he scored 30. They beat
How much did
Cleveland.
LaMelo
Game
have?
3,
How much
let me
did Marvin
finish.
have?
He said it didn't equate to winning. Game
But
3 of the
how much
season,
did
they beat.
LaMelo have though?
I'm
Don't
telling
do
you
that.
what he led the team in scoring. That's
No,
all
he
I'm telling
didn't
you
lead
about.
the team in scoring. If you look at their thing, Miles
And
just had
Marvin, if you in
20,
the play-in,
In
22.
you ain't
those
talking about no
LaMelo
games,
just
winning.
had 24
in
points.
these,
He
I
did
didn't
not
say he led
lead
the
the
team in
team.
scoring for the year. I'm talking about in
And if you're
certain
talking about
games.
winning, you talking about making it to the play-in, you ain't talking about winning. Come
Yeah.
on,
Okay.
man.
All right, listen. Game 2, he led the team in scoring in that game. He scored 30. They won. Game
They
3, he
went to
led the
the
team in.
play-in, Marv.
Let me
That's
finish.
not
You said it
winning.
don't equate to winning. You said it
That's
don't
not what
equate to
that
winning.
doesn't equate to winning. The play-in is not equate to winning. They made that play-in for Zion.
I'm talking
Exactly.
about
Oh,
regular
exactly.
season. I'm talking about the regular
Exactly.
season
Come
games.
on, man.
Game 3, he
Exactly.
led the
They
team with
made that
32
play-in for
points. They
Zion,
beat
period.
Brooklyn. Game 4, he led the team in
Man, they made
scoring.
that
They
play in for the
lost.
league, man.
No,
Game
they
Zion ain't the
5, he
messed
only
that
led
one
for
the
getting the
Zion
play in.
that year in the
Everybody
They
getting the
bubble.
damn well
play
they
in.
made it for
Man, look, hey
Zion.
Sky, no, listen. That year in the bubble, they it was like, okay, Pelicans they've been keep saying the easiest schedule left and they can possibly make the playoffs. So when they realized, like, damn, we can get Zion Williams in the playoffs this early,
Thank you.
they said, you know what? We gonna give y'all a certain amount of games in the play-in, and we gonna need.
And
That
LeBron
was
was
meant
in
for
support
Zion.
of it until he had to
All
be
right.
benched.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me ask
If
y'all
that been
this.
just
Do
after
y'all believe
Dame
in
being
y'all believe
the
in
ninth
power
seed, they
rankings?
wouldn't have did that.
Since y'all don't believe in me and Scott, y'all believe in power rankings? You gonna believe in what ESPN say?
No, cause power rankings based on opinions.
So if we can't make you change your mind, it don't make no difference then.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
because they think they worse
so
too.
you don't make it fit your
What
argument
power
because the power
rankings say
rankings
though?
got the
What the
Yeah.
Bulls.
power? Let's see what
I was
Let's
gonna
see
let
what
them
the
know,
power rankings
experts
but
got the
see.
no.
Bulls finished
See,
8th
see,
seed.
they
I
don't
want to
believe
know
me
what
and
the
Scott.
experts
Bulls
see.
got an 8th seed.
ESPN. Y'all say
What
they
they see?
better. Ain't no way in the hell that team is
Marvin,
better
you gonna
if
use
you
ESPN. Do
lose.
you believe ESPN got Chicago Bulls right?
No, I'm telling you that I know they're not better. They lost 2 of their best players. They can't be better.
But
They did
listen,
not.
Marv, you keep
I
forgetting
wish
about
people would stop
addition
saying that, bro.
by subtraction.
Miles Bridges and LaMelo averaged the same amount of points, bro.
Okay, so you taking Miles Bridges away. What makes them better?
What makes them
His
better
points
is
is
now you got
replaceable.
less
This is a player,
clutter.
just like Wiggins, what Wiggins did is replaceable. You
Okay, you
Good
can't
take
example.
Montrezl Harrell away. What makes him better?
replaceable because he wasn't on the team for the whole year.
They ain't replaced no damn body. Who gonna
That's the
replace him?
point we getting at.
Mob,
They ain't
listen,
replaced nobody.
Listen. When
You
you
don't know
take
what they
all the
got.
clutter out, because you got Terry
Lord, have
Rozier
mercy.
trying to get buckets, you got Miles Bridges trying to get buckets, and Lamelo playing his game around that. That's hazardous to him. So he can't
Look,
do it.
guys,
He can't play a
I'm not a
Luka
Charlotte
style of
Hornets
basketball
fan.
with the team he on now because he got to shade a rock.
All right, let me say this. There is no way the Bulls would be better without DeMar DeRozan and without Vooch. You can't tell me they would.
Those are
I
two
think they
different
have better
players.
Yeah, like
without Vooch.
I don't
They're
know why you
those
wouldn't understand it. What we trying to
Oh
say
my
about
lord.
Vooch.
that's not that's those are two. That's not
Okay,
my
all right.
players.
Let me
And
go to
come on, man, you
Washington. Let
can't
me go to
compare those
Washington.
guys.
There's
They're not
no
in the
way
same room,
Washington
Marvin.
would be. All right, let me say this.
They're
There's
not
no
in the
way
same room,
Washington.
Marvin.
Let me say this. There's no way Washington would be better without Kyle Kuzma and who I can throw any
But
and
Kyle
Um,
Kuzma ain't
Hachimura.
contributed to the
Kyle Kuzma is
Hey, you
20 points.
don't
He
know
giving
replaceable.
you
that.
Say
dirty work.
Bradley Beal. Say Bradley Beal.
No,
Thank you
no,
for
no. You
No, I
can't
thinking.
don't
say
want to say Bradley Beal. He's
Bradley
too high
Bill.
of a player. I'm gonna say Hachimura. They not better if they don't
Yes,
replace him.
they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ, you all hear this?
If you're not gonna
Okay,
put Bradley
all
Beal
right,
because he's away
okay, all right. Wait, let me bring. All right, so is Dallas better if they
without
lose?
Luca,
Well, let me say
without
this: if they
Luca,
lose, but wait, let me say this. So Dallas is better if they lose Bullock and what's his
I
name,
got
Tim
a
Hardaway
perfect
Jr.
example for him.
Tim
Yeah,
Hardaway
give
was
him one.
injured last year.
Shit, they won a playoff game without
Hey,
Luca.
Marv, let me ask you this.
How they gonna be better if they losing
They
players,
won a
guys?
playoff game
Hey,
without Luca.
listen, this is a perfect one right there. Celtics, right? Was the Celtics better with Kyrie or without Kyrie? This is almost the exact same team outside of Robert Williams.
Didn't they replace him with somebody?
No, they get rid of Kyrie, they get rid of
Yes, they
Rozier.
did. They replaced him
With
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 who?
who?
somebody.
With
With
who?
who?
They brought in who was it? I don't know exactly who they brought in just
Nobody.
directly.
This is the exact same team.
He
They
didn't
brung in
listen.
they brung in
He
people
didn't
that
just leave.
didn't
Wait, let me
wasn't
finish.
putting up
He
those
didn't leave
numbers.
the
Not
team,
Kyrie
and they didn't
numbers.
replace his position.
They
They
didn't
replaced
replace
him with
Kyrie
somebody.
numbers.
With who though? You keep saying with
I think
somebody,
it
but
was
I'm
who?
not a
with
Boston fan.
Horford.
You asked me. I'm
Okay,
not a
so
Boston
can
fan.
I tell you? Can I tell you? They
Who they
had
replace him with?
They had Kyrie and Rozier. They get rid of those two.
They brung in Schroeder.
Horford leave for like a couple of seasons and come back, but
Who they
those
bring
two
in?
they get rid of. That's addition by subtraction. They're a better
Who they
team
bring
without
in?
better
They brung
players.
in Kimba, and it didn't work.
But
Well,
they
what
were
you,
still a
Exactly.
they
good
brought,
team.
I
But
don't care if
Kimba
it
didn't
didn't work.
matter.
They
So
brought
that proved the
somebody
point. They
in.
got better by subtracting the players.
They replaced the player. Y'all telling me a team is getting
No, they
better
Kimba
and
didn't
didn't
they
even
because
play.
replacing
He
nobody.
hardly played
Kimba
that
didn't
year.
work and they went without Kimba. So they
Yeah,
didn't
he hardly
replace him.
played.
You talking about a totally different team,
No,
guys. This is
no, but
No, it's
Charlotte.
listen,
not
no,
different.
that's not a different situation though. It might be a different team, but different situation. Celtics was the same team roster wise and everything. They had Horford when Kyrie, but they got Horford when Kyrie leaves. So it's the same team. The only
Okay,
players missing from that
all right.
Celtics team
Okay,
to
I
this
ask y'all
team
in a
is
different way.
Robert. They got
I
Robert
ask you in a
Williams this
different way.
year, and when they had Kyrie, they missing Kyrie and Rozier. Other than
All
that, it's
right, I
exactly
ask
the
you
same
guys in a
team.
different way. Will the Charlotte Hornets win more than 43 games this
See,
year?
you trying
No,
to
they
move the
will not.
goalposts.
No,
No,
they
I
won't.
I'm
said
not moving the
they'll win
goalposts.
more
That
If
games
does
you
than the
move the
say the
Knicks.
team is
goalposts.
better, what
They'll
is you
win more
talking? If you
games than
say
the
the team
Knicks.
is
That was
better,
that.
they're
That's
gonna
what
win
it
more
was.
games.
If I
They'll win
win,
more
okay,
games than the
Marv,
Knicks.
if I win one more game than last year, am I better?
Yes.
Okay. So if they win one more game in your scenario, and from what A1's saying, are they going to be better?
Yes. If they
All
lose
right.
one less,
So
if
okay.
they lose one more
So
game, they
why you keep
worse.
trying to say 42 games?
I'm asking you a simple question. Will they win more than 43 games?
They
No,
will
they
be.
won't.
They will win more than the Knicks.
They won't.
Oh God. Now you guys are telling me and Scott that they got better, but they won't win the same amount of
I didn't
games
say
than
they
they
got
won
better.
last year.
I don't
They
know how
got
many
worse.
games they'll win, but they'll win more than the Knicks. That was the whole argument.
Yeah, exactly. That's why getting that is like it's them and the Knicks. So why
No,
the
it's not. I
43
think it's
games thing?
It
Like,
Washington.
don't
is
matter
they
how many
better than
games
I'm
the
they're
gonna
Knicks
gonna
tell
win
or
more
y'all
than the
this.
Knicks.
Okay, the reason I'm arguing is because the Knicks gonna win more games, and y'all saying they're gonna
How many?
lose
but
No,
more.
we
I'm
just
Washington
saying
talking
the
win?
about
Knicks is
head to
going.
head with
I'm
the
saying
Knicks.
Charlotte's gonna win more than the Knicks. That's what I'm saying. So whatever
No,
that
I
number it
think
will
the
be,
Wizards will be
that's
better
what it
than
is.
the Celtics.
A1, you gonna be on this. I ain't a Charlotte Horn or I'm a kind of a Knicks fan. We gonna be monitoring the Knicks and the Charlotte Hornets all year long.
So,
Okay.
I'm
Marv,
not.
let me ask you
I'm,
this: if the Knicks win 32 games and Charlotte win 33 games, you will still feel the
y'all
same way?
not mentioning Washington. I don't know why.
No, no, the Knicks are gonna win more than that.
No, but I just asking. I just asking.
If Charlotte wins more games, then they were a better team. Period.
If they So if they win 33 games and Knicks win 32 games, Charlotte would be the better team.
And
Charlotte was a better
Washington gonna
team.
be on both of
Listen,
their
All
teams.
right.
like Purple Baby is saying, she want to put Washington in, but we talking about Charlotte and the Knicks. I'm guaranteeing. Well, I ain't guaranteeing it. I'm
How many
saying the
games the
Knicks
Knicks
gonna
won
win.
last year?
If you
They didn't
look
win
at
them
their wins,
33, I think.
And how much
Who?
Charlotte won?
43.
So you
Charlotte
mean to
won
tell me
44
Miles Bridges was worth 10 wins?
huh?
Yes. I just
He-
gave you the first 5 games of the season. He led the team in scoring. They won 4 out of 5.
No, but see, scoring
No,
don't
he
equate to you
being
winning like that. That don't mean
Okay,
like
so
he was
what?
the
Okay,
catalyst
so
for
what?
the win.
I wait. So tell me what equates to winning.
Lonzo Ball ain't led not one game for the Bulls, and he equates to winning.
I just
Thank
asked you
you.
a question. Tell me what equates to winning.
If
It's talking
Everything
LaMelo
Lonzo
wasn't
Ball
fair.
brings
if
to the
LaMelo
table.
wasn't on the
Whatever the
floor,
team
he
Okay,
needs,
wouldn't
they got.
everything. Okay, so in other words, y'all telling me everything but
They could
what
have get.
Miles
Listen,
Bridges
listen,
does.
listen. They could have get them same. What? How much points Miles Bridges put up them games?
in
I
the
don't
third.
remember how much he averaged, but I told you I got
No, not
his
average. How much he had
game
them
per
games?
game.
You say he equate to winning in? Because them can be
He had
replaced.
31. Yeah, 31, 32, 28, and 27.
They had a
Okay,
500
and how much they win by?
Oh, I ain't got I ain't got the scores up right now. I just
Well,
remember
the
what he
reason why I
scored.
asked you that because
scored more than
LaMelo can score more points by himself. Trust me, he got more points inside him. Look,
And an assist.
yeah, and the set like just
And
easy
assist.
buckets for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, you saying assists? Half of them assists went to Bridges,
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you
and
making our point.
and now Bridges is gone, so you don't get him no more.
No, he can still get
so
him. He
you
can get
mean
him from
that?
different
So
players.
he gonna stop passing the ball?
Yeah, like come on now.
No, I'm telling
Come
you
on,
what
man.
you losing. I'm telling you what you losing. Bridges.
Bro, we talking about See, the
Bridges.
thing is, it's like we're talking about one of the most vision past what he can do with the ball. He's magic,
Like
man.
Chris Paul.
Like this is not a regular player. He's gonna make everybody around him. It's like a Tom Brady. You tell me what name brand receiver except Randy Moss Tom Brady had. He
Nobody.
won
All right,
7 Super Bowls.
I'm gonna give y'all one stat. First 9
Like, come
games,
on, man.
Bridges led the team
It's
in
about the
scoring 5 of
players.
those.
It's some
Wait,
players make guys
first
better.
9 games of the season, you said assists. Bridges led the team, and I'm not saying Ball can't lead him. He gonna have to now because Bridges ain't there. Bridges led the team in scoring in 5 of the first 9
And they
games.
had a 500
Yes,
record
he was
over
taking the most shots.
No, they
500
wasn't Purple
record.
Baby. They was 4-2.
He was taking the
They
most
had a
shots.
500 record for the season when he did that. Just like when
Oh
Terry
yeah, they
Rozier scored more
okay.
than
Well,
25.
that's the very
They were
reason I'm
under
telling y'all how
500.
much you gonna miss Bridges if he was taking so many
He's
shots.
not going to be. His
Who are
points
you going to replace him?
replaceable.
You say so? You saying Gordon Hayward gonna
Charlotte did
replace
not
him, right?
replace the points. If they found somebody to replace his points, then it wouldn't be a big deal. It's the fact that they did not do that.
That's what I'm trying to express to them.
But that don't make them a worse team, though.
Thank you.
Does it make him better?
You okay? So you think Dallas get better because they lose it? They lose one of the
Yes, Dallas got better because they got 2 centers and they got Hardaway back.
Okay, so if they get Hardaway back, they get Christian
They
Wood to play
replaced
whatever.
Brunson. They replaced Brunson.
Okay, so what makes you think PJ Washington ain't gonna step up?
Oh please, man! Stop.
You see what I mean? It's like,
But
what makes
PJ
you
Washington
think?
has scored. But PJ Washington
LaMelo
scored
can't make the
20
team better.
You know
points a
damn well.
game, man.
When the last time PJ Washington had 30 points?
When the
done
last
had
time
double
he get
doubles. He's had
consistent
20-point double
looks?
doubles.
When the
But
last time he
He
gets
what?
consistent
Melo
looks?
giving him the ball, he may have 30.
Yeah, like think about it now. Like the last 2 seasons, he get pushed to the back because you got multiple people that score the ball. Miles Bridges, Terry Rozier. They still trying to force feed the white boy for some reason. Like you got all this going on, and you got
Don't say
LaMelo.
white boy.
So of course he
He
gonna
said
get
force
pushed to the
feed the
back.
white boy for some reason. Fool crazy.
No,
Who-
think
what white
about it
boy you
now.
talking
Like we
about?
get PJ to Washington a lot, but like no, I ain't big. I'm not big on PJ Washington. Like
Yo, we
I
about to get
feel.
up out of here.
Oh, go
We got to
ahead.
get up out of here, dog.
We're gonna pull back up
Good
tomorrow.
night, brothers.
Shout out
Yes,
Marlon. Salute to No
All
Panic
right.
Sky, everybody.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports